Friday night. That I know. It's 6. It's 6 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. Good. That means
Showtime.
What does that mean? Yes, showtime. What should we do?
Firefly.
Dragons
and stuff.
No! Things.
Whoa.
Dragons and things. It's 6 o'clock. It's Friday night. It's time for Dragons and Things. Welcome, everyone, to our 12th episode of our second season.
Yay.
Dozen episodes.
That's right. 12.
You get no cheers from me.
I know. You guys are... Nobody likes me. Everybody just wants to sit and be crabby.
Just go eat worms.
Sorry that you guys aren't that good at playing the game and you lose a lot. You know, I mean, I'm sorry that's very frustrating, but...
Get ready, I'm gonna fight you in real life.
You're gonna fight me in real life, yes. I have no doubt.
Real time, behind the scenes.
We have
Hashtag behind the scenes.
We have
I'll
swords
tweet it.
behind us.
Don't
tweet
worry.
it.
Ashley's gonna tweet the
Ashley
fight
just
when
discovered
Ben
Twitter,
comes at me in real life.
I just decided to get involved in Twitter.
That's not.
Twitter!
It's been 2 years,
3 years.
3 months, and we finally got Ashley.
No,
on.
I have my spurts of Twitter.
Next,
It's
in 2
combined to
years and
Instagram.
3
I'm
more
better at
months, we'll
Instagram.
get her back on Discord.
Let's get on the rails, people, and get
Let's
in
get on
What
here.
did we say?
Rails,
20
everybody.
seconds last night, right? There
Speaking
you go.
of
Took
the
us 20.
rails, tonight we are giving away a prize.
Yeah?
Because we give away prize every single time, and it's awesome, and we love doing it. I'm going to tell you all about what that prize is later. For now, I just want you to share this episode on Twitter. Use the hashtag Dragons and Things. Better yet, use the share button that's under this video because it already has hashtag Dragons and Things baked into that share. You don't have to do anything. You just click some buttons. Boom, you're in the drawing for an amazing prize that we have coming at you very, very soon. I will tell you all about it sometime during this episode. What else do we have for you? Well, the Norse Foundry power-up, I hear. The second one we're doing this month. Pretty close. Pretty close. So if you are donating to give us power-ups and donating to give the me boosts, those boosts should all go to me and allow me to do what I want
Yes,
to do.
all the wild magics should go
well,
to
Wild
Jim
Magic
Jam.
should actually go to you
I
guys.
haven't gone hey with a wild magic in a while.
One of you who has given out boosts and bumps through donations is also going to be able to give the Norse Foundry power-up. What does that mean? It means you're going to get a natural 20 and a natural 1. You can split them up. You can assign them both to the same person. It's your choice. They get to bank that natural 20 and that natural 1 until they choose to use it. And you're getting a random set of Norse Foundry dice. Have you even seen Norse Foundry dice? Do you even realize what we're giving away? Norse Foundry dice are so freaking amazing. Ben's got a beautiful set.
I do. Right there.
So does Mrs.
Beautiful
Quigley.
set of dice. What's that?
Sorry, I said so does Mrs. Quigley.
That's right.
She's got a beautiful green dice.
Jamie has her own beautiful set of Norse Foundry dice. We've given away Norse Foundry dice in the past. Seriously, go to NorseFoundry.com. Start checking out all the amazing gemstones, precious metals, all that. Oh, just so good. Such good stuff.
All these new people.
And we're giving them away. It's insane.
So
I should just keep them all for myself.
No.
we've got
But I
a few.
can- Well,
We've got
give
a few
us
new
nice-
people in the chat right now. We've got the
Ooh.
Killing Jay and Misty Blouse.
Ooh, I
They're
like that.
they're over here from Paizo.
welcome,
Official
guys.
Paizo's brought them over, and they just want to know what's going on, Jim Jam.
They want to know what's going on. Well, lucky for you guys, we do a short recap of at least
Ah,
the most...
you said doo doo.
And that's our show,
Right,
basically. You want to know what we're all about? It's that. This is a homebrew Pathfinder adventure. We have a cast of insane characters from the series that we did in ages past called Walking in Circles. But we have Krag the Barbarian, we have Sir Quigley the Paladin.
Do we have Sir Quigley?
Squire
What's
Quigley.
going on?
We'll get to that in a little bit. Don't worry about it. He's only hanging on the edge of death.
Yes.
We have Lyra, the Flame Oracle, Kimbleton, our Ranger, and Alex, the
Axe-chucking
Rogue.
ranger.
Currently, they're on a whole big quest to fight a hag. She's probably in a basement. I mean, that's where hags tend to hang out in this world. It's don't worry, you'll get up to speed very quickly. Right now, another thing we talk about that we do all the time is do giveaways. As I mentioned, we have the Norse Foundry power-up that we're primed. I heard that it's coming close. One random donor is going to get the Norse Foundry power-up. And don't forget, if you are cheering, every 500 bits gets you a right side up dice box from Dogmite.
That doesn't, no, the 500 bits doesn't get you the dice box. It gets you the entry.
An entry into the dice box. I was very proud of
catch,
myself.
Quiddles.
Yeah, thank you. We've had a lot of people donating 500 bits.
Well, good. We would just have all their bits. It is going to get you an entry into a drawing that we are doing at the beginning of April. That drawing is to win this beautiful dice box from Dogmite.
pretty.
Go over to dogmite.com, check out all the other amazing stuff they have, like these amazing GM blockers. And they actually just released a whole bunch I saw. They have now metal plate cutouts they're putting on their stuff.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely amazing quality work. That is dogmite.com. We are giving away this dice box at the beginning of April, but every 500 bits that you donate is one entry into the drawing to make that happen. Max of 10 entries per person. So even if you're not bit rich, you can't just throw around a ton of bits. all
I'll
the
be
time.
rich, yo. Bit
It's
rich.
fine. You still have a really good chance of winning. You know, it's all good.
Bit rich.
So those are all of our current giveaways that we're doing. Again, I will talk about tonight's prize later on. Although if you're following us on social media, you already know what it is. You already know it's pretty awesome because we do post on Instagram and Twitter about the prizes that we give away. We do that in the middle of the week. So if you're following us, you already know that
We
stuff.
do more than just owl posting on
We're more than
You're
owls
right.
here.
Sometimes we do cats,
We do all of those things.
trees, hawks. I mean, you should
All right.
check it out.
All right, guys.
I'm ready.
I think it's
too.
time.
I
We're
wanna
going
play.
to recap a little bit of what happened last week. We're going to set up tonight's adventure. We're going to say farewell to Quigley, and then we'll be ready to dive in.
To
When
dive.
last we met.
Dive
Yeah.
in.
To
Dive.
dive in. Yes. When last we met, the Krag Krew had split up to avoid the prying eyes of the Winter Hag Palarna's aerial spies. Alex and Kimbleton broke off from the group in an attempt at misdirection, while Krag, Lyra, and Quigley made their way toward Frostmire by a more circuitous route. Within a day, they came across a strange scene. Lear Evenspinner, the Oracle, was in the process of being robbed by two foolish young men who had no idea what they were up against. They were quickly and summarily dispatched, and Lyra explained that she was looking for Krag because she'd had another vision. This time, it was the death of the entire crew, and for some reason, Mama Chalas was insistent that Lear seek Krag out to warn him. Lear joined up with the crew after delivering her message, and off they went toward Frostmire together. They came across an old stone bridge crossing a mighty river, and Lear used her mysterious powers of divination to seek out any signs of danger in the area. She felt that something terrible was nearby, but neither Quigley nor Krag were really concerned about that. They decided to stride boldly forth across the river, while Lear and Lyra tried to find some other, safer way to cross the river. It turned out that Lear's premonition was correct, and there was a territorial stone giant guarding the bridge. It tossed great boulders at the crew as they charged toward him, but a sudden surge of wild magic halted their progress as Lyra became the constant center of the battlefield. Luckily, Lyra's magic was enough to soften the giant, while the magic kept everyone in place wore down. And when it finally broke, Krag and Quigley charged in to fell it the old-fashioned way.
I did things.
You did? I specifically mentioned how
I
you
I
were...
thought you said
I
Lear.
literally did
No.
nothing. So
I was like, I did things. I promise.
No,
I did things.
I called you out. You did good. You done good.
I did get that one.
Yep.
That one was fine.
Beyond the bridge, the crew traveled with little trouble until they came to the Wandering Wastrel, an inn that seemed empty but for its proprietor, Thaddeus Dandello. The Krag Krew was incredibly suspicious that Thaddeus was some kind of terrible monster in disguise, but everything they discovered really just pointed toward an innocent innkeeper, eager for some company. They knew, of course, that every shred of evidence of his innocence was actually part of a sinister cover-up, but before they could uncover his wickedness, the inn was assaulted by interdimensional hunting beasts known as Hounds of Tyndalos. The hounds were terrifyingly powerful, and the Krag Krew seemed severely outmatched, but Lear tossed down a feather token, and a tree launched one of them up, and away, giving the Krag Krew the opening they needed to finish off its dreaded companions.
Sorry.
Alas, Quigley was struck down, overwhelmed by the ferocity of these strange assassin beasts. And that is where we join you now. The inn is quiet in the aftermath of the battle, and you are gathered around Quigley's still form. Lear quietly slips away, giving you a moment to be with your companion in peace. What do you do?
Read comments!
Yay, comments!
Sabotage Loot gave us 5,000 bits!
Whoa!
Damn!
I really want to
That's
dog my
10
butt.
entries
Yeah,
right there.
That's your 10 entries right there.
They win. They win.
The real POTUS 98 says, "Wow, I actually received a Twitch alert. Amazing."
Fantastic. Glad those are working out.
Snake Eyes 0820 says, hey, how's everyone tonight?
It's doing pretty
I'm
good.
excited to be back.
It's that day.
That day.
My mother, Kim Birch, says, "So, I'm sad that my son Quigley got killed last week. P.S. I cried."
I think we all cried.
Ben did too.
I
Guilty.
definitely did. Don't know what's gonna happen
Sky
this week.
Lily 83 says, "Don't start yet. I have to put on my Quigley shirt."
Oh, hurry.
Is your shirt on? Can we go? You have your shirt
Are
on?
we ready?
That's a great
Did you
question.
know?
And Tabletop Loot says, "Woo!"
Nice.
Sarah BC1 says, "Greeting, folks. So happy for that day.
So are we.
Yes.
Always
yes.
excited for
That
that
day.
day."
Crossbearer 18. Here's a question I never thought I'd ask. Will Quigley posthumously survive from last week? Will I rage like a barbarian? And does Ben still need to give him a hug? Give
The
you a hug.
barbarian? Maybe he's saying,
Maybe
do
us.
I have to give
Oh, does
Ben
he
a
need to
hug?
give you a hug?
Yeah.
He wants to know if he needs to give you a hug.
I'm giving him a hug.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Misty Blouse says, hey everyone.
Hey,
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, welcome
welcome.
to the show.
Kitsu723, this looks to be a case of Schrodinger's Quigley.
Schrodinger's
that?
quickly. I like that. I like that.
I do.
Dual
Pardon?
Stone Rage is here and ready.
Yeah,
Hey, Dual.
fellow barbarian.
Spartan Undead says, I loved my prize. Thanks again for the dice.
Hey, no problem. Thanks
you're
for
welcome.
tuning in
Misty
and winning.
Blouse says, "Awesome shirts."
Ooh,
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
we got those
you.
shirts.
This one might be a collector's edition.
I wore a flower in your honor.
Teams.
It's yellow.
Did he give it to you?
No.
Oh.
No. Ah.
Dungeon Doodle says, "Hey, right side up."
Good job,
Thumbs
Jimmy.
up.
Yeah, I did it.
Great
I did
noodles.
announce the prize incorrectly, but you know what? I got it right side up, and that's what really counts.
The Killing Jay says, just sub the subreddit and joining Discord.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Killing Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome, buddy.
Dat Storian, one day closer to death than taxes. I'm pretty sure one will come before the other. Good luck, Quigley.
Did we say Spartan Undead? Spartan Undead says, "I love my prize. Thanks again for the dice." Oh yes, those dice came from Tabletop Blue, and
Oh, look at that.
they look very good. So
Looks like someone got a reroll.
Yep. So I
Someone
got
who
$5
will not be named.
donation from Brian Newman.
Nice.
Hashtag Team Alex. Sorry, go ahead. Yes.
No, I was
good
saying
job,
that.
girl.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
And Jim, Tabletop Loot, with their big donation, they became the
Nice.
Bitbox battle boss and gave you a reroll.
Aw.
before we get into it, we've got
You made
follows
the right
from
choice.
Hana Bible. Thank you, Hana. It's good to see you.
Hannah.
Yeah, we're excited.
Those are for you.
And we've got cheers from Kitsu723, Luna Steel Song, Batman Zero, Mama Jim Jam, and of course Tabletop Loot with their big one.
Thank you.
We've got subs from Jagarjaso. I'm very sorry. Ava Bang, Cadence 101, President Voss, and the Real POTUS gifted subs to Kim Birch, Tabletop Loot, and Misty Blouse,
Nice.
and Mama Jim Jam.
He's like, look under your chair.
Hi,
You
Mom.
get a sub. You get a sub. You
All
get
the subs from
everyone
everyone.
gets a sub.
Everyone gets
John
a
one time,
sub.
John was like, "How do I help the show more?" Like we met him in person. And he goes, "How do I do it more?" And I was like, "You stop it, gift. You're doing everything."
So
he's over 150 gift subs.
Oh my
Insane.
Wow. Thank you.
god.
John.
Thank you.
the thread is
You're a
gone,
kind
Jim.
person.
Oh yeah.
So, you guys are standing about Quigley's body.
Rage down.
And I want to, you rage down. The threat is over. You're standing there in sort of solid. You don't really know what to do. But before we get into what you guys are going to do, I want to rewind just moments before. In that fateful moment when Quigley fell. And we're actually we're gonna take a look at things from Quigley's perspective.
Ooh.
You
Gets his
Quigley.
arms.
Sauce.
You stand at the foot of a great set of ivory stairs before an imposing fortress. The doors of the fortress stand closed, and embossed on their great form are two symbols. The sword on the left, and the right bears the radiant sun. It takes you a moment to realize that these two great symbols make up 2/3 of Erender's sigil, with the fortress itself representing the great tower that is its final piece. And you know that you are dead. You approach the great doors and you press on them, and they swing inward with the steady ponderance of a thoughtful priest. Inside the fortress, it is dark, and the light spreading inward glints off shining armor as a legion of knights standing at perfect attention within this great hall. Perhaps they're only statues, perhaps empty suits of gleaming plate, or perhaps you are here to stand eternal vigil among their ranks. A long aisle divides the room in two, and at the far end is another set of stairs. You see above the room there is a balcony overlooking the silent nights. Perhaps it is only a trick of the light, but you think for just a moment that you see brief movement, as if your coming has disturbed someone who turned quickly away. What do you do?
Hello?
Your voice echoes and just fills this silent cathedral. It's almost frightening to hear yourself speak. But you receive no answer.
I'd like to approach where that I thought I saw, and as I'm walking towards them, I say, I don't mean to alarm anyone. I guess I'm dead.
As you move, none of the legion of figures standing in perfect rows and regiments moves. None of them look at you, but as you're moving and you look at them, you still can't tell if it's just empty armor. Are there eyes peering out at you? Are they watching you, or is there nothing there? You can't tell.
Can I just... Am I too afraid to, go touch one of them?
Are you? You tell me if you're too afraid.
I'm very afraid right
It sounds like you might be.
I think that I'm very much want to... If there's a shield that has... that I'm imagining that...
Steal a shield.
Trying to find something better.
If the shield has...
Well, we're here.
Has the ornate design of Arendar on it, I just run my finger across it and just make sure that I have any tactile sensation.
You do notice, now that you're paying more attention, that each of the shields does bear the three, the phalanx of Arendar, the tower, the sun, and the sword. But there is also another symbol, each one different, each one unique, and you realize that each of these is whether there's something in there or not, that each of these suits of armor is distinct. It is someone's armor.
This is so creepy. I'm gonna walk up to where I thought I saw somebody.
You get to the stairs at the very, very far end of this room, and you are met at the foot of it by a figure with smooth, pale skin and blazing golden eyes. You feel an immediate sense of awe and fear in the presence of this immortal being, and you blink back tears as you are nearly overwhelmed by its radiant glory. I am Serafold, keeper of the vigilant, destroyer of Ashkamala, and you are not welcome here, wayward knight. Your service has not ended. Go back. Go back, and do not return until your duties are fulfilled. A cancer festers in your sight, and it is to be excised. The Red Temptress must be cast back into the foul abyss.
Can you repeat that so I can write it down?
Red Temptress needs to be cast
And
out.
I say back to
Serafold.
Serafold. I say Serafold. I just want to thank the wonderful new followers that we have. Stargazing, the Killing Chain, Nosedive 51.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna make a couple notes here.
I'll get you some notes later. You don't have to worry about I'll get you the deets
The
later.
real POTUS
I'll
tells
text
you
the
what to
deets.
belt out. You just say, just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
I'm sorry. It's almost like I couldn't understand you. You're so glorious.
Yes.
Yes, darling.
Krag is not the Red Temptress. Chase Shaw.
That's funny. Hi, Charles.
What am I to do? I'm just...
You are to continue your service. You are to go back. And you are not to return until your duties have been fulfilled. You have not earned your place here. Go back.
Seems like I haven't earned my place anywhere. How? I don't... I have so many questions, so many... Every entity that has wished for immortal life that I've seen has been tainted in some way, been twisted, been morphed. I don't wish for that. I wish to stay.
I do not offer you eternal life. I offer you the chance to serve your purpose. There is a cancer that festers within your realm. Your duty is to excise it. You are not to return until you have done so.
How am I to do this?
You have spent your life destroying evils. You will carry on as you have.
That is fine. I shall do what is asked. I don't know how, and I even though I have perished, can't say it's not frustrating to be here. I wish to be among all these noble and wonderful knights. I hope someday to stand my armor next to them and be placed here. But
These are the armor of knights who have fulfilled their purpose and achieved their place amongst the ranks. You have not done so.
how can I fulfill my purpose if Arender has... I have failed Arender, for certain. But how can I remove this cancer that you ask for if I cannot do what is required?
You seek atonement. The first step was accepting your role in the fall. Seeking to gain back the gifts misused is now your first task. You once thought you were wronged, but I can see now you know the truth. Your petition is heard. Your trial begins. You seek a great foe now. You will think to pass judgment, but you are not worthy to pass judgment. Make the correct choice and prove your worthiness with action, and the light will guide you once again.
Time out.
Yes?
You're the worst. I am so angry with you right now.
Yes?
Because we're about to go face a foe that, in my backstory, stole, kidnapped children, that cost you to go kidnap children. And this angel is asking me not to make that choice, not to... All right.
Would like to bring this up?
Do not die. That's true.
Polana.
I speak not of Polana. You will come up against another. You will seek to pass judgment, but judgment is not yours to pass. Polana is not Arender's concern. She is of the material plane, but she is a problem. And her along that road will lead you to the Red Temptress. She has no protection from Arender. Destroy her as you will.
Yeah.
Did you do that? did I go through the hallway?
Yes!
Sounds like Game of
Although
Thrones.
my I I will keep my eyes open. Although I generally do not have eyes to see, I will try to be vigilant.
Dizzy by nature says otherworldly legalese is the worst. True.
Whatever path you take, remember, you are a guardian of your own realm. You are neither judge nor executioner for those who live within it. That is a lesson you must learn, or you will never stand amongst these hallowed ranks. Go back now. We are done. Fulfill your duty and return as mortals do.
And I start walking towards the exit.
Okay.
But before I do, I turn around to this, and I'm assuming. Can I make a knowledge religion? Is it an angel?
Yeah.
Okay, get it all out
It was
now.
sitting on an 18 and flipped off.
He knows nothing.
I know nothing.
We need some rerolls.
It's 11. No
11.
way.
I mean, you
But-
are certain that it is a servitor of Arender, but you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, I turn back and I say, You say that earthly problems are not of Arender's concern. And part of me doesn't understand that. I only imagine that more would come to love and accept Arender for who he is, but sometimes I feel like a very small candle in a very dark world. And the trick with humanity is that our light of that candle flickers sometimes. And I hope that if my light flickers again, I won't fall. Because no matter what happens, if the light flickers, I will always come back and be lit again. And I turn and walk towards the exit.
you guys are standing around.
Not before I swipe 4 of those shields and carry them on my back.
Let's look as Martinez says he steals a shield from a knight of heaven. Oh, he's a fallen paladin, all right.
Chase Shaw says the killing spell rebounded. Quigley is Harry Potter.
Brian Summers says throw those shoes.
The shoes are thrown.
And Kurikari says, every road.
Every night has its dawn. Every Quigley sings a sad, sad song.
I don't know.
Every rose has its thorn.
And he's fine. It's good.
Jay Womack says the long flowing mane, the red shirt. Ask Lyra if he's not the red temptress. That is not the red temptress.
But yes, I proceed to get there, and
Jim, read that last one.
as I'm exiting, I now have a newfound respect for all the armor that I'm looking at, and I'm, just humbled by it before I leave.
Not to change the mood or nothing, but North Foundry power up!
Nurse
What?
Sarah BC1!
Sarah
BC1!
$25 for +1 to the couch.
Plus 1 to the
Yay!
count, and
Thank
you're
you,
distributing
Sarah.
a +1 or a natural 1 and a natural 20 to whomever you choose. Anybody here?
Jim, read in your angelic voice this one.
Oh yeah.
Go back. Your mission is not complete. There are evils to vanquish, innocence to save, and microphones to be overmodulated. Go now.
It's funny.
Can I just say how beautifully descriptive you were?
Yeah.
Telling. Oh, it's so
Oh, thank you.
beautiful.
I
It's
You
just-
do
so
such a good job.
beautiful.
Wanted to stay.
I loved
Stay.
it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wish that was me.
Are you going to tell us all
Okay,
this?
sorry.
What happens now,
On the
Jim?
material plane, you guys are standing around Quigley. You notice that his flesh, Lyra, you had noticed when you came down the stairs, he was, even before falling, he was like deathly pale, parts of his
Thank
skin
God
actually like
that
gray and
wasn't
necrotic,
natural
you
20.
realize that somehow these surges of wild magic that have been happening, one of them had caused him to become temporarily undead after the battle was over. You see that paleness actually recedes a little bit. You can tell that now he is living. Or maybe not.
Stable.
But yeah,
I'd like
it's
to
up to you.
stabilize.
What do you do?
I would like to. I can't get it out fast enough because I'm
Yes.
starting to see this happen, and so I try to.
Can you save him?
Stabilize.
Okay. You
alive?
knowing that he may only have moments to live, you call upon the power of
my new
whoever
god!
you serve. Yes.
Because I have a ring.
Who is it?
You have
Who's
a
your new
ring.
god?
I have a ring.
Who's your new god?
His name. We're still learning names. It's
Theoden!
Theoden! It's Theoden!
Farranin. Yes.
Theoden, thank you.
It's a she.
It's a she?
It's a she.
Oh. She had a very low.
I know.
you made
Yeah.
her
Well,
have
she
a
speaks
low
like a
voice.
crackling flame. It's very
But
difficult
I heard
to.
low.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing.
Either way,
Anyways, yes.
regardless, Farranin, you basically channel life into Quigley's body, hoping
Please wake
there
up.
is a spark, and like fanning a flame, this bare spark of his life force that is left within him. You stabilize him. It comes roaring back, just a touch. The bleeding out of his neck stops. He's still in bad shape. I mean,
Look
Quigley,
at
you are at -5 hit
Oh, I
points.
just rolled again, so I'm at -6.
Oh, okay,
Cool.
-6 hit points, but you're not dying.
No, I rolled
because
that
you've been
before
sta-
she
right,
stabilized.
No, he is dying, or he's not dying.
He's
I'm
not
gonna
currently
cure critical
dying.
wounds.
Okay.
And Alex got the natural one and the nat 20.
Thank you,
Both of them?
Sarah.
Oh, she
got
got
both
both
of
of them.
Both of them.
You know
That's
what?
fair.
You know what? Though?
She always
I
gets
have to
them.
tell you this.
Thank you, Sarah.
When we were talking about all that wild magic, she leans over to the rest of the couch and goes, I haven't gotten wild magic yet. So you gotta spread it around!
I got wild magic,
21.
got turned to stone.
That's alright, you guys can give it to
Almost.
me. I know
Mine
I
was
deserve
bad
it.
before we
I'm gonna
changed
do it
the
again.
rules.
That's
Thank
what
you,
she
Sarah.
said.
Thank you
And at that
so,
point,
so much.
Yeah, so you guys awaken, or you guys are, Quigley awakens. You are in the
Oh my
there's
gosh.
currently no danger. Like, you guys are okay for the moment.
And I give him a huge hug.
Yes.
And I grab him and I slap him in the face. I say,
I
don't you ever
Quigley,
do that to
I
me
lose,
again.
I lose
5 and
15
dying.
hit points!
Critical wounds.
Why are you
Don't you
back
ever do that
already?
to us.
It was like 5 minutes ago that I said to,
slapped by
I
a
said,
barbarian.
don't come back. God damn it, go back again.
Silent H,
29.
No, I don't want 5 wild magics. No.
So you have 21 and 29.
Make it 6 to be safe,
No,
Simon.
stop it.
She's got that natural and natural 20, so the only way to balance it out is to give her 5 wild magics at least.
happened?
Oh, wow.
You tried to do it alone again.
No,
I'm really not
I
gonna
tried
lie
to
there.
do it.
You can't do it alone.
Hey, I think that all of us are really in bad shape. How are you? I'm not good. But are you better now? I gave you 21 and 29.
No, I
Need more?
was dead.
Okay, sorry.
That story, and thank you for the reroll.
New opponent 98 says Quigley bolts upright, convulsing, breathless, when Krag slaps, knocks a mouthful of gummy bears out.
We're gonna go to sleep soon, yeah?
Yeah, you guys are actually in an inn, curiously
Hold on,
enough.
hold on.
Are they gonna be allowed to stay in the inn?
That's
What happened?
So here we go. I gotta just use
So,
pure critical
I'm
for you.
the one that did. What?
what the hell were those things? Were some kind of
Ooh, that's
Hounds of Tinder.
hairless devil dogs?
Devil dog.
28.
Sounds like a good hot dog.
What? Did we learned that they
He's okay now.
they were sent.
21.
Yeah, you know what you know of the hounds
I
are
feel
that they are
fantastic
these
now.
strange interdimensional beings that are often employed by high-level magic users to
we're-
hunt down people because
I
they
feel
can
told
they can
this.
travel across the material plane through
29.
like instant teleportation very easily. So they're very and they can locate people with preternatural
Full.
specificity. Like they're specifically like assassins.
And
Like
I-
they're very good at that.
I say
Ooh, I want a pet. I want an assassin pet.
I say to Sir Krag, I go. Something is very wrong.
I'm there too.
I think we're being hunted.
We're not there.
Have you
Can I look
noticed?
for the bird, Jim?
Yes.
I mean, I can give you the bird right now.
15.
We've got some donations going up here.
Whew.
Brian Newman donated $5 to Quigley. Buff.
Thank you.
And then Crossbearer donated $5 to Quigley. Oh,
What?
thank you.
That's like a
nice
hug.
Of you. And Coco says, I smell magic.
I
Nope.
Magic.
Do it.
Magic.
Do it to her.
Do
Hit
it.
her
I
with
get
it.
it. Do
Guys,
it.
I look at Sir Krag and Lady Lyra. I go, have you been noticing something different?
You have a bracelet, grows.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how when we were fighting that bridge monster that we couldn't move, and it felt like Lady Lyra was a central force that we were orbiting. And
She's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. She did a really cool dance.
I don't know if you noticed, but
She did it for a long time.
I was an undead monster.
Yeah, you were. That was weird.
We were.
I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried you were gonna die.
Something is happening.
I think the hag is watching us.
We were blind for a while.
Remember that bird when we came in? And I saw that bird, the raven.
Yeah.
You remember the crow that was watching us, and we split up with Alex?
Do you think it's
I
the
couldn't
same?
see it. My helmet was down to here, so I can only see about just 2 finger slits worth. I can only see
Jim,
about.
I believe that raven
I
was
believe anything comes
evil.
Okay.
I believe it was watching us.
yeah.
I had rolled a 15, so I don't see anything. I don't
Okay.
think.
Well, doing we'll count that as like sort of research of the area. You find that good old Thaddeus is dead in the kitchen.
Oh
Did not
man.
survive his encounter with the hounds. It
Let's
actually
go
looks
look at his
like
room.
he's like covered in brutal cuts everywhere. Almost like, and you remember how the gaze of those hounds, how it somehow like ripped apart its victims, and you think that he must have fallen victim to its slashing gaze. But he is no more.
Not a serial killer. Or was he?
Now I
He
know.
could have been.
don't
Just
know.
because he's dead doesn't mean he wasn't a serial killer.
That's
I feel
very
bad
good.
for breaking into
Good
his
answer.
place.
you
We've
wanna-
been followed by Withering
break it into-
Sands. Thank you.
Heyo.
And
Thank you.
And Tabletop Loot says, I'm heading out for the night, folks. Have a great rest of your evening. Also, welcome back, Quigley! Thank you!
Good night, tabletop loot.
Bye, Dustin.
Well, that is tragic.
Old Scratch Johnson says, just walk it off.
We're
Walk it
gonna.
off.
We should.
Dirt
Rub
in it.
some dirt in it. Thanks, old Scratch Johnson. I love it.
Maybe we
Did you
should
say
go.
search his room?
Yes, she did say that.
Let's search his room and
And then
bury
go
him
to
with
sleep.
his violin.
I think so. And then go to sleep.
I say we bury this guy with his violin.
Yeah, I think so
You guys
too.
are gonna steal
What
it.
happened to Lady Leah? Where is she?
She's still around.
All right.
She's
She's looking at
making
this
sure
tree.
she's
She's
gazing
like,
at the tree.
she's looking at
She's
this tree
making
like,
sure that the area is secure. She seems actually very excited because now that this has occurred, she informs you that the vision that she'd had of all of you being dead was because of this very encounter, and her presence only you died. That's a net victory.
did tell
She's
me-
very excited, and you were going to
she
be
did
the
tell
first
me
one.
I was at the
So
bottom
she
of
is
the
super
pile.
excited because now Mama Chalas is going to leave her alone, and she doesn't have to continue to travel with you anymore.
But how are
And that excites her
And that's
so much.
super exciting as well.
Great.
Don't forget to drink your water.
But how would these dogs have taken my spine and pushed it?
Maybe
She
they
did
were
say
like,
she did say that it might not have been you when she sprouted the tree and the spine shot up
Yeah,
through it.
it's true.
She
Could've
thought
been.
that it might have been the dog and not you.
That's calling you a dog.
Oh,
Wow.
Brad Nene 30 has donated $5. Hashtag Lady
How
Alex.
many
Yes.
bonuses does Alex have at this point?
Yes.
It is getting
Plus the
wild.
reroll.
It
And
is
we got-
too much.
We've also been followed by
Mooty
Dragon.
Yeah, oh, I like that name.
Lots of
I
cheers
think it's
from
muddy.
Kim Birch, Dan
Smoothie.
Storian, Jobu Needs a Refill, Mama Jim Jam, Cadence 101, and Coco Snake, Eyes 0820.
Thank you guys.
Thanks you all.
Thank you.
So I've come to the conclusion that we're being hunted.
Yeah,
So I'm never
no, that
taking
makes a
off
lot
my
of sense.
armor ever again.
No.
Ah.
No.
Can you tell us
No. Do you remember how great it was when you didn't wear your armor and
Yeah,
you woke
but
up refreshed?
we're being hunted. Never taking it off,
Oh
ever.
my gosh, this guy.
Unless I put you to sleep again.
All right. Yeah.
Well-
Exactly.
But I'm not there.
Oh man.
Does dying count as a full night of rest?
No, that's
No,
not
but
restful.
we do need to
You
rest.
were dead for like
We need to
30
rest.
seconds, dude.
Crossbearer wants to know, wait, is everyone going to level up but Quigley? Because that would be hilarious.
Well-
And he's back, everybody! The troll is back!
He did give you a nice, was it reroll?
Yes.
So we bury the guy. I think we should bury him with his
I
violin.
agree.
I want to
Um,
burn the hounds.
Okay.
And I
Well, I can do
kinda-
that.
Maybe he was a serial killer. Maybe he wasn't.
But he died.
But yeah,
What's the symbol for
think we're the-
Erida? It's like 3 squares. I'm like,
he might have been right about us being the monsters and bad ones.
I,
Like, it's like,
I have a question. Do we own this hotel now?
With a tree in it?
Bed and Brecky!
We should name it something cool because it's got a tree. Also,
Oh, good times.
I'm tired. Oh, look at that reroll.
Uh-oh, Jim Jam, you are in for trouble once.
Oh my God.
You better... She's not even back in the
I'm
game
not
right
bringing
now.
Alex back into this episode, guys. I can't.
She's
Like, at this
jealous.
point, she just gets to decide what every
Thank
single
you,
action
guys.
occurs. Like, she can just... She's the GM now.
is it? How late is it?
Guys.
It's late.
Is it late?
Sorry.
Yeah, you guys... Yeah, it was...
Remember,
I
you
thought
guys,
we were gonna
you guys
sleep.
were going to
So, yeah.
bed.
Yeah, remember?
We still
I
get
have the deluxe room.
Yeah.
You don't get it. We pay for it.
Wait, you guys are
He's
arguing
not here.
about which room you're going to stay in the
Yeah,
inn
what
where
was
there's
that?
now no innkeeper that
I
apparently
paid
you
for
own?
it.
I know, you're like...
I paid for it?
Yeah, well, did you
Okay,
take
that's
the money
true.
or did you bury it with him?
I don't know. I probably buried the money with
Yeah,
him.
you probably did.
Whoops.
All right.
Bury money
It's
with
all right.
him.
It's all right. We'll just go.
We have Jim. We have
upstairs.
all of the golds.
Yes.
We have all the money. We have all the rooms. All the keys to all the rooms.
Okay,
This is our inn now.
yes.
So I go in. I want to go into the room that had the magic,
Uh-huh.
and I just want to check. Just
Well, when the tree grew up through
Oh, it went
that's
through.
the room that was destroyed.
but obviously we got the
Folks, did we get the violin?
Yes, you were able to...
Okay.
The violin was up in the tree somewhere. We
Yeah,
found
you
it.
got
gotta
it, we
pluck
got
it
it.
down.
The
And, yeah.
tree not only burst through this guy's hotel, but directly through his room.
His room, specifically, yes.
It's because
Adding
Jim did
insult
what he
to
did.
injury.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Well, let's go to bed.
Can we call this the ash hole?
The asshole manor.
hole.
Or Aspen.
Yeah, Withering Sand says, sell the inn for stuff. Things.
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 It's an inside joke.
Well, let's find the deed to the inn.
Deed.
The
So-
deed
I
was
wanna go
destroyed
to
by
bed.
the tree as well.
Lies, Jim, lies. Then we just burn it to the ground.
Bed.
You do
No,
find a
we
will. It's specifically willed to his next of kin.
Edwin?
So,
It's not. No.
so
Is it going to become the double duck?
I'm gonna go to bed.
Me
I'm
too.
gonna
Yes.
go to sleep. Armor.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna-
guys.
we
Between
take watch
Lear and
turns.
Lyra, using up whatever heals you guys have left. We assume
Yeah.
in the morning that you guys wake up fully rested, fully healed. Unless you're sleeping in your heavy armor, and then you're gonna be fatigued.
Don't you dare.
No, come on, Ben.
Ben, we need you at full.
Fatigued.
I just died!
So,
But I brought
Well,
you
why don't
back.
you-
Don't die.
You don't even recognize I gave you full freaking health.
Whoa, that was a pitch.
I'm so mad. You take off that armor right
Chase
now.
Shaw says, Dragons and Things becomes a guide to running a marginally profitable side business.
Well,
We are
that
not
is
sleeping.
that's
gonna
wait,
die
that's the
again
question.
today,
Are
aren't
we
they?
sleeping in separate rooms? Because then I would sleep with my armor on. If we're sleeping,
I think we're sleeping together,
Oh, that's cute.
not
We
in
do
that
not
way.
like that.
Temptress.
Crack
The red temptress strikes.
Who's the big spoon?
I think
little
we should
spoon?
sleep.
I'm always the
And
little
peanut butter.
spoon. Even though I'm not there.
You're not there.
We're not
I know.
there.
How
Sorry.
big are the rooms?
Yeah, you guys
Announced
could
that.
reasonably like
I've
especially like
bumped
move some
I've
stuff.
cuddled
To, like
with
yeah, if you guys want to set up a
We're gonna set up a
or
room.
you guys are in it so
I-
that you have a defensible position. Like that's easy to do.
I imagine that I start to go to sleep in my own deluxe room, and then I come out and I kind of knock on the door of the room, and I go, can I sleep on the floor, or
Scoot over.
Quickly
yes, you
jumps
can.
into the bed between you
Yeah.
two and like snuggles in his full
I'll
armor.
get
Like,
you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
With it-
fine.
with
I
his ar-
put,
with
I
his
put my
armor still
feet
on
in
there?
between Crag's legs.
But only for tonight.
My toes are cold.
Only tonight.
Weird.
So we
Oh,
have
no.
a watch order. And
He's
we,
like, I get out of bed, I watch.
yeah, I'm on watch. I get out of bed and I'm on watch.
Oh gosh.
first watch.
So if we're together, I will take my armor off because everybody gets
All right,
upset.
then you're not fatigued in the morning, but the rest of the night passes uneventfully. You wake up again between, I imagine, using the rest of Lyra and Lyra's heals for the day. Like you guys are fully healed in the morning, and then she says that you guys can move on, but she will stay here. So to sort of sort out.
Wait, she's
things
taking
with
over the inn?
Well,
I
you know,
trust
maybe
her.
not. Maybe not. She hasn't decided yet.
It'll be fine.
There's gonna be a lot.
Oracles are great.
Well, you stick around. You stick around and just keep this place safe for us when we come back.
But we'll come back because I have so much more to learn from you.
And
You sure you can't? You sure you can't help me in any way, Lear? Before we go.
What else do you want from Lear?
He has a minus. He was his negative level that he has.
We
running
do not
around
have
with.
access to full restoration. No.
Wait, I'm getting something. No, not yet. I'm gonna have to.
I'm assuming she slept in her own room.
Oh, yeah.
And she was very curious, so I go in. I go, I snuck into their room last night, and there was nothing going on. So that's the hubbub right there. And
we
then
hear this?
I get up and I'm ready to stride boldly forth.
Ready
Do we
to
go
travel.
down and whip up a deluxe big breakfast?
Yes.
You whip up a deluxe big breakfast. You eat
Yummy.
Dog.
a lot of food.
And at this point, I'm missing Lady Maisie's biscuits. They
True.
were so good, and it's been quite some time.
It has been quite some time since you've really sunk your teeth into Lady Maisie's biscuits.
It just sounds.
Is there food? Is there food we could
He
take?
said they were the biscuits! That's what we had for breakfast!
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't look at me like that.
Amy,
Is there food? Is there food we could take with us?
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of provisions.
Gummy bears?
What's that?
Yep.
Lots of gummy bears.
Yeah,
Yes,
wait,
a
so
full
Hamilton.
stock of gummy bears.
Hamilton.
Okay, we're going.
Is there a good
An
drink
hour.
I could put in my goblet?
The
my-
never spill one.
Yes.
You guys talking about
Yeah,
There's something
you can
good I
take
could put
anything
in
you
there.
want. There's lots of again the mead that he makes. It's pretty good.
It's a joke.
Oh,
You can
okay.
take some mead and
I
just
kind
have
of
it
trust
with
it
you.
now. Now
It's a
that
joke.
he
I
didn't
know, right?
kill us in our sleep and
You're right.
everyone's okay
You're
drinking
right.
Well, to be
mead.
fair, he didn't have an
Literally.
opportunity to kill
Oh
you
my
in your
God.
sleep because he is dead. He could have wanted to. We'll never know. You need to find Alex and get the death mask so you can specifically ask him, like, hey, are you going to kill us in our sleep?
Yeah.
Exhume the body.
Good idea.
Oh, that's a
Whole
really good
process.
idea.
We already buried
No, it's
him.
not.
Where's the death mask?
We're not gonna. She
Alex has it, and we've got the big white wolf.
We gotta
thing
go
inside
find
of it.
them,
Don't
get the death mask, and come back.
Lady Lear, you wait right here and make sure that grave isn't touched so that we can find out if he was a serial killer or not.
We've got too
Yes.
much to do. We're not doing that.
okay.
Bye, Lear. So we say
All right,
that.
so we're walking. We're
You
walking.
begin walking. Okay, great. And you begin your roundabout trek for Frostmire. Days pass without incident. You are never quite sure whether Prolarna is able to track you or not, and every day your paranoia grows as you move through the Republic of Soaring. Your sleep is uneasy, your days spent watching the skies for signs of her spies, but you find that nothing can confirm or allay your fears entirely. The forest gives way to rocky foothills, and the air grows chill as you move further north. The hills are pocked with caves and sheltered overhangs. You find signs that some of them would be inhabited by animals or other beasts, but you don't find any of the creatures themselves. It's just a little too quiet, like the natural version of a ghost town.
We find some poop.
What?
Is it cold?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So Krag, it's cold
Don't
poop.
touch it.
No,
It's
it would be
disgusting.
hardened and like gray and moldy, really old.
Yeah.
Put it down.
It's all of those things.
Or take-
You
take
know
it with them.
that based on Kimbleton's directions, you are quite near the abandoned fort of Frostmire. It is time to decide now how you wish to proceed. Though you can't communicate with Alex, you can seek her out using your bracelet, which allows you to know the
Oh yeah, it would just,
present,
does
like
she
you can
seem
detect
close?
where your allies are.
I close my eyes. I feel that she's right next to me. I go,
Or
Just
you
like
can
that,
simply
she's good.
move on to observe the fortress and wait for her and Kimbleton to make the first move. What do you do?
I would try to feel her out.
Yeah,
Okay,
See if
yeah.
we.
Are you sure? I kind of
Feel her
like
out,
the
feel her
idea
up,
of
what?
a cross.
We've got to figure out where she is.
How about this? Why don't you just go ahead and run on in the fortress?
Don't
Why don't
you-
you stride boldly forth ahead and just see what happens?
And I put my arm
Take
Take bribe! Old Scratch Johnson says you gotta taste it to get a good idea of how old it is.
Yeah, no, he's gonna do it too.
Are you a scatologist?
Just gotta lick a bird.
Scatologist.
It's 9 days old!
All right. Anyways,
So yeah,
stop.
focusing on the bracelets,
Yeah.
you can detect that they're Kimbleton. Well, provided Kimbleton, you can't actually sense Kimbleton because he's not part of your friend group.
We
He doesn't
can
have the
smell
bracelet.
He's not. He's not
He's not
fan.
a friend
He's,
yet.
he's separate from everybody.
It's all right.
But
So
you
if
can
we-
feel the presence of Alex. She is not too distant. She and Kimbleton would have made better time. But you would guess perhaps, and they're certain like you. They're not. They're within though about 5 miles. You would be able to reach them if you sought them out.
So we're
Pass a message.
focusing on this, and I like sort of peek to wonder where Lord Marcus is, if he is right next to us.
You actually do not feel Marcus anywhere.
At all?
It's just like a dead there are only 3 other beings that you can sense through your bracelet.
Is that common? Because
No, you should be able to sense. Like you know that you should be able to sense Marcus if he's wearing
I
the
forget.
bracelet.
Did he leave? Did he leave the bracelet with the letter or no?
I believe he did. I think he might have actually left it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then
So I probably have the other bracelet then.
So
You know what? I should give it to Kimbleton.
So we discussed this while we're trying to
sorry,
figure it out. And
No.
we're
Adam's watching on the other side, going.
Yeah, he's waiting for the promise.
It's like, of course you would get my
You
bracelet.
gave it away, man.
Yep.
You don't want to be part of the family.
Yeah, that's your prerogative.
I read the letter.
My prerogative.
Cool.
I think we should wait till they get here.
Wait, no, they're ahead of us, right?
Yeah,
They're
they made better
towards-
time than you guys because they were taking
Oh,
a more
okay.
direct route. So
We should try to
you
go-
guys kind of went
Stop
on
it.
a roundabout.
I'm gonna go sneak up on Lady Alex and surprise.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
so
gonna-
Alex, you're sitting there and you hear clank, 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 clank. No, using the bracelets and triangulating the positions. Within the next 2 hours, like you're getting closer and closer and closer. You can feel her presence more clearly, and within 2-3 hours, you actually find. You can see in the trees ahead. There is a campsite, and there are 2 figures sitting around a campfire, and they seem to be discussing something amongst themselves. But based on at least the beep 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 you're getting, you must have found Alex.
You gotta sneak up on him.
Yeah. I think it'll be very funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Let's watch this.
Yeah.
On the stealth check.
No, I rolled a 2, so it's a 1.
So it's a 1 total on the stealth check, right?
Yeah. I did have a +1, so it's a 2.
So you start walking
I
forward.
think they have to roll perception checks.
It's not a big
No, not even a little bit.
I see you with a 7.
You start walking forward and you hit a branch and it snaps, and then there's all these dead leaves that are like caught, so you're like trying to get rid of it, and you slam into the tree and there's this clang, and then you start walking forward again and you trip over a rock and you tumble forward a little bit,
And then I'm
you
dead.
guys at the campsite are you just hear this like clang, oh, clang 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 clang, and you look back and Quigley is just like flailing and like stepping
watching
all over,
this,
trying to
laughing.
get closer. It's almost
Are we back?
we're back. Wow, that was kind of weird. We had like a little power flicker here at the Krag Cave.
We went through a
Because
portal.
the world was laughing so
The
hard
whole
at my
world
stumbling.
was laughing at Quigley just
So was Lyra
walking
and
around
Krag.
like a drunken Frankenstein through the forest, just clanging and making as much
like a little
noise
kid. You
as
just gotta let him
humanly
try.
possible.
So, lady, is he
And
trying to
you
sneak up on
you do
us?
not sneak up on Alex or Kimbleton. They both, in fact, are just standing there watching you in open mouthed horror as you make your way forward.
And I'm like, if I don't move, they won't.
They'll lose track of
We
me.
can hear you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you need some work on your stealth skills.
Sometimes you just gotta let them try. Give them wings. to
Hello.
fly.
It's good to see you.
Just get over here.
Oh, that was great.
That was really good. You know what? We'll work on that though. Okay.
Okay, great.
Branches, dead leaves, trees, and clanking.
Imp in my head says, no, I like this plan. Go ahead, sneak up on the stabby rogue. She shanks the ever-loving out of you. Cut to the angel. Seriously? Seriously?
This is the 3rd time.
Oh my god, it's been
We become really good friends.
Hey guys, guess who died?
We were so worried. I thought he died. I thought he was gone.
Oh, he did die.
What did you all get yourselves into?
No, he became dead. He was something. He became all pale and looked dead for a while, and then he died.
How did that happen?
Oh, we
We
found
don't
this.
know.
We found this in.
Oh, that part. Yeah. So we
What's
did.
happening?
There was a raven, and I thought that maybe it was watching us.
Well, probably.
We came
It
out of
was.
our rooms,
Okay.
and there was noise coming from downstairs. So I went to go find out what the noise was, and then they went and opened a door.
So there's your problem, is that you split up the party.
I mean, I went to go find out what the noise was.
And we kind of became blind, so we couldn't get downstairs.
Well, how'd you get blinded?
Actually, I don't know.
There's been a lot of weird magic
Lots of stuff has
happening.
been happening when we fight things.
You can almost call it wild
Has
magic.
any been happening to you, lady?
No, it has not yet.
Interesting. We don't know what it is, but
But
there's
it-
something
I
that
think it's the
hinders
hag.
us.
But you're
But
all...
everyone's okay, yes?
Oh, well, I
We
died.
pulled through. Lear was with us. Remember Lear?
She
You
was
guys
so
met up with
fun.
Lear?
She killed a
She
couple people.
found
That was
us.
down
in
there.
there.
She supposedly thinks that she saved our
wait.
lives.
But she told me I was going to die.
She said we were all dead.
and then I died.
She licked a bird.
She did.
I hope it's not a raven.
No, it wasn't a raven, but it did flail on the ground after she licked it.
So it died.
No, it let her know what we were getting ourselves into, which she was right. We did fight something that threw boulders at us, but we got stuck to her. It's a long story. I'll have to try to explain it
I've
later.
missed you all
She
so much.
danced a lot. Right.
Oh, hey, Kimbleton.
Hi, buddy.
I was
We missed you.
always
It was weird not having you there.
always getting into trouble somewhere.
Yeah, did you
or
guys
another.
get in trouble?
No.
Did
No.
crazy
We were
things
actually-
happen to you?
No, we
good.
were actually really good about being stealthy the whole time. I mean, a few times we could still see that bird hidden up in the
Yeah.
trees here and
We
there.
try to make it track us instead of you guys for our safety.
And how does
Well-
it go? Is it still with you? Or have you seen
We
it?
haven't seen it the past probably day and a half,
No.
at least.
I think there's more
Unless
than
it
one
found
bird,
you.
though.
Would I know there's more than one bird, Jim?
I mean, you remember when you were fleeing across the plains, there was like a literal like cloud, like hundreds and hundreds. You would guess that if she has some connection to them, it's not a matter of one. It's not like a familiar.
It's like a
It's
flock.
like she can commune with these creatures.
Yeah, there's more out there, guys.
As long
That's
as you-
no cloud.
That story says, I always love the team trying to recap a story. It's like listening to a series of Christopher Walken non sequiturs.
we tried to fight the hag,
shall we
and
have-
it was
And
bad.
it didn't
So
work.
shall
And
in
things
that
happened,
Didn't
and you
work.
became blinded, and you know.
mysterious, weird, practical lighting effect, we lost a screen of our.
So we're here.
Did it?
All right. Well, let's try and stick together this time and
Yeah, you
You
guys
gotta
stay
be a
stick
little more
together. Ding, ding,
quieter.
ding. You got it?
be a little bit more quieter yourself.
You don't need to.
You didn't stick with me.
We were all upstairs together, and you went off.
Because there were noises downstairs that sounded like someone was.
Haven't you ever seen a scary?
You know what? We're gonna have to disagree
Shadow theater.
and be okay.
Shadow
with
puppet
it.
theater.
So let's move on. You gotta work on your stealth. We'll work on it, okay? We better watch out for him.
Lyra, I don't think stealthiness. Is
The
going to
real
be his
POTUS
forte.
98 has gifted subs to Hannah Bible, The Wild Ferret, and Old Scratch Johnson.
Old Scratch
Which is one
Johnson.
of my new favorite names in this sub.
Old
Good
Scratch.
old Scratch
Wobbly
Johnson.
Pop and Old Scratch
Wobbly
Johnson.
Pop and Scratch Johnson.
Yours-
And Scott Denuzo is a new Bit Boss battle. Woo!
Ah, thank
We gave a
goodness.
reroll to Jim Jim.
Ah,
Building
thank
him up.
goodness. A
Building him
reroll
up.
for
Box,
me.
battle box, bloody blah.
So we're here now. Did we have a plan?
Well, we're gonna use that thing that Lady Lyra got to give us resistance to cold, and then we're gonna go stab Polana
What thing?
in the face.
Did we
Remember the
already
ring?
get that?
Wait,
Oh,
no,
yeah, was
is
it
it
ring?
ring?
Directly in
I
the
have a lot of
face.
rings.
Well,
Hold on, let me see which one it
The ring
was.
that we found from that
Yes.
heart that you squished in.
You're only allowed
yes.
to have 2 rings. So did you take off, or do you only have 2, or do you have more than that?
Figure out which two you want to keep on.
She's like Mr. T.
Do
She's
you
got like
seriously have more than
6
2
rings.
Yeah, she's got a.
How many rings?
I've got
Maybe
a
like 3 or
friendship
4.
ring. I've got
A friendship ring.
Yeah, it's platinum. And then
Oh,
I've got
that's right. I gave you guys those.
the friendship ring you can wear because it's not a magical ring.
Right, but the
so
other
that
two
one,
are.
yeah.
Yeah,
So if
okay.
there's other 2 are
Right.
magical, then that's fine. You
Got
got
it.
the
I
2.
have-
If you find another magical ring
I
and you want to
can't
put it
wear
on, you have
I
to take
just
one
switch
off.
You have the
and
stars
yes.
and stairs. The stairs one and then the Metro one and the.
That's all in one. So I
Right.
can only choose one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then the other thing is
The ruby.
The one that gives us elemental
The really
resistance
pretty
30.
one with the ruby in it. Yeah.
All right. So
How long?
Till it's gone, right? Or is
It's
it
protection from energy, so you get
DR?
her caster level. It's 12 times her caster level.
For 80 minutes.
Yes. So she's 8, so 8 times 12.
Now,
It's a significant number of points. It'll
That's a
absorb
are we
that much energy.
110%
Oh,
sure
70.
that...
It'll absorb that much energy
Yeah, and
for
then it's
each of
gone.
us. Or she has to distribute it.
I think she distributes the duration, but
Okay.
not the protection.
All right, so
'Cause it goes to
holy
everyone.
cow, that's
Yeah,
a
no, it's a
lot.
big deal.
Is that cool?
Is that 120
I
points
knew
of,
God,
of
No, it's
She
energy?
and I
96.
get along
96?
pretty
96 points you can absorb.
Are we sure? Are we sure she's here?
I don't know what
Yeah.
that means, but I'm excited about it.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see any ravens?
Yep.
Around? Probably not. 3 plus 1. 3, 4 plus
No.
12. 4, 17.
17, you do not see the presence of any woodland creatures at all.
I don't really see anything around us right now.
So,
So we can discuss a plan.
The poop was cold.
okay.
Poo.
You poop?
Don't
The
worry
poop
about
was
it.
old
Tried
and
to
moldy.
lick it.
Poop
It
was
was weird.
gold.
Why are we talking about poop?
Don't worry about it.
That's how you survive.
Is that how you track people?
Is that how you... Do you
No,
not
this
do
is what
that?
I go like this.
Comes back from
I wasn't carrying it.
Well, you did this. Okay, so
He just carries it around for the whole day.
so plan.
So, who was meeting? Do we remember who the wolf was going to meet?
Well, we have the death
Oh, is that
mask
that
still.
huge thing?
Yeah, with the big white wolf man that we were gonna have you put on.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to be the white wolf.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go so well.
This is going to be so good.
You know, you did say you were going to give us all that information, and then I never got it.
I
maybe I took a
posted
picture of it.
like people were like, yeah, I had all that
Let me find
info,
the
like
picture.
the notes and stuff. I put them up on the screen because there was a whole lot of
I
talk
can't
about.
write that fast.
They were
Look,
up
if
on
we
screen
have
for
the
a long
real
time.
copy.
Brandon30 donated $5 to hashtag Krag.
Nice.
Hashtag Krew.
Thank you.
Let me find the note.
All right.
All right.
Here's the deal. You're going to be the white wolf, right? You're going to go up and you're going to talk to her, and we're going to sneak in stealthily.
Wait,
we
when do I
we
give
will
you the
sneak
thing?
in. You can. Oh, it's gonna
When
be
should
difficult
I
for you
give-
to sneak in, Poodles.
I'm going to be honest. I think she already knows we're here.
She knows we're here.
So should I give everyone the communal
not
thing
stupid.
now, or should I
No,
wait?
no,
Wait
not
just
yet.
a little bit.
So don't... All right.
Here
Okay,
it is.
tell me when to do it.
The well at Quelmore has been opened. The witch has made the guardians docile. Once the mistress has been dealt with, Z will begin her work. The Moonwolves have accepted our aid. Your display of strength impressed them, and I feel that soon they'll move to place you highly amongst their so-called pack. Your first task is to travel south and west to Bream. Do not engage the locals, but seek out the den of a compromised agent of the Moonwolves, and clear it of any evidence of further activity. See if you can meet the elf and lay eyes on the book. Your people will thrive if it's in my possession. If you can discover how the elf resists its power, it will save me much trouble and worry. I believe she has made a pact with an outsider, and if that is true, we can always offer her a better price. Discover its name if that's the case. Complete your work swiftly, then meet me at
Sorry, I didn't have the last part.
Frostmire.
There you go.
Frostmire.
Yeah.
So, Polana... So, we went here because they... Yeah. So, the White Wolf is supposed to meet Polana here.
Here.
I also have scent cloak, Jim. I'm gonna
You won't smell.
I'm gonna cloak my scent as well
Okay.
when I'm the white wolf.
Okay.
All right.
It's a crying shame we don't have any of the
He's-
pelt. Any of that beautiful pelt.
You have to look like you've imprisoned me, because there's no way
Why
that
you?
because the rest of you probably can make it in there.
We are not
Are we
splitting.
doing? Are we doing
We're
the
not
Chewbacca?
splitting. No splitting of the party. I absolutely am not okay with it again.
Yeah.
Hey, wait.
Let's do it,
Wait a
baby.
second.
Wait.
You're not listening to me.
I have.
So we need to disguise ourselves as who?
So Krag's gonna disguise himself as the White Wolf.
Right.
Okay.
I am then going to be tied up and be pulled along,
Okay.
and because there's no way in my armor that I can waltz up there in any surreptitious route.
Okay.
And therefore,
Very aware.
where you all can probably swiftly find a way up there and stay out of her range. When we think that we are ready to do this, right before that, we should get this environmental protection against cold, and therefore
You have a word that you yell out.
we need to do that all when we are surrounding you. Otherwise,
It won't work.
not all of us will get it.
Damn it.
So how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
Because I won't be near you.
Well, I think we should go up and scope out the area.
All right.
I remember when I was shopping, looking at trick manacles.
Manacles?
Yeah, I was looking at trick manacles, but I decided to buy more potions. I decided to buy the smart things.
Oh, there's
But
a
were
potion
they the
of
smart
spider
things,
climb.
Eric?
Oh,
Were they?
see invisibility, Jim, has been very helpful.
How many of those did you get? 3?
3.
Ugh. Those are the worst.
I hand
They're
the
the best.
potion of spider climb to Lady Alex.
What am I going to do?
Thank you.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
assuming that you're going to sprout fire wings and then fly over and burn this evil hag.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, good. I'm gonna... Thought that was the plan all along.
I also have a stalker mask. If we see some rando,
Make sure you guys don't get too close
We
to
can-
the creature. I can give it a fireball. If
Is
you guys
that
aren't
somebody's
close, I can't.
name?
I think
Stalker
the
mask?
goal is to get
no,
very, very
like
close.
random person or
So perhaps,
we can also change
I can
someone
do
else
other
to
things,
someone else.
but
they have to be
you can
60
get
feet away.
perhaps we should have a code word that she can fireball first and then
Yes.
we attack.
Should she wear a werewolf mask?
Did you have one?
I do.
Kimbleton, you're not talking.
Are we going in?
Wait, what does Kimbleton think? He hasn't spoken.
I'm listening. No, I agree. Having Krag as the White Wolf, you, Sir Quigley, cannot sneak around. You now have that potion. You can climb up walls. I mean, I'm totally
Werewolf.
fine as well too. You're gonna werewolf? Werewolf your face. Excellent.
This is his idea.
But I feel like we
That's a-
should go.
That's a bad idea.
We should go and
We definitely need to see
look at it.
just what we're dealing with as well
Yes.
too.
Because if there's 80 guards there, I don't think this is
The-
a great plan.
And the real POTUS donated $5 plus 1 to Krag from Tobias.
Oh!
You guys?
Nice. Thanks.
And Crichton32 says, so I'm curious what the logo on Sir Crag's cup. My wife and I are having a discussion about what is on it.
Patreon Q&A.
What? Oh.
You'll tell us on the Patreon
Yes.
Q&A, which we're going to
Yes,
do
everyone
on
sign
the
up for that.
30th. March 30th, we're going to do our patron Q&A.
You'll
And
find
you
out
will
what's on
know
that cup.
All
then.
about the logo
It'll be a
on
tell-all.
Crag's cup.
Okay.
And also an update on his hair and his relationship with his hairdresser.
How long does
Called Barber's
Oh,
Chit Chat.
does the wolf? How long could I be the white wolf? Do
The
we
death
know?
mask?
I believe it's just until you take
until
it
you
off.
take it off. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be a white wolf forever, Jim.
Great.
Forever.
No.
Cool.
Alright, so we walk forward.
Okay. You guys
Stalker
begin
mask
making
an
your
hour.
way through the foothills.
I'm the white wolf. I'm the white wolf.
Based on your knowledge
I
of where
hand you
Frostmire
the
is.
death mask.
And you
Hey,
soon
werewolf.
come basically over. You're now overlooking sort of the area where the fortress is. Frostmire lies in a great natural bowl with hills rising up all around it, providing an easily fortified position that guards the great passes into the northern mountain range. Most of the woods near the fortress are young, as it was cleared away when the fortress was in heavy use. After its abandonment, wild growth once again provided cover, but Palarna looks like she is to have been smart enough to begin the clearing process to provide a gap between the tree line to the east and the fortress's thick, rime-coated walls. Approach from the west is more exposed, but the sharp, jagged, rocky outcropping could provide some cover and provide a vantage point to survey the fortress grounds from above. Of course, there is always the head-on approach. Following the road north, you could mount a frontal assault on the gates. So you could just basically just keep on the road you're going to. You'll walk right up to the front gates of the fortress. You could approach from the east, which provides a lot of cover because there are a lot of woods in that direction that haven't been cleared away. You could approach from the west to get a great vantage point overlooking the walls of the fortress, but it's a little more exposed and you'd have to climb the rocks. What do you do?
If we are going to succeed in our plan and our ruse, we should go the front gate.
Not all of us, though.
No, you and I should.
While they discuss that, can I ask you something? Because I just realized I also have a speech ring. A lot of rings. So I just want to make sure I have the right ones on. But the speech ring gives me power to understand different languages.
You
or
weren't
speak?
you were able to determine that the magic has something to do with speech, but you weren't able to identify its exact properties.
Just put it
So
in
you're
the
not
bag
quite
for
certain
now.
what it does.
Yeah.
We'll ask Marcus or someone one day.
All right, so
One
I
day-
take that
one
one
day we'll
off
ask
so that I
Marcus.
have the other two ready to
Or
go.
if we find another.
Claret, maybe she'll show up
Swanee.
one day.
Or
Something.
Claret.
So we're gonna split up. Good.
No.
We're not splitting
We
up.
better not be splitting. Don't
But
do this
no,
to us again.
it makes sense. The white wolf should march right in the front door.
But we should not split up.
Or would the wolf go in the back door? The
Don't know
doggy.
what the wolf would
the
do.
doggy door.
You'd have no idea what the wolf would do.
No, the wolf would go through the front door. Polarina would be waiting for him.
I'm not saying that we split up. What I'm suggesting is that we be visible
Yeah,
in our
straight.
approach to the
But remember,
front
there's
gate.
also the Ravens
where-
that could be here watching anyway.
Certainly, and if that's the case, then we're all probably already dead.
Can we not go there again? You just came back to life.
Well, yeah.
It's too soon.
Well,
I can't even think about that again.
I will tell you something.
What?
Erender said to dispose of Polana however we wish, and that made me feel really pumped up because I do not like this hag at all.
Well, good, because we're about to go against it. So here we go. I just don't want all of us to split up. So you guys are going to go before us, but we're going to stay close. Is that the plan?
Do I look like a wolf?
You look awesome.
Every time I look over at Sir Craig, I'm like,
He looks awesome.
his voice is coming from somebody else.
So go.
Going straight to the front gate, does it look like there can be anywhere that we can at least try to hide?
Yeah, on the sides.
I mean, going straight ahead. I mean, we're talking about a big open field. There's really
Oh,
nowhere to
great.
hide. I mean, it's defensible. I mean, it's designed to be unapproachable.
So that you guys would have to split up and kind of go around.
Yeah, but we're not doing that.
Also, I mean, just about this area as well. It appears to be locked in an unnatural winter state. You expected colder weather, but the deep snow and icy winds you're facing are far too much for these low altitudes at this time of year. Polarna has molded this place to better suit her. So you're also dealing with the cold.
Should we
Great.
fix
Oh
that?
man.
Yes.
Is this my time?
No.
It's not so cold that like exposure in short periods of time is an issue, but if you're
we
counting in
maintain up
hours, if you're counting your time up here in hours, it's going to start to be an issue.
And that's where I can.
How big is this fort? Are we talking about a very
It's
small?
it's a pretty large, sizable place.
All right. So
Like,
we're-
yeah.
if we tell them to go around and like find hiding spots within the fort, and while we approach, that's going to take quite some time. It's not going to be a quick process. Probably-
quite some time being like tens of minutes maybe, but not like hours.
That's
Or else-
not bad.
No,
really
it's not.
skilled.
It's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
based
here-
on what you're seeing from the outside.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the two of them could get in. You could fly, and so you could hide back. You could wait back, and then just full head of steam get in there.
Here's the thing. I only have 8 minutes with my wings.
Well, that's a lot of time.
How do you know that? Have you timed it?
Well, it just kind of disappears.
Just to give you an idea too of the distance that you're traversing. I mean, from where you can see the fortress right now, like straight ahead, we're looking at maybe
Rounds?
200 yards. So
Oh,
I mean, it's
okay.
a significant
200
distance.
yards.
3-4 rounds.
I have 80 rounds. Never mind.
If she's at a full flight, like
Right.
if she's at a full
Write that
sprint,
Yeah.
So you
3-4
remember that.
rounds.
I have 80 rounds of a fight.
So and
80
if,
minutes.
if we
That's
are
different from 80 rounds. It's
Oh.
trust me, the protection from energy does have a long duration.
no, my wings.
Your
I was
wings
explaining-
being yes, you're talking about the minutes.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
8 minutes worth of yes.
Yes.
so
Yeah, you
sorry.
could fly the distance pretty easily.
so it might take a signal, and if we signal her, we could expect that within probably about 20 seconds, Lady Lyra will be with us.
Do we have the torch launcher? Did you bring a small catapult and a bale of hay?
Got that catapult and several bales of hay.
Okay, but you know what? Here's the thing. I need you guys to be far enough away at first
Can I make a reception check to see
so
if there's
that I
any
can
Ravens
throw
by?
the fireball to begin with.
She is going to see you
But I can do it from far away. You just have to be
17?
out
from
of range.
300 feet away.
No.
Well, then there's our problem.
17, 18. I'm using a +1 to my
Okay.
next D20.
Yeah, still,
Sorry.
yeah. You don't
Okay.
notice any.
Jared, can you raise a +1, please? And thank you.
We let them go and set up.
Thanks, guys.
We wait. And then we start going.
Once
what am I
they,
doing?
we will feel them. We will feel.
You can
when
feel
they
their relative
that's-
distance. That's
yeah.
true. Yeah. You can locate them.
and we
20
will
feet.
know she's safe. 20 feet?
It's
That's a
spread.
20-foot radius.
No, it's a spread of 20 feet.
Sarah Girl says, so Lyra takes off on her wings and nukes the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
I mean,
How far does her fireball?
Fireball.
How far can she fire that bad boy off from?
It's
It's not 300 feet.
It's a significant. Like it has a pretty long range.
so from orbit,
Could she be
No.
all the way back
720
here
feet.
and launch a fireball?
720 feet.
So she could be all the way
Where are
back
you
here,
looking?
launch fireball when
Let's
we
go
say
right.
so, and then
Oh my goodness.
Well, right, but
Okay.
if she's all the way back there, where is she
Wow.
launch? She can launch it for like where? Because
Why
there's
are
a
you guys
there's a wall
wasting
around the fortress.
firepower?
We're not.
Firepower.
I have tons.
she's an oracle. She's got tons of
I've got
fireball.
tons of firepower.
It's like fireball, fireball, fireball,
no, I
fireball.
only
She's
have
got
a couple
4
of
more.
those, but I've got fire breath.
Also,
I've
to
got
get
Home's Skin,
just
I've
for
got-
your information, like in
Alright.
talking about things like long range assault, there's a wall around the fortress.
No, we're talking about Sir Krag and I
Yeah.
bringing out Polana,
Right. Yeah.
which probably won't happen because
It's
we've
not-
talked
yeah.
about this,
She's not
and Jim
coming
Jam
out.
knows.
Well,
like,
I'm curious, like how you
Wait,
like.
you guys are talking about what?
I'm just curious in the sense, like, bring out, like, okay, you show up with a prisoner and you're like, hey, I got this prisoner for you. We have to talk about it out here in the middle of the open field.
Exactly.
And, like, even
That's not
even
gonna
not cheating,
happen.
that's, like, something I would not fall for.
all right, well, why can't you just fly around right now? Nobody will notice her giant fire wings up in the air.
That's true. Nobody would notice that. Go ahead. So you're
Why
flying
doesn't
around.
she just go with Alex and Kimbleton?
All right, fine. Let's
What
do
are we
it.
doing? We just burned.
No, I didn't do it, guys. Please.
I'm ready.
I didn't say
Let's.
anything.
You guys. So the three of you surreptitiously go in, and we'll go in the front gate.
Oh, I don't
White
like
Wolf
this.
is getting snarly.
Getting snarly.
But
He's
I-
about to just charge
Growling.
for it on his own.
But we need our protection from energy right before we do this.
So tell me when.
I think you'll know.
When it starts getting
Like
cold.
now.
Right
like
now?
like you guys are about. Have we decided? You're about to leave, and you're going to
Yes.
surreptitiously go in.
But we're going in second, right? You guys go
No,
first.
you guys
No,
go
you guys
in
are going. We're
first.
going to give you a
We're
head
going
start.
around into the trees.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the
They're going
communal.
straight to the field.
Am I doing it?
Yeah.
So I give the communal
Okay.
energy.
What energy are you going to protect them against?
Ice, like cold.
Okay, cold. You can divide it in
That's
10-minute intervals among the creatures touched. So there are 5 of you.
Evenly.
It doesn't have to be evenly.
How many minutes is that then that she gets?
Like, basically, you could do, like, 20 for everybody, but one person... Or no, 15 for everybody, and then, like, 20 for another... I don't know.
15 for everybody?
It has to be in 10
That
minutes.
would- that wouldn't
Well, it can't
be-
That's not enough time.
That's not enough time
Basically,
for
one
them to
person's
get in.
not getting a whole heck of a lot.
What? That's not enough time?
No, because it's
No.
gonna take it's
Because
gonna
it's
take
gonna
you
take-
guys a half hour or whatever to get to where you need to be to set up.
So how are we gonna do this? Do I wait till I see you guys in there?
Yeah, I think that's a
We're gonna have
better
to wait.
idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're all back together, but all
That's
of us-
gonna be how could I put this? If you had a first action in a battle,
I hate you.
So that's
Alright.
It's a love-hate
Are we
relationship.
ready? To rock and roll?
it. Three.
Do it. Forget it. I'm not doing it until we get it.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Three
that- yeah.
sneakies.
3 sneakies,
And 2
1
sneakies.
straightforward.
3 sneakies and 2
Okay.
straightforwards.
three
lock and 2
sneakies
up.
and a
Let's
couple
deal
of
with the
and a
sneakies
Wookiee.
then, because you guys are going to go get set up first. Now, when you say 3 sneakies, which way are you going to go? You're going to go from the sneaky, easy sneak is from the east, because you have the tree cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hard
Yeah.
sneak, but good vantage point is to the west, amongst the rocks.
I mean, with
So they set off already, and now we're waiting, and they're like,
We're trying to decide.
They get about 20 feet. We
No,
can't see
easy-
them, and then
I
they're
don't
like,
stealth well.
Where are we gonna go?
Easiest way to sneak is going to be through the trees.
All right, let's do
Through
the
east.
trees. Let's get
Going
through it.
through
Let's get through it.
the tree.
I mean, as good as a better vantage point would be, we need everything good on our side as much as we can get.
Agreed.
and Sir Kimbleton gives them all aspect of the sneakers.
Yeah.
Sneakers.
Which actually I can do that to you since your sneakiness sucks.
Fun. Okay, The woods to the east provide perfect cover to move undetected within, you would say, probably about 30 yards of the fortress based on the distance. So you'll have basically like easy moving up. Don't even need to make stealth checks until you really get to the edge of that forest. Like you guys are good moving through those trees. It's easy. Now, Lyra, you're with them, correct? It's you three. Okay, and then you two are off by yourselves. All right, cool. While you're moving through the trees, make who's leading? Who's in
I would
the
say
lead?
Before we
would be
leave, I
leading.
tell him to be safe.
Okay.
Oh, do you kiss him? Say,
I would say
You'd be
I would
leading?
say that I'm leading, and
But
when
I
we
hug
go
him.
to, I'm casting aspect of
That's me.
I like
the
petting.
owl on her, gives her a +6 to sneakiness.
To sneakiness. Okay, cool. Make a perception check then, since you're leading this
Hey, what's
outfit.
happening?
where missed this?
What's happening?
I miss what's going on over here.
27.
27.
What are you laughing?
All right. You do notice as you're moving through the trees that there are a number of beautiful blue flowers sprouting in the patchy woods. They're azure petals, providing a bright and vibrant touch of color in the woods. Do you have knowledge of nature? I imagine you do.
Of course you do.
I can only imagine you have knowledge of nature.
Ranger!
Yeah, it's
Remember,
31.
you got +1.
What's that?
No, that one would have been used on the
Oh,
last
sorry,
one.
okay.
31.
31?
Oh wow, damn.
Okay. You notice these flowers and you immediately stop because you know that they are no mere flowers. They are actually plant creatures. Capable they are called Kalithgar, and they are mildly intelligent creatures that can move about. They have a weakness against flames, but when they die, they sprout huge patches of brown mold. And if they are killed by fire, the brown mold like expands at an extreme rate. So it's very dangerous. Even though it's easy to kill them with fire, it's very dangerous to do so. You know that
Wait, he hasn't told us this yet.
sneaking around them might be an option, but if they see you, they will very likely come for you. They can move; they're mobile.
And we're I think we're there, and we're trying to decide what.
If in my head says the ranger didn't taste one bit of poop on that check, shenanigans.
Are we counting like 1 winter hag,
No, we're like-
2 winter hag, 3 winter hag, 4 winter hag? We're counting.
And we're looking at each other right in the eyes.
So what
And
is
you guys are holding hands like this, like cross-armed and everything while you're
Just
doing it as
waiting.
well?
No, imagine
Yeah, no,
he's-
I would tell you guys about
Imagine
that.
we're
I say we
working
go
to
back
make the
around.
perfect fake knot. Taking 20 on it, even.
Okay.
Nice.
So, I think that we should maybe go the other way. I don't think I want to.
You can back check. You could
Yeah,
try
this is
sneaking
not-
around them if you wanted.
No.
Where,
I
where
don't
like,
wanna
how are they
risk
put
this.
it, like,
I
all
don't wanna risk
There's
along
there's
the
a
trees?
there's a small patch of them.
Wait, let's
Looks
go
like you
back.
identify. There's like
No.
4 of them up there.
Maybe or no.
I'm not willing to risk this. Let's go the other way.
Yeah.
you can give me
Yeah,
the
That's going to be more time that we're taking as well, too.
Well,
What about
maybe we have to do
climbing
that.
the? Oh, then we can't get back down. She's the only one who can fly down. We're
Yeah.
stuck up there.
If we fire this off, I don't think this is safe. I think we should go around. Let's just go through the rocks.
You can sneak around. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but I don't think
But
we
he
will
also said there's a
survive.
Doesn't wanna risk
chance.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
And then we have another battle to fight. We have
Yeah, I
we have a
know.
game plan.
We have
Let's
one
go
battle.
with it.
We have one battle.
Yes. So we're going back around.
All right, so you all
Kimbleton?
decide to just turn back around after Kimbleton points out these potentially dangerous flower creatures.
I
see him
don't
come
know
back.
if I really,
They come-
like, honestly,
They come back and they just walk by us and we're like,
is there a chance that we can sneak around these things?
No, yeah,
said
if you're
they're
making
like-
stealth checks, you could try to get around them.
But
They don't seem to be.
So we either do
The
this. We have a
sneakiest of
harder
sneaks.
task trying to get up those rocks, which means we have to go all the way back up to where they are, and we're just burning daylight as well too.
So you think we should just sneak? What happens if we wake them up or they see us?
Didn't be sneaky about it.
That's
Don't
not a
wake-
good
don't
enough
wake them
answer.
up.
We have one. There, we have a
not
split
all
party
of
right
us
now.
have rerolls.
We have a split party right now. Me and you don't have rerolls.
No,
I don't. What is a reroll? I don't
Diana's
know
like
that.
she
speaking.
stopped.
Not all of us have rerolls. I don't.
It's too soon.
I don't know.
but it feels like she stopped over there
We're
and
only
not
at,
in
we're only
there.
at 200
voice.
winter hags.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't think. I don't want to have to fight another battle.
I don't
She's
either.
right.
I'm focused on this hag. I want to get this done.
All right, if you two want to sneak around, don't take the ranger's advice. We'll go Well,
No,
it's
fine. You really, in your heart, you really think we should just sneak around these flowers?
I'm saying
trusting
we should
you,
try it.
Kimbleton.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right, well then give me that power thing. What was it?
I already gave it to you.
What was it?
She wants you to buffer.
Aspect of the owl. You get
I'm
a
an
plus
aspect.
6 to your
Thank
sneakiness.
God.
Okay. So I'm gonna need a stealth
Can you
check
give
from
that to
each of you
both of
then,
them?
if you're gonna try to
No, I
make it
can
around.
only
the
give
Wait,
one
can
person at a
Vance
time.
give rerolls?
No.
No,
Max?
roll
No, you
your
can't.
checks, yeah, baby.
Come
got
on,
a
play
plus
the game.
15.
Yeah, like you guys
yourself.
are literally
Everyone's got plus 1. And you also got a
I'm
1.
just praying.
22.
Don't
Alright.
you?
Play the game, guys.
Hey, you're just waiting. That's why you're
We
getting
are.
fancy.
Stop rolling all of that.
22 over here.
I have a 38 on stealth.
I have
220
22,
winter hags.
and I added my plus
221
1.
winter hags.
Okay.
Oh, and plus 1, 23.
Thank you,
23, okay.
Jared. And thank you. guys.
skirting wide on Kimbleton's advice, skirting wide enough around because you know that these creatures they have very poor vision. They're not very perceptive, but they have the ability to sense creatures that get near them through. They actually can smell. It's a really weird plant structure.
They needed the scent
So you
cloak.
notice, just stay out of the range of that, and you probably avoid detection because they're not very alert. And sure enough, you manage to get around the area where they are, and you get up to the tree line, and now you can see that there's about 30 yards between you, and right before the wall, butting up against the wall, there is a 10-foot wide pit.
Oh, great.
Like a moat that goes around the fortress.
Now maybe we want to go, but I don't have anything for pits now, guys.
That pits the pits.
So if you want to proceed, it'll be one more stealth check to cross this area they've cleared. So you'll one more stealth check, and then you'll have to obviously navigate the pit.
Okay, so stealth.
I killed you
Yeah,
last
I know.
week to see
Brian
TV.
Summer said, "Hey Ben, put down your arm. We're trying to watch
Well, it's
TV."
Dolph Lundgren.
And the real POTUS idea says, "We killed him off last week to see the TV."
26.
26.
A dirty 20, and I got my plus 1.
Okay.
I used my plus 1. Thank you.
10.
Thank you, guys.
10.
Shitballs, really? Oh,
With the plus 6 as well, too?
I don't want to talk
no.
about it. I told you I wasn't good at stealthing. I told you I wasn't good at stealthing.
Yeah, didn't you use your plus, the whatever he gave you?
Yes.
Okay. You guys are making your way, and Lyra almost trips. And before she can catch herself,
No.
she actually lets out like a little yelp.
Oh,
Really?
And she immediately like cuts it off, and you guys wait. And the wind is howling.
Sarah BC1 says, as promised, wild magic to Alex.
thanks.
Wild magic to Alex. All right, we might get to use it pretty soon.
Why do we have to? We do it with.
I want you guys to make perception checks.
300 winter hags. 301 winter hags.
22.
22?
14. Put this in the.
33.
Okay.
Was it a
You
2 or
guys
was it?
can
was
hear
a 2?
very faintly, because I mean, there's the wall in the way. But you hear like some very low, guttural cries after Lyra's, and it almost sounds like there's a, and it goes on for a minute. Like you can almost, do any of you speak giant?
Giant! I spit.
Giant mistake.
I put on the speech
I
ring.
mean, I can fight giants really well.
Okay,
but
so you
know,
don't
I
speak
can't
giant, is what I'm getting at.
speak
So you don't know
giant.
what is happening. Make a sense motive check.
Make a what?
Sense motive.
Sense motive. You do
All of
have
us
a
are just
reroll.
Kimby.
Sarah BC1 has given a reroll to Sir Kimbleton.
Woo, thank you.
Are we all doing the...
Yeah, you two both heard it,
Sense-
so you can
sense
both make a
motive?
sense motive check.
Wow, I'm rolling
15.
15? Okay.
8 plus 7?
15, two 15s. You have no idea, like you
Right.
can't understand the language. It's a very low, guttural,
Does it
gravelly sound.
aggressive?
It does sound aggressive, but it sounds like you pick out two voices and they're like
Okay.
arguing,
Yeah.
and you're not sure about what because you can't understand the language.
Oh, we
But
would
it
have
goes on
known.
for like
We-
a minute, and then the argument stops, and you see nothing. But you aren't sure how that kind of worked out. Whether they noticed Lyra, whether they're coming to check on her, like see what the noise was. You don't really know what's happening. You just know that there was an argument that is now stopped.
You see the trees sway, and then a head pops up above the tree.
They look at the. Oh, they don't have my goblet.
Okay.
Could
The
we
goblet
tell
and the
where
liquid
the
mirror.
argument was coming from?
I mean,
it's
it's from beyond the
waves.
wall.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
beyond
a
the
yeah,
wall.
yeah,
So
like,
it's
you don't
past
see
the
anyone.
pit.
Like,
looping
yeah,
over
past the
itself.
pit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't see
I mean,
it.
the
So
nearest you can tell
slowly.
is that somebody heard Lyra,
Yeah.
and now there's almost like then there's some argument, and now it's stopped, and again you're not sure what happened, whether they're coming, whether they aren't, whether what, like you have no idea.
Giants are dumb anyway, so.
Lyra, make another stealth check.
Remember, you have his thingy.
Okay. 25.
25. Okay. A few minutes pass. You guys are almost like frozen in
Yep,
fear,
I
waiting to see what's going to happen. You guys are pretty well hidden. You're watching the walls, and you see this lanky, knobbly, skinned, like real deep gray and blues, huge underslung jaw with these great big tusks coming out of it. It's you've seen creatures like this before. You recognize you have fought ice trolls before, and you see one of them now is like standing atop the wall, and it's looking around. Lyra has hidden herself now, like buried herself in like a snowbank. and
Just hear like one of those
just, like,
one of those snow
hunkered
foxes.
down.
She goes boosh, boosh.
Yeah. This ice troll is looking around. Just a few minutes. Doesn't even seem like it. You get the sense that his heart's not in it. Like maybe they were arguing about. They heard this noise. He
doesn't
was
wanna
told
be.
to come check on it. He
It's
didn't
his
want
coffee
to.
break.
It's his coffee break. So now he's up there because he got outmatched. Looks around. Lyra's hidden herself. Doesn't see. And then disappears back down behind the wall. What do you do?
We stay here for another hour.
They're like, oh, let's go.
How far away are we from that pit?
Not very far. You guys could get there. At this point, we're rolling over the stealth checks that you've already made. You could just get to the pit. It's a 10-foot wide pit. You know that much, at least.
Alright, let's get further.
Yeah,
Jump it.
try to sneak up to the pit.
We have to sneak up to that too? Okay. Alright.
Alright, we're gonna sneak up to the pit.
You sneak up to the pit. Easily done. So the pit is 10 feet deep, 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep. But the bottom of it is covered in these
Ice spikes.
ice spikes. Yeah, they're like spikes. Like it's like when you like put spikes or like spears sticking up at the bottom of a pit, but each one of these is an icicle.
Great.
And the floor is just like covered in them,
Pour hot
forming
water
this
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Pee
moat.
down there. Pee.
Pee on
Pee on 'em.
Pee on them. They'll melt.
Pee on him, guys.
Pee 'em off.
Pimbleton knows this.
Hold on.
So much pooping.
Yeah.
Pooping.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if I were
Tears out
to
of frustration.
have them move a little bit far enough away that I could do heat aura, could I melt the things
If
on,
you wanted to get down there in the pit and do that, you could melt them, yeah.
and I could melt them without hurting my friends?
No, because Jay Womack says ice spikes covered with ice poop. The ice poop won't melt.
That's how you get
You just get
pink
covered
eye.
in poop.
Ew, that is true though.
Yep, if you land head first on an ice spike covered in ice poop and it goes through your noggin, you're gonna get pink eye.
Also,
how it
That's-
works in
spark,
this
That's it, Sir
world.
Jared.
That's the consequence that you need to be worried about.
but
laughed.
so I tell so guys, here's the thing. I have a heat aura. I can go down there and I can melt all of that. You just have to stay. Will they get hurt if they were on top?
I mean, if they get right next to you.
Don't get near me.
What if they're magical?
So you
That doesn't make any noise, does it? It just melts it. Great.
Your heat
So
order
I
doesn't
go
make
down.
noise. You're gonna climb down into the pit?
Glows a bright, fiery orange.
Can I just melt it from up here?
No.
I have to do it up.
You gotta get down there. If you want to melt the ice, you have to get close to them when you do
So
your
I
heat
have
aura.
to.
We'll be
So
near
I
you.
want
Winter
to
X.
sprout
Do you-
my wings.
Okay.
No, hold on.
Wait.
Do you have rope?
I have wings.
Someone took my rope, I think. I don't know if I ever got
Did you not see the giant thing that looked over the side at us? You sprouting wings, we can't understand you,
ice
and at the same time, unless you're down in the pit and then you sprout them.
Yeah, someone grabbed my rope. I don't have any.
Fine. Do you have a rope?
No, someone grabbed my rope.
I think I might have rope.
Do you?
1 second.
Guys, I got rope.
I don't have a bedroll anymore.
Thanks,
I'm
Krag.
not there.
Thanks for that.
Real POTUS 98 says, so we've added the topic of ice poop to the next Patreon Q&A. This is quality content
no,
I
lied.
signed up
I have
for.
my rope.
I have a 50-foot rope.
Me too.
No, I didn't say it loudly.
I have a 50 foot
I said it to
Everything about the rope.
I didn't say it as Lyra. I didn't say it as Lyra. I said it as Ashley. Okay. So I have a 50.
I have a rope.
Give me.
Okay.
I love
You
it.
know what happened? What happened the last
On this
Hold on, let's do this.
nightmare.
Hold on.
That wasn't a pit, that was a canyon.
It was a ravine.
Alex.
It's a lot deeper.
We'll hold the rope as she gets down there.
We're gonna hold the rope.
Loud whisper.
Sizzle the rope.
It's a show.
Sizzle the rope.
Is it fire?
It's an aura. I can like.
Oh, okay, so
melt
it's not
things.
gonna sizzle the rope.
It won't sizzle the rope, right?
We'll pull the rope up.
You've never used this ability before.
That's fine. I can fly out if I have to.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
The rope
so,
lights on fire.
Okay, so we're holding it behind her.
Okay.
Can
Make a climb check.
Oh, great. That's all right. Good luck.
What's your climb bonus?
My climb bonus is 7,
7? Okay. Yeah.
so that would be a 16.
16? Okay, yeah, with the rope, and it's an easy climb.
So I
You
would
get
like
down
to-
amongst there. You're very careful not to like get poked by the ice spears, and you just
Sick.
heat up.
Yeah, it says 44.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
She
don't
thinks
worry
of
about
Sir Crag and she just warms up.
You know what? I
and
would really
how-
like to play
how-
my own character.
How long does that last? Your heat aura.
That what?
Your heat
How long
aura.
does
How
it
long
last?
does it last?
it
Fire
only
damage
lasts
to
for
all
a little
creatures
bit.
within 10. A reflex save has this. In addition, it doesn't say. 20%. Okay. You can use this ability 2 times a day. No.
Is it a standard action?
A swift action.
Swift.
Okay.
Burning firepower.
I'm just curious how
reflex
long, like when
save
you turn
has-
that aura
Give
on,
him
how
a
long
hug.
it actually, let's see, heat aura. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Right?
Sorry.
I think it's once. I think it's just a turn.
Okay.
That makes sense. So yeah. So basically, you can clear out. For each time you do it, you can clear out a 10-foot section of spikes.
Okay.
You won't be able to like the whole moat. You're not going to make it
Melt.
clear.
Okay.
So yeah, you the first time you use it, there's now a 10 by 10 foot section that's clear. It's just sloshy water underneath you. Do you want to continue do it again?
I only have 2 times a day.
That's
They
true.
fill their water
Fine.
I
streams.
only have 2 times a day. I say that you guys
Magical
come down so we
melted
can
ice
climb
water.
up.
Wait, how are we gonna climb down if one of
Poop
us has
in
to
it.
hold the rope?
Okay, you have to make a climb check.
We're holding it.
But
How
there
are we
was
supposed to get
something
down?
you said that I could get down without a rope because you were asked me if
it's
I
10
could do
feet.
climb check, right?
It's 10 feet.
I didn't say you could get down without a rope. I mean, like yeah, you can make a climb check and not use a rope. It's harder, but you can do
Yeah,
it.
you can do it. Okay, so I mean, and so the reason I did that was so that we could cross over safely. So we have a 10-foot by 10. This is stuff I would consider talking to them about before I got in. So we're just discussing. So
We
Oh, is
we know
that
what
how
you, we
this
know
game
what you were
works?
doing. You
Yes.
said you wanted to go
Well,
down
and I'm sure we
and
can
You
look
guys
at
figured
She
it
is
out.
not yelling up to them.
You guys figured it out.
I cleared a 10 by 10 path through the ice spikes with the ice poop.
That's why we're
right.
complicated.
Campbellton, do you think we can climb down without the rope?
yeah,
Don't worry
or
about it.
or I'll let you go down and I'll climb down.
Okay, so I'm gonna climb down with the rope.
Okay.
Oh, and
20
Coco,
on the die.
and Coco gave me a
down there.
reroll
I'm
because
down.
there's a bunch of cheers happening. Luna Steel Song, Scott the News, and Mama Jim Jam, Troll Surgeon, and Coco. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you guys for
I
cheering.
climb down like a boss.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, please roll
I
well.
got 20.
Oh, you have a reroll,
that
so you'll be
was
okay.
One stealthiness. All right, so that
Wish I
was
could've
for
seen the
sneaking.
boss fight.
I'm gonna cast aspect of the monkey on myself.
Okay.
Give myself an even better climb check.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, I didn't even need that. Good.
47.
Close. No, it is a 29.
29. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, you guys are down in the bottom of the pit.
All right.
In this sort of like small section, ice spears almost forming like a prison around you, but you could get across safely.
Great.
2,842 winter
so
hags.
it's straight to the wall and then straight
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, you just go
can
straight
I
up.
perceive, see if there's any like handholds or anything to
Yeah,
climb up
yeah,
the
yeah,
side?
yeah.
Are we on
It's a 32.
Okay. You notice that in better times, this might be a pretty not easy climb. This place was designed to be fortified. Like it's designed not to be climbed. But there's, with the wear of time, enough handholds that you could do it. However, complicating that is that it's a pretty frost-covered, icy climb. You guys are good at that. Like you're confident, but it's still a difficult check.
Well, I have the spider climb potion.
Yes, and that would certainly save you any trouble.
They need some
What about
of
you
those.
guys?
I mean, I could sprout my wings and get up there.
If need be,
Troll up
if you start falling, then I would suggest doing that, but I wouldn't do it right now since we're trying to be sneaky.
Can I do that, Jim? If I start falling, can I sprout my wings without being seen?
You're
Yeah.
still good.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, then yeah, let's try it. Let's go.
How high? Since we're in that 10-foot pit now, so how
Now
high-
you'd be climbing up 20 feet because it's a 10-foot wall from the ground level, but you're 10 feet down, so 20 feet up.
Oh, all right.
So should I drink the spider climb to be safe?
Just to be safe.
Okay. What does the spider climb potion do? I'm drinking it.
It makes you like you can walk up the wall.
Great.
Yeah.
I drink it.
Vander's in my bag. Still.
I'm sorry, what?
Vander's in my bag.
He put the dead body of Vander in his bag and never took it out.
It probably
It's been in your
my
bag for how long?
He
It's like a little
I have a
maggot
hag
comes
hand
out of
in
his
my
bag.
I start
right.
wondering
Nice.
what
I'm
the
gonna
smell
get
is.
Let's
I've
Do you
come
want
to
to go
set-
before me?
No, you go first.
You want me to go first? All right, we begin climbing.
All right, yeah, you're the only one who's you two are gonna need climb checks. What?
How long does the spider climb last
You know
for?
what?
I wanna
Aspect
say,
of
like,
monkey
10
to use
minutes.
well too, another +6 to your climb.
Okay, so he just gave me aspect of the monkey, so here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. I'm
Thank
just curious.
God.
We're good.
10 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, 30 minutes.
27.
27. Yeah, you're doing great.
16.
16. You're not falling, but you're having a really hard time. Like Kimbleton he's just more experienced. Like he's able to find the handholds better. He's
Your
able
hands
to
look like
deal with the
monkey hands
slippery
to me.
ice. But you're really like you get up to where like the first bit while you're in the pit isn't so bad, but like you have no idea how to navigate the icy wall, and you're really like you're not making any progress. You haven't fallen,
Okay.
but you would need another climb check if you want to try again or try something different.
Yeah, I have aspect of monkey, so here we go.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
Brian Summer says 25 ice poopsicles on the floor. 25 poopsicle ice.
22.
If one of those poopsicles
It just
should
takes
happen
you a little
now,
bit longer.
25
Okay.
poopsicles on the
But
wall.
eventually you guys get to the top of the wall. We're gonna back up a little bit.
Okay.
Quigley and Krag,
Oh my God,
giggling
killed
school
it.
children.
We killed it.
Can you get
You
my
wait
total
and you
tip?
wait and you wait
Water
and you
bunny.
wait and you wait.
3,000 winter hags.
Oh my god.
Were we on 3,000 and 2,000?
No, we got to 3,000.
Oh, I'm losing count.
Do you think they made it yet?
Yep.
Do you know
Sure
I
do.
still have Vander in my bag?
What? What else?
I was wondering what the smell was.
Try to pull out Vander right now, please. Is he still in there? Is his body in there?
I mean, would you really not have in the 7 months break that that the story took taken the dead body out of your bag?
He had the scent cloak in there, so I mean, really.
Yeah, sure. It's a special space in a different dimension. I mean,
Yeah.
does it smell?
I think it might preserve bodies. I'm not sure. I have to relook it up, but there's a chance it would.
I am wearing this red shirt.
Yeah.
Can I check? I don't know. I have spellcraft. I always do it wrong. I don't know what this red shirt does.
No, nobody has been able to
So
determine that yet.
we wrap him, and we do like a nice slip knot.
Yeah.
And try to hide it.
Great band.
We roll for that, right?
And everything is stowed. So my shield's on my back, and Sword Liath is. So it's gonna take me a while to.
Yeah.
But I do have. I'm trying to conceal a dagger.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check to conceal your weapon.
It's gonna be good.
Untrained.
Do it.
You get +1.
Good. 6.
6. Nice. Yeah,
That's great.
it's real hidden.
But
Hey, no, but go see that
Jim,
dagger.
we put the rope around it and made a.
Look, he rolled the dice and did a crappy job. That's all I'm saying.
So I've definitely got a knife right there.
We're on the elevator. We're on the elevator, and I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work. Jerk.
They're never gonna get anywhere.
I go, no, I'm hiding it right here.
So, what do you guys do? You tie him up. He has the dagger, I mean, at a distance.
Do I see it?
Yeah. Yeah, you see it.
Why? What are you doing with that dagger?
I'm gonna hide it.
Put it in your dumb haversack.
But I hid it.
I could see it, plain as day.
No.
Yes. Can I?
Yeah.
Here. Can I see if I see
can
it?
see the darn thing.
No,
I see
wait, wait.
Remember, you have +1.
Wait.
Do I have to roll for this,
Yeah.
or do I see
Roll a
it?
perception check, yeah.
Oh my god. What'd you get?
11. I rolled a natural 1, but it's an 11.
Yeah.
+1.
I really wish
No,
it was crit
yeah.
fail.
So 12.
On skill check.
Oh, 12.
Yeah, it's all right.
Can't
I
crit
mean, yeah, you
fail
can
a
see
skill-
the darn thing. Yeah.
I got double your stupid roll. I see your dumb dagger. Put it in your haversack. What? You could just put your hand in there and pull it out. It's the same thing.
Oh, right. Just
Trying to say that with your mouth.
I'm like, why would he have his? Would your shield fit in your bag too, or no? His
No.
bag's too small.
But I can draw my shield as a action.
Yes.
I'm fine with this.
Hey,
We
so
got the. Do I need to roll like some sort of thing for the
We said we
tie-
took 20
tie
on
too, or no?
That's fine. Yeah, you guys would have done the best you can.
We were looking at each other going,
Yeah.
one attack, two attack.
Yeah. Okay.
If we feel them stop for a prolonged period of time, and they are near or within where we would assume where the fortress is, we're going to go
Yeah,
ahead.
sure. Okay.
Have we felt that?
Yeah. You guys get to a point like where you're fairly confident that they're at least by the wall and like there's some movement, but I mean you would guess that they probably aren't. They're not probably going to be in a position where they can just stay in one place perfectly still because they've got to avoid detection. So
Sounds like it's our time.
Yeah, 3,000 winter hags is about long enough.
Yep.
you make your way forward, straight down the road, loud and proud, right down the main
And I'm
way.
putting on a big show.
My
like,
big white wolf chest is puffed out.
Big old white wolf chest puffed out.
I'm dragging him behind me.
and I'm stumbling forward. I'm like, "Ugh."
Now you look like the white wolf. Are you taking any other measures to look like the white wolf?
Oh, yeah.
Like
You've
what?
got a loincloth on, buddy.
Do I have a line? Am I?
Yeah, I mean, like
I'm
you're-
wearing my stuff still.
Yeah. Your stuff
What
doesn't
was the
change.
white wolf wearing?
Make a
Knowledge remember.
intelligence
Knowledge
check.
remember. A knowledge
D20.
remember check.
Maybe you need to be naked.
All right.
What's
What'd you get on the die?
If he's
I got an 11 on the
wolfman,
die,
maybe he's
plus
naked.
1.
You're fairly certain that you had a backpack because you remember getting.
I have the backpack.
You have the backpack on. Like, you remember
Put
getting
the backpack on.
You remember he had a spear. He was carrying a spear.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's in the book. Yeah, we stepped back your
And
sack.
you remember very
We
speared your
simple
sack.
clothing, no armor. He was
He
just
is
simple clothing.
walking naked.
Simple clothing.
Yeah, like he was. Yeah.
Alex loves this. She's cracking up over
So, I put on
Alex is sitting there going, "Is Krag?"
I put on my sleeves of many garments,
Okay.
and to the best of what I remember,
Yeah.
I try to recreate the simple clothing that the white wolf was
gotcha.
wearing.
Okay, I get it.
Now, in terms of your armor, are you just keeping that on?
And Gibbleton
Wouldn't it
goes,
hide?
"I
Wouldn't
remember
the-
him in the Darklands."
Your clothes will look like however you want them. It will not make other things look like other
Forget
things.
those.
No, you didn't.
This BW has seen my armor. Curses, Jim! You're gonna make me do all kinds of math on stuff.
You could always say you killed Sir Krag.
Yeah, say you've collected armor.
And you took
I'm not here.
We talking about this while we're walking?
Sure.
No, you had 3,000 Krag.
Yeah, we
or
did have
Oh, we had
3,000.
3,000
Yeah,
3,000 winter hags.
You had time.
Uh,
But he wouldn't answer any questions because then he would lose count. So quickly was trying to bother him and he was like, shut up.
Shut up! Shut up!
The real POTUS 98 says, Alex's face right now. Seriously, what am I doing with these morons? I should just kill him tonight.
so
Yeah.
Very nice.
No.
I'm keeping no,
She
Jim.
likes
I'm keeping the armor on.
Okay.
Enough?
I'll just shank you guys.
Yeah, okay.
That's,
Shake the rib.
So I want to keep the armor on. Can I
Oh.
How do you know?
Really?
That's
Have-
a little scary.
I'll have the hammer there
that?
too because it's a trophy.
They don't feel
Armor trophy, hammer trophy. I'll have this. I'm holding the spear.
Okay.
Um,
I was really hoping
Being
I'd
naked.
poke it.
can we?
nothing.
Can I get some blood on my spear? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We don't need to
I
go
mean,
to that. And
You just cut
Um,
quickly. That'll be fine.
You wouldn't you would not as a warrior walk around with a bloody weapon
I
for
cleaned it.
weeks because that would damage it. Like you would clean it.
yeah, that's true. I feel good about this. I got the wolf backpack on. I feel
This is
good.
gonna go great.
And then I'm walking and I'm like,
We did good. I don't know about them, but
Wait.
we did good.
she's
I almost
really powerful at magic.
Yeah.
Is this one the orange or the blue?
Wouldn't she just see through this ruse?
Probably. But we're gonna get her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make your way up to the walls.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
You actually see as you're approaching there are large, lanky, lumbering ice trolls. There's an ice troll on the wall who's watching, and looks out and sees you coming. I mean, right down the road, and but nothing happens at first because like you probably expect it.
And I'm of course just
When you
fighting
get-
against my.
Up, you can see that there's a pit. And across the pit, there's like the door to the fortress, which you would guess would lower over the pit, allowing you access. And as you're walking up to the pit, the troll, who is sort of leaning heavily against it's this huge ballista up atop the wall. And he's just kind of leaning against it. And you can see that there's this pile of javelins right next to it. And he's got one of them that he's just sort of like leaning on, and he watches you come over.
Great.
I don't speak your language. I am here to meet with Polarna.
Make a sense motive check.
What's my name? What's the wolf's name?
I don't think we asked the name.
What am I making?
Silver bear.
Sense motive.
The silver bear.
That's charisma, yes.
Sense motive is wisdom.
Oh, it's wisdom.
Yeah.
Happy day.
I've not rolled above a 5 on
Happy day.
Happy day.
I think if I didn't add, yeah, it's dirty 20.
12.
Dirty 20. You could see like
13.
you can see confusion in this thing's face. Like it seems very taken aback by your response. And it shouts something down to you again, and you can almost hear like hesitation in its voice.
Call it a
You
W.
can't understand the words. It's speaking in giant.
What's it say this time?
Would I think
Yeah, okay.
that wolves understand giant?
You just get the sense that like it's very confused. Like it's taught like this ice troll is trying to talk to you, and you're like it doesn't like it there's a disconnect here, and it's like arousing some kind of suspicion here because
Yes.
I-
Brian
I
Summer.
put
I
my-
have one.
Put my arms up. I hold my
The hell
spear
was
up. Polarna. Polarna. Because when you speak slower, people understand then.
I'm so excited we're gonna die.
Again.
What are you excited about dying?
This is a horrible.
We cried
Wait, wait,
last.
wait, stop.
the troll like looks at you again, super confused, and then looks backward behind it and shouts something down, and you actually hear like some responses. And then a moment later,
Got a bad feeling.
the
about
drawbridge begins to lower.
Chewy, I
This
got a bad
obviously-
This is
feeling.
good. This is good. So we confidently walk forward. Like we belong
Han
here,
Solo.
start walking
Uh-huh.
forward. What do we see, Jim?
Okay. You guys are clowns.
Look as Martinez writes, Krag the Red Temptress arouses the ice giant, who blushes.
No! Beyond the rime-coated walls of the fortress is a small courtyard leading to the keep. you see an old ramshackle building that looks like an old stable and 3 hide-covered lean-tos. There are bones and trash littering the courtyard. You see now just inside the walls, in sort of almost like a semicircle, are 4 ice trolls, and they've got weapons in their hands, and they're watching you come. And when you get across the bridge, like they don't attack you, but they get pretty close, and you feel like they're like looming over you, and they're looking at you, and you can tell that like this is not going how you thought it would.
I think it's
But they haven't attacked you
exactly
yet.
how we thought it would.
One of them like reaches out and grabs Quigley by the shoulder, like gets its claws like in the armor and like starts pulling him away.
It's his head.
And the other 3 are standing there, and they're watching you pretty closely as they start to pull him away towards that building, the one that looks like the old stable, and they're pulling him away. And the other 3 are looking at you, and the one says, "Polarna."
Polarna.
Ah.
And I brought a prisoner.
And they sort of look at each other, and one of them like kind of shrugs, and the 3 of them sort of like form up on you and like start edging you towards the front door of the fortress while Quigley is dragged into the stable. You guys over at the wall are sort of peering over, watching all of this happen. You see the White Wolf go through the gates. You see Quigley they're dragging him towards the stable, and the 3 remaining ice trolls are just sort of nudging Krag closer and closer to the keep. What are you doing?
I have an idea.
So, say it out loud.
Yeah, say it
Wait,
loud.
wait,
so-
we see Krag being escorted
But-
farther in or towards the...
Further in.
Further
Like he's gonna go into the keep.
Got you,
Yeah.
right.
I can fling a thunderstone outside the keep to cause a distraction.
So then we can hop over the wall and hide.
They're gonna know something's wrong though if we do that.
Not
And right
necessarily.
now they have something's. I think
It's
we
just an idea.
I like it, but I think that maybe we should wait for that because he obviously got in somehow, and we should make our way down.
Trickery.
I think you should still do that, but not yet. When we see that something is seriously wrong, or we hear one of them yell, that's when we go.
Just saw
You are basically in an old converted stable. There's a dank, musty smell in here. You see piles of furs that must be like a bedding. You see that this is a little bit larger than the other lean-tos, and perhaps like 2 creatures you would guess like live in here. And you see there is a large table, and it is covered in blood, and there's this huge, like,
Okay.
thick
You know, that
bladed
thunder thing
cleaver
sounds
on the
really good.
table,
Am I
and this
alone?
troll is just dragging you forward and pushes you up against the table.
Well, this has gone wrong.
Quickly, you slam up against the table, and you just... This is going And the troll...
I'm actually drawing the mace as well.
Okay, so the first thing you'll have to do is get out of the bonds,
Yep.
but you throw the bonds off, and the troll goes...
Then I go, shh.
The creatures outside turn towards the sound of this.
I
this
turn toward the
guttural
sound,
cry.
Spirit the ready.
And I'm fighting Sir Krag!
What did your troll do?
One of the trolls make a sense motive check.
Man, I had a plan.
I like your plan. I just was waiting for him to.
Yeah, that's why I don't ask for
You can
permission.
still do
Just
that.
Do. Guys, do it
4?
right now.
No, you guys
4.
are in the middle of it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You turn around, and the 2 trolls on either side of you are looking back,
sides
and that spider sense that you like constantly have going, just you feel like this. It's all over, and you know it. And when you look back, you see this huge battle axe coming right down for the top of your skull. And we'll come back in just a few moments to resolve this wonderful combat because it's time for a break. Get us out of here, Jared.
Tale of Garen and Friends, Part 5. Onward we go towards the dragon with a weird name. Stupid vampire tries to slay Krag on his head. Well, I saved him from that, then a magic box laid him flat. Uh-oh. Now we're walking in circles again and again and again and again.
Long have I awaited a noble hero. To seek out my grave, avenge my death so that I might rest. Oh, it's you.
Hey, Dad. How's things?
My dad has never really forgiven me for a rather long and dedicated phase that I went through as a kid where I wanted to be an oral hygienist. Get a lot of flack for that kind of thing where I come from.
Well, what do you want?
Hey, son. It's been a long time. How have you been all these years? No? Not interested? Grandpa sent me out here for my rite of passage. He told me if I came to you, I'd find out the way to avenge your death and prove myself as a warrior.
Dragon slaying is a man's business. You're gonna get yourself eaten.
25, Dad. And I hate to remind you, you got eaten way before I got here.
Don't get smart with me, boy! I was picking my teeth with the bones of my enemies long before you stopped moving yourself. And in my day, we didn't have weapons. When we wanted to kill something, we picked up a rock and we bashed it to death.
Dad, I've been carrying your hammer. Clearly you had weapons. Why don't you just tell me how to find the dragon? And I could leave you to whatever it is you do.
You got a cup?
What?
A cup, you stupid idiot. You drink with it?
Does it look like I have a cup?
You came all the way out here without a cup? What kind of adventurer are you? Oh wait, I almost forgot. That's right, you're my son, the oral hygienist. While other fathers were proud of their sons for knocking teeth out of other kids' heads, my son was busy putting them back in. I will use my cup.
Good.
My big man cup for big manly drinks.
Oh, don't fall in now, Dad. Careful, wouldn't want you to slip and fall, break your big man cup.
And now, my son, you will have the answers to all of your questions.
I don't feel anything.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. A little water thing?
What water thing? I was thirsty. Now shut up, I'm trying to concentrate. Okay. Come here. Come here. Sit still, you Nancy boy! It's not that bad!
Oh! That was weird.
Yes, but now you have all of my knowledge of the dragon's lair.
That's a neat little trick and all, but you could have just written that down.
Oh, excuse me, while I go fetch a pencil and paper that they provide for me here in the Netherworld so that I can write down directions to fools rushing off to their doom.
Wait, something's wrong. Oh my God! Is that my mother? What are you doing to my mother?
Oh, sorry, son. Sometimes things get mixed up there where they shouldn't be.
What was wrong with you two?
Son, it's perfectly natural for two people in love to show their love in a more physical nature. I mean, how do you think you came to be?
I hope to God it had nothing to do with that goldfish.
Well, if you can live with that rattling around up there in your head, there is no enemy that can defeat you. So goodbye, my son.
I won't disappoint you, Dad.
I find that unlikely. I did it!
Oh God! Fuckers! Fuckers, something's gone horribly wrong! It's out of control! It's gonna kill us all!
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh. I don't think that's a zombie.
Of course, barbarians have copper. Great.
Wait.
Don't touch the magic box. Oh no, you did.
Hey, ladies, calm down. There's enough loot for me and definitely you. There's a lot for you. Ooh, silver.
Huzzah!
Oh, hey, you're not dead.
Seriously, guys, I was out for what? 2 minutes?
And it was a very sad 2 minutes for everybody.
I tried to sing a song in your honor, but someone threatened to bury me with you.
What the hell was that all about? I don't need some kid doing voodoo over me.
Don't worry about that. That was just some BS I told him to get him out of our hair so we could, split up your loot.
The world is a dangerous place. There's not some monster trying to eat you. There's a band of highwaymen trying to cut you down for the copper in your purse. I put together this little group of adventurers so we could protect each other from those dangers. Now I'm thinking I need to hire a second group to protect me from the first.
What happened to you anyway?
I was in a surreal place, not of this world. Father was there with a really big cup.
I don't care about any of that. Do you know how to find the dragon or not?
Yes.
Excellent. Can we get out of this thoroughly depressing graveyard?
It's going to be a long and dangerous journey. Past the Lake of the Singing Mists. Through the endless fields. To the Sword-Tip Mountains.
Those are terrible names. If you sing about them, I will strike you.
A journey? What should I do?
Well, see that box over there?
That one?
Go get it.
Of course.
Hey, wait, with that box, when you touch you break everything nice that I own.
Wait, guys, you're not just gonna leave him.
Oh, yes, we absolutely are.
You see what happens when you put a barbarian in charge? Nothing gets done.
Guys.
To the Lake of Endless Singing. Oh, Krag.
Lake of Endless Singing, that's not at all what he said.
We missed you. Oh, so
if
sure
you're
you did.
gonna
Don't
annoy
touch me.
people, just do it the right way. Stop. He's getting left. No one cares.
I didn't steal anything. The only thing that was stolen.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with the show soon. In the meantime, if you wouldn't mind, download the app for the Fantasy Network or go to thefantasy.network and check out Walking in Circles. It's our passion project that we'd love to make a third season of, and we need your help doing so. If you can watch us on thefantasy.network, it will be a huge help. Again, thanks so much, and we'll see you guys when the show comes right back here in a few minutes.
Larger than the average human heart.
I guess should I grab it now?
You're the chosen one.
I
You're the chosen one. You're the
Yeah.
chosen one. Lady Lyra, you're the chosen one.
Just grab it. I grab it.
Okay.
Hold it.
It's icy in your hands. It feels very cold. And it begins to beat a little bit faster.
It's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up.
Talk to it.
Lisa, it's your thing.
Hello. I'm really nervous.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Well, now, guys, I have a beating heart. That's cold.
Touch it to your heart. Is it your heart? Lick it. See what happens.
It just feels cold.
It's really cold.
Icy.
Warm it up. You've got. Yeah, but it's beating. I don't want to break it.
Outside.
Was there anything else? Can I? Well, can I? I mean, does it have anything on it that I personally said it? Yeah, what did the voice
What did the
say?
voice tell you?
When you don't know what to do with something, always try licking it first.
He's not wrong.
No.
Her might freeze to it.
But I don't. Did the pictogram have anything else on it? You guys looked at it.
Cannibals eating hearts.
No, seriously. Did it have a heart on it? No.
Well, mull around.
Was there another room that we're missing? Okay, wait. We haven't even looked at this room anyway. We
Kalima.
only looked at the. You're right. You're right. Look around the room. Hey, listen.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I'm just gonna hold this.
You said.
Is it still beating fast?
Yeah, it hasn't changed ever since you picked. There's been no change since you picked it up.
Okay, so
you
I'm
said
be careful with it.
You said her dust blew away, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be careful with the black heart.
19?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is a pretty large open space. There's not really anything else here. The bell is the only really notable feature of the room.
Maybe we should take it
Put
back
it back to the outside.
altar.
The altar outside.
The altar. That's what I was. Well, that wasn't exactly what I was thinking, but I like
The
that
other
idea.
altar?
Well, I was thinking the room where we had like that place where I wasn't sure.
Try
what
that room first. If not, we have to go outside to the actual temple. That thing.
Probably
we
outside
up.
of the temple.
Yeah.
Put it in the bell.
No.
And then hit the bell. See what happens.
So we let's go to
You should eat it. You usually eat the heart of your
This is not
enemy
Game of Thrones.
after you kill him.
Is there a knowledge religion check I can make?
I can make a knowledge check.
Okay. I put it. Let's
Okay.
go to the
Only
let's
one
go
that
to
has it.
sacred.
All right, Lady Lyra.
What is that? So I go into the room with Alex because we're the only ones worried about this icy heart.
Okay.
No, we're worried about it. We just keep telling you to eat it.
We just want you to see what happens when you eat it.
Do I still
Where I
matter
like
yet?
try to like
Put it on the altar.
yeah.
Okay, over the bowl where you sacrifice the claw.
Yeah.
And then
As you are moving further away from that room, the heart is beating faster. You get to the room with the bowl. Nothing happened. Like you put it in the bowl, nothing seems to
so I pick it
happen.
back up.
Yeah.
Guys, you want to go try outside?
Yeah. I mean,
Are you getting warmer? Warmer?
No, like is it
is
getting
it
warmer?
warmer?
No.
Cold, ice cold, ice cold. You're going the wrong way.
Cold as ice.
Start walking.
Yeah, it's warmer.
You're really into
It's beating
sacrifice, your
faster,
love.
so I think that we should move toward where you said. I think that's a great idea.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
start walking outside.
We walk
towards the temple.
yeah.
The closer you get to the outside, it's ever so steadily being faster and faster.
Okay. So
You
keep
take
going.
it up out of the temple,
Yes, we do.
and as soon as the sunlight touches it, you can feel that this icy quality that it's like almost like it thaws and it grows warm in your heart, and it's beating faster and faster now.
And it explodes, and another one of those creatures pops out.
And they give it to Ned.
Do the altar up the stairs.
By the time you reach the altar, the heart is pumping rapidly, and it is reminiscent of holding a terrified wild bird in your palm.
Okay.
Though you do not imagine that this foul thing is simply going to give out in terror.
Like it suddenly, she just did hands like it had wings, and she was like, "Whoa!"
Hey everybody, we are back with our second half of this exciting episodes of Dragons and Things.
Sorry.
Hi, how you guys doing? You guys feeling good about your plan? How things are going so far? Feel like
It's
you're
going
really-
exactly as we planned.
Exactly as planned, as always.
You know what I love, Jib Jab, is
what?
being in the GM seat and like hearing the plan and be like, no, I mean, there's never a plan that goes right?
Well, it's never a plan that goes exactly how the players think it's going to go. Because, like, honestly, you guys have gotten to the wall.
We've succeeded in a couple of ways.
And we saw the White Walkers, didn't we?
White Walkers.
Yeah, I mean, you still have people sort of waiting in surprise. Like, you've got to jump on these guys if they decide to
It's
jump
in
in.
a surprise round. I'm going to be able to pull out all of my items.
No.
And just start chucking and kicking, Quiggles.
At least your shield.
That's not what's going to happen.
In a surprise round, I will be able to pull out at least my shield.
Surprise round requires that the combatant doesn't know about you and the combatant does know about you. So there's going to be no surprise round.
It doesn't know that I'm there.
Yeah, it does know that you're there.
You on the table.
You know what? Before we resolve all this nonsense, I do want to talk about the prize that we are giving out this
Prize?
week.
We're
Because
giving
it
out a
is
prize?
from Norse Foundry. Not only are we giving away the Norse Foundry power-up that was won earlier this episode, but we also have an amazing prize from Norse Foundry. And what is that?
Woo!
Money,
Foundry
gaming
coins.
money.
Can't do it now.
These beautiful coins from Norse Foundry come in denominations of 100, 25, 5, and 1.
Can you hold one up?
They are, yeah, and they're and 10. Sorry, I forgot the dimes.
They're dwarven.
They're dwarven token. They're dwarven money.
tokens.
I really like these as a currency at the table. You can use them if you just want to use like inspiration tokens or whatever system that you like to reward players with, or you can use them as actual money. Like the players find a pouch of coins. Like you can put the amount that they find in there and help keep track of
Put them on a necklace?
the economy of the players have.
Do you want me to sign them for people?
I have
I'm
their
not gonna sign them all.
Dwarven
No.
runes?
I have
Do you
their
not?
goblin coins,
Yeah.
and they are sick.
Yeah, they're
I
really
love them
cool.
so much.
So we are giving out a whole big old set of these awesome coins. Those are from Norse Foundry. Again, Norse Foundry has not just dice. They have all kinds of other amazing gaming accessories. Go check them out at norsefoundry.com. When you do, don't forget to use DAT code, because that's going to get you it's going to save you some Quiggly bucks if you use DAT code when you check out.
$15%, which code?
which is like 200.
Wait, which code?
DAT
code. Which
DAT
code?
code.
Which code?
Thank you, Craig.
Wait, which code?
Thanks, Craig.
D-A-T-C-O-D.
You're hilarious.
And I think that right before this combat, something needs to happen.
Yeah, well, we also got cheers from Batman
Oh,
Zero
yes,
and
do
Photo
Craig.
Crawler.
I see you are at the ready.
So, Krag?
Krag, pour with the man so that we can
I thought you
proceed
meant
past
wildfires.
this
Ben, you're more
incredibly
important
important
than I am.
tradition.
You know, I think that you should join in.
Why? I don't. Oh, slap it. Slap him out.
You know,
Slap him out
I'm
of their
going
hands.
to grab my
No, that would be a terrible
Leave it up.
idea.
Do it!
You
You should
need
get no. Join in on the fun. Everyone.
No, we need our own.
There, I drank my water. Woo! And then I throw my bottle. That's my thing.
We need
Yeah, Kimbleton has a thing too now.
Yeah, I've got a thing. I drink my water
You got a
bottle and I
thing,
chuck it.
You're getting a bracelet. You're just part of the team.
Wait, doesn't my bottle doesn't come back
Here,
to me?
Lyra.
Oh, shucks.
Aw.
What?
So
Use my ability. Ha!
Go!
I'll tell you one thing. One thing that I know. Now that your rituals are complete, yes, the pin bit, very, very cool, very nice. Are you done? All of that, you can just put those things away forever.
I love you so much, Alex.
And Quigley's got
we
the right
brought it
idea.
back to life for this. Says Brian
Quigley's got
Summer.
the right idea because it is time to roll initiative.
Yeah, baby!
Oh!
Oh, I've got a drop on him! Oh, I've got a drop on him!
Oh, we're twinsies! Woo!
24!
20 on that
24. I was at a 25, Quigley. I'm sorry.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. I'm lying to you.
21.
21.
We rolled the same number though.
Alex,
Yes.
what's your initiative?
10.
Oh, that's not good.
And we also need to roll that wild.
Oh, I know! Lyra.
Get everyone's initiative first. 2?
11 or 2?
11.
Okay.
It's okay. It's because we're up top.
Not
Yeah,
20
we're
on the
right,
die
we're
for
right.
initiative, so that's a 26 for me.
26. You didn't get the job on Kimbleton.
Except for Kimbleton, he's on the bottom.
We're still there.
I am right
You're
in
so
the middle
short.
there.
Oh, so we did. We got the drop.
You did. You got the drop. You were ready for this. You were ready for it all to collapse. You just.
Oh, I knew. I
you were
didn't
gonna
think
get
we were
to that
getting in.
point.
I thought we were gonna get harpooned. We're gonna get hit with a giant javelin.
Did they change your color?
I was gonna look like a stupid
Your
white
hair?
wolf.
What?
Your hair color is different.
Isn't it pretty? It's got a thing in the back and it has ears.
All right, amigos. It is Kimbleton. You see things have this creature is is raising its axe to attack Krag. You hear a cry from inside the stables. You know things have gotten just out of hand. You're at the top of the wall, looking down 10 feet on this scene below you. On the wall, you note that there is a ballista with a pile of ammunition nearby. What do you do?
A ballista.
I want to hop over to the ballista and I want
Yeah.
to load it so I can try to turn it and shoot one of the.
Okay. So since you were coming in from the east, the ballista is actually facing out over that field. So this round you can get to it. Next round, start loading it and start making that happen.
Alright.
Do you want to remain unseen during this process?
Yes, I want to
So
try
make
to
a
remain
stealth
unseen.
check.
If he's gonna use it.
We're gonna die. I'm gonna die by a
Ballista.
ballista.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
22.
Okay, yeah, you get over there. You're fairly certain they're so distracted with what's going on below, they don't know you're up there. So you're by the ammunition of the ballista. You like just cannot wait to see how this turns out for you. Next up, Quigley, you throw your hands are free.
How do you do
this
that again,
creature is
Quigley?
like it just got this huge like gnarly axe in its hand. It's coming right for you. What do you do?
I draw my shield.
Okay.
And then I draw my other weapon.
Yes, that sounds about right.
My mace.
Yeah.
I've yet to name, but I'll think of something good.
That's not your mace. That is the
McMacekin.
party's mace.
No, but I mean, I always.
It's bell. It's bell ringer.
Nice. Krag, what are you doing?
The guy's coming at me with an axe.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Get him.
Just with that Mr. Miyagi
Get him,
style.
buddy.
There, so you've got two trolls that are flanking you. The one that's currently attacking you is not flanking you, but
I can't be
those two
flanked.
are about to come in.
Well, I mean,
can't
they
be
can stand on
flanked,
the other
can I?
You
side.
can't be flanked. Fantastic. Glad to hear it. Gotta
Uh,
kill Krag too. There's so many characters I gotta kill. You have too many good powers. I'm done with it.
Did and then you just let me come
You
back.
created
crazy.
us, Jim. Well, right now I'm holding that magic, the +1 spear.
Yeah.
Can I just spear the guy attacking me
Yes.
and leave? Or no, can I attack him twice with the spear? And then leave it in him after the second one?
That's gonna give him the spear.
I don't care. I have my hammer on my back. I'm gonna pull that out. Oh.
It's a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit. It's 20, 25.
Yeah, you got him.
I don't know what the +1 spear does as far as damage.
1d8 damage.
A D8?
Yep. Plus your strength bonus. +1 because of the +1 spear.
Is it strength and a half because he's
Yeah,
got
because
two
it is
hands
two
on
So it would be
weapon,
the same
that's
as
correct.
what I have.
Yeah, your damage should be the same.
21.
21 points of damage. All right, you
I'm
thrust the
stabbing
spear
him again.
deep into this creature.
Stabbing him again.
Probably
17?
17 is a hit.
Woo. Yeah. And that's a 27. And I leave that. I like stab him really hard and leave the spear in the guy.
Sure. He actually goes down. You like jab him twice
he's
and
dead.
just drive
Yeah,
the
but you
spear,
remember
and you
firing.
drive it backward, and he just falls backward. The spear's just sticking straight up out of his.
Trolls.
So
we
that
fought
one's
these
dead,
guys
right?
before. You would remember that they would.
Yeah,
pop
it's
back
it's
up.
common knowledge that that's not a killed blow. He's down, but he's going to regenerate his health.
It's one of the reasons
well-
why I drew out the mace is because it's got fire attached to it. Is it the same? Would
Does
that
not
fire
do
work?
fire damage.
Okay, so
Fairy fire is not
What?
fire, Ben.
It is my turn. These creatures are going to react to all of this terrible stuff that's happening to them. First,
there's a
by
total of 4 of them?
gaining a couple of hit points back.
What?
Jim Jam.
The troll that you drive to the ground, like, it goes still for a moment, and then, like,
The spear's in
like,
it.
Yeah, the spear's in it, and then there's
Frodo.
this blast. As soon as we get to Alex's turn, and I'm going to do the thing.
Are these all women trolls?
What?
Women
Because
trolls?
we could really say Frodo to them.
Oh.
Yes.
And Coco said Frodo.
Women trolls.
Frodo!
They're all lady
troll
trolls.
Mrs. Quigley just said giant pendulous breasts.
Wait.
Dong, dong.
Ah, great. You think this troll must be dead, but it just like
Maybe they get
it
knocked
goes
in the
still for
face.
just a moment and then
Hit
like
point.
reaches up and grabs the spear out of its chest. You can see the wound like literally closing before your eyes, and it stands up, provoking an attack of opportunity from you. But you are not armed.
No, can
Punch
I?
him.
But on this, can I grab my hammer? Or not?
No, you can't as a reaction arm yourself. No. So since you're unarmed, you can't react.
To punch it?
If you use an unarmed strike, it actually attacking an armed creature provokes an attack of opportunity. So.
Oh, remember when I had a cool gauntlet?
I do
that-
remember.
You remember that? I need to make another one because I have
Petunia's tusk would actually have been able. You would have been able.
I know.
To do
I have
it, yeah.
Petunia's other tusk.
Don't
Yeah.
the trolls have tusks?
Yes.
Can
Hi.
I retroactively say I drew Sword Goliath?
No.
Okay.
You very specifically told me which weapon you
Yeah,
wanted to draw.
because I thought that the fire would do something.
Yeah, so basically Quigley's got the hammer or the mace in his hand. He goes, "Oh shit!" and you look to the troll and you're like, "Hey, time out, bro! I got the wrong weapon." And he's like, and tries to take an attack on you.
Just calm down.
Here comes
I'm
the
gonna light a
axe.
match and chase away this troll.
Ooh, buddy!
What?
That is going to hit armor class 30.
Me?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Nice.
Brian Summers says Lady Troll and the Pendulous Breast playing nightly at the Boom Boom Club.
You take 10 points of damage as he just slams the battle axe down at you and then lunges in to try to bite you. This is probably not going to hit, but I might as well take the attack.
Don't turn into a troll.
Yeah.
You have 2 rerolls, Jim.
Yeah, but I literally can only hit him with the secondary attack on a natural 20.
So you should use that reroll.
I'm not going to use that on this.
You've got 2 of them.
I'm going to wait for a good opportune moment. Second, the bite is no good, and then his free claw he just comes across, and nothing on the claw, nothing on the bite. Did get you with the battle axe, which is exciting.
Broke a tooth on your arm.
He does have reach on you, so he didn't step up to attack you because he pushed you against the table.
Yeah.
So he's just like from 10 feet
Oh,
away,
that's
just
fine.
lobbing.
I'm not afraid of him.
Raining blows down on you. The 2 guys that are flanking, but not technically you, Krag, are gonna take battle axe swings. My best is a 24.
That's it.
24 is it? Okay,
Yep.
so the 24 is gonna hit. The other one's definitely gonna miss. And that is going to deal 10 points of damage. 10 points of damage to you. The one that stood up and has the spear tries to give it back to you. And just lunges forward with the spear. With a 24 to hit. So he successfully drives the spear into your
That
shoulder.
was a mistake.
You only take 5 points of damage from the spear.
Okay.
None of them are going to lunge in with the bites and the claws. But that does take us to Lyra's turn. You see that the battle has broken out down below. Kimbleton has very stealthily made his way over to the ballista.
I don't want to give our position away.
Right.
Not until he tries to hit these things.
Okay.
So, where is he in the lineup?
I'm at the top.
Kimbleton, he's up at the front. He's going next, or at the next turn.
Can I withhold my action until he does his thing?
You can. You can just hold back. Now we come to Alex. Alex, roll a d20 before anything else happens.
5.
5.
You're in for such a treat. It's so fun.
It's so much fun when wild magic
She
strikes.
becomes larger.
You feel.
She gets the first good one.
She's got this feeling so sudden and new.
Nervous.
You know what?
What?
No.
Wow.
She gets a
You
good one.
feel a very strange sensation as you very gently lift up off the ground because you can fly. You are freed
You can
from the silly
fly?
constraints of land-bound creatures.
Yes.
You can fly free as a bird.
Oh, I'm taking my
become a-
crossbow out.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 20 and became an undead monstrosity.
And now it's
she rolled a
Peter
5
Pan.
and she becomes Peter Pan.
Oh, that's been my dream.
Okay. Yeah, you're flying.
So I see you do I take my crossbow out and I start loading it.
All right, you load your
Very
crossbow. That's
excited
do you have quick draw?
No.
Okay, so draw and load. Boom. I need you to roll percentile dice.
Oh boy. Is this for flight check?
Oh, we'll see about that. Thought it was all fun and games, didn't you?
And she like, don't jinx me.
It's like head first. She's like trying to do it.
22?
Okay. Kimbleton,
What
top of
does
the next
that
round.
So there's only 2 trolls outside that we can see, right?
Oh shit!
Huh?
There's only 2 outside that we can see. There's no other
There's
trolls
3 outside that you can see,
3
but they're
outside.
all swarmed around Krag.
All right.
I get speared by.
So I want to move the ballista
Sure,
around,
yeah.
and I want to point at the one that, if I were to do this poorly, I would have a lesser of a chance of hitting Krag.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you do the best you can there. Now, loading it and moving it, next round you can fire it.
All right.
Okay? But yeah, you're getting yourself set up.
Great.
All right, yeah, you're getting yourself set up for that big old thing. Now, you said you wanted to hold until he went, like he loads the
literally
crossbw.
not
Yeah,
doing
he loads the
can't yet,
ballista.
it's facing
You
the
see
wrong way.
Alex like floating in the air next to you, and she looks ecstatic, and she just loads her crossbow like, yeah, I'm gonna kill these guys.
I think Lyra would wait. I don't think she would.
Okay, you're gonna continue to hold. I got you.
So
No problem.
What's gonna happen.
Quiggles.
Okay. As a free action, I drop the mace. As a move action, I draw sword live.
Yes.
As a swift action,
fruit action.
I take a 5-foot step.
5-foot steps are not swift actions.
That's a 5-foot step, dog.
You
That's
can
a 5 step.
drop
I take a
and take a
5-foot step.
but like yeah, you can take a
Uh,
5 step.
And I say to him, now I just want to make sure I'm very clear about this. I plan on killing you because otherwise Arendelle might get upset. And
Your passive aggressive prayer is noted.
and I slice it.
Okay, slice away.
Get it, buddy.
Yeah. Yes. 24.
24 hits.
14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. All right, what you got next?
There was a lot of things that just happened, and I did them all.
You did them all? You
Yeah.
free. No, you had to move action to draw. So
Yep.
that's yes. Okay, I thought yeah. You're good then. Greg, it's all up to you, bud.
Oh gosh. I got stabbed with my own spear, Jim.
You did. You did.
I got stabbed with my own spear.
Yeah.
Nobody makes him stab with his own spear.
So I can't
Nobody.
draw my weapon and cleave because I could draw
Drawing
it
is a
and
move
hit
action
once.
and then attack
I could
once.
draw and hit once. But I'm real mad, Jim.
You get mad about it?
I'm getting real mad.
You get super
I'm
mad?
getting real mad because I gotta kill these guys.
Yeah.
You gotta do stuff.
How much do you get?
I get white wolf howling, raging mad.
How's that sound?
Yeah. Oh!
That's a hit.
Stop telling him it's a hit when you meant 26.
Yeah. Now, just out of curiosity, which one are you attacking?
The one that spears you.
The one that spears you. Okay.
I don't understand.
Ooh,
Nice.
It's a
So
hit.
31.
31 points of damage. Down again.
Is he dead
And
yet?
this dead, yeah. Because that
So
takes
dead.
it below its con. It is dead.
Yes.
Dead.
Always impressed.
These are all ice trolls, yes?
They
is that-
sure
what is that on the ground?
are.
There's something crawling. I see it.
You see her crawling.
She's waiting, trying to
Pictures.
take her pictures.
She's crawling.
After Krag, it is my turn. I'm just checking one thing.
She's Ben. He's smiling. That light is reflecting off his cranium.
Ben really wants his picture taken.
Wait for it. So how many cards
Okay,
do you have?
never mind. Great. Good to know.
She's like,
Good to know.
So we have 3 more.
So how much damage did you deal, Krag?
31.
We
31.
31.
see 2 out in the yard still, and then there's 1
Okay.
inside the home.
On my turn, the 2 that are still standing. Swinging. Swingaroos.
Swing.
My highest is a 22, which doesn't hit you, right?
Yep.
It does hit you?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
snap.
raging. I'm a raging
Oh, yeah,
barbarian,
it
Jim.
goes down when you're rating. Okay, with the 22, that axe is coming in and dealing. Oh, that's a pretty good hit too. That is going to be 13 points of damage as it just slams into you. And then over in the Quigley arena, this creature takes a little shuffle back.
Oh.
And then
And I use my step up ability.
you don't have that.
I could have.
That's a Krag. And it's just going to go ahead and take a swing with that axe. 20, even a 25. I know that's no good against Mr. Quiggles. Mr. Quiggles is better than that. And that'll take us to Lyra's turn. Lyra, it's coming around to you
so
again.
I can see them, right, in battle?
Yeah, you can see them.
So since I'm waiting for them, I'm gonna use my glove and heal Cure Light Wounds on Krag.
Cure Light Wounds on Krag. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay, cool.
She can reach me that far?
What?
Yeah, she can because she uses the glove to
Damn.
make the little portal that...
Heal you.
Like her hand just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Pets me.
Pats you on the head.
Pets the white wolf.
Yeah. 10.
10 hit points back for Krag. All right, you're feeling a lot better about that. Alex, it's your turn.
All right, here we go. We're gonna shoot at. There's 2 on Krag, 1 on Ben.
Yeah, the one that is on
I don't know
you
who
can't
this
see
Ben
because it's
is.
actually in a building still.
Ben who?
And then so I can't see his. Do
Ben
I see the?
Dover.
There's a third. Isn't there another
Third
one?
one that just like Krag just knocked one down.
So I'll go after the other one that I see on Krag.
Okay. Now do you have precise shot?
I do not.
All right, it's gonna be a -4 on the attack.
It's gonna hit. Didn't get to the first. 16 plus 11 minus 4.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a hit.
Great. Is that a sneak attack?
Huh?
Is that sneak attack? Because they can't
Sneak
see
attack,
me.
yeah, sure. They could see you. That they weren't looking at you because they were focused on Krag. But they could see you because you're flying above the wall.
Fine.
No,
Like Peter
no,
Pan.
He
Like
gave
Mary-
it to you.
Are you?
Yeah, I gave it to you.
Are
I'm
you
just
Peter
saying
Pan
you're
or
not
Mary
you're not
Poppins?
hidden.
No, I'm Peter Pan. I'm Peter Pan. Are you kidding me?
I'm flying.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Okay, so first crossbow.
Oh no.
6 plus
Oh, no.
3.
9.
9. Sneak attack. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
That's 24.
Sneak attack.
15 points of sneak
24.
attack damage. All right,
And
that's a
then
solid
he
hit.
gets bleed damage.
And he starts to bleed. Creatures that regenerate cannot bleed.
Great, fine.
Alright, well.
That's alright.
Boom.
Cannot bleed.
And I load it up again.
All right, they see you now.
Great.
They know that now. They notice you,
That's
which
fine.
is yes.
That's fine.
I do need you to roll percentile dice.
Is she by
Why not?
Don't worry about why. Just do it.
No, I'm a little bit farther away from you guys.
41.
41. Okay. We are at the top of the next round. Kimbleton, you can finally.
Yeah. I'm gonna. So I see Alex.
like
I see an
spins
arrow
upside
just
Yeah.
go and shoot one. I'll Is that one still standing?
Yeah, it's still standing.
I'll go for the other one. The other one.
You're
I
gonna go for
have.
the other one.
Yeah.
Now that one's on the other side of Krag, so Krag actually gives it cover.
Is
So
it?
it'd be
All right.
harder
So
to
I'll
hit
go,
that
I'll go for the one that.
Yeah,
Alex
okay.
hit.
So
All
fire
right.
the nearest one to you.
What am I adding to this?
Just your ranged attack bonus.
Oh, 29.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. 3d8 damage.
Whoa!
Ooh, let's
Is that-
move
anything
Polana
else
out
on
here.
top of that, or just a
No,
two?
it's just straight up 3d8.
So,
No.
7.
7 points of damage. Okay, so you guys all hear this, and this javelin comes whistling down and slams into the back, like knocking the troll almost over onto you, and it turns around and is like.
Okay, we need to find an elephant.
The
and
troll
we need to mount
ranger-
this
The
thing
troll's
on
super
here.
upset about this. And
You just hear from up top.
Quigley.
Yep. So this time it's getting the full complement of my
Full
smashing.
compliment.
So
Quigley's
it's
nonsense.
I'm getting ready here. Yeah! Okay, all right. Nice.
Not excited. Fine, hold on, wait.
All right. What? Why are you laughing? The first one's definitely a hit and is going to do 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
The next one, probably not with the 15.
15 is not going to hit.
And then the last one, not. But.
All right.
But.
Not but. Naughty but.
It was very fun.
It was naughty.
Figure some weird stuff out right now. All right. That takes us to Krag's turn.
are they flanking or adjacent?
These are the ones that are flanking, so they're not adjacent to each other.
Ah. I attack one twice.
Okay, which one? One's been hurt, one has not been hurt.
Which one was the one next to the one with the spear? Just
They're
turn-
both, they would both be kind of next to it.
injured.
Injured one? Okay.
Injured
go for
one.
it.
I smell blood. I'm a white
Go
wolf.
for it, yeah.
Oh no! Ah! That's a
Is that
that's
20?
a hit.
That's
no.
a 19 on the die.
So that's
That's close enough.
31.
31,
Nice.
yeah, you got it.
Oh.
Nice.
So good.
32.
32
Damage.
points of damage.
And I'm coming again.
Okay.
Coming again. Ah! That's 25.
25 is a hit.
Oh, that's 28.
And that one goes down.
Squishes it like jelly.
Squish, 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 squish.
Okay.
One more?
There are two more active because the one that's facing Quigley has not gone down yet. But it is my turn.
So Krag's just like, he's whack-a-mole down
It's
there.
like one of those things that like come
Whack-a-troll.
up. What are they called? Those games where like they
Whack-a-mole.
come up. That's what it's called.
Go with Whack-a-Troll.
Whack-a-mole, whack-a-mole, whack-a-troll. What are they called?
I got an attack coming in at Quiggles.
Alright.
Actually, you know what? This creature steps back.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And you notice that it doesn't actually go. It actually, rather than lifting up the axe to attack you, reaches down and grabs a huge, like, ox horn off of its belt.
Oh no!
And raises it up to
No.
its lips.
You have to roll a blow.
Attack of opportunity.
Roll a blow check. Make sure
It
you
steps
took
back.
a
5-foot step. Roll a blow
I
check.
took a 5-foot step back.
I go, look at right here! I'm open! Just use your soul! Hey, look at this! That come and hit me!
Performance check.
Something.
You hear
It's the
the
Riders of
blasting
Wuhan.
call
Oh, shite.
of a war horn. You all hear it.
You're alone.
And then, those of you flying see dark shapes lift off up into the air from somewhere up above you, off the roof of the fortress, and begin circling down towards. They look like blackened, frost-bitten eagles with lions' bodies, and they're circling down towards you. 2 of them.
Towards me?
Yes, towards you sitting there with your
What are you
crossbow
doing
and
in there
you're
in the
flying
stables?
around.
Excuse me. Not all of us deal 30 points of damage in one hit, Sir
Get
Krag.
with the program.
I can't! I've had my paladin powers taken away!
The other one that's outside with you, Krag, will take an attack. And might have gotten you. Yeah, that's going to be a 26 to hit, so that's going to be a hit. Axe comes down, grinding. Oh, yeah, max damage.
Owie.
16 points of damage.
Owie.
This thing just gets a solid hit when you leave an opening. You're just slamming your hammer into this one that's fallen over and over again, and it takes this opportunity to just get you right in the back, cutting you right in the right under your butt, leaving this huge gash in your upper
Why
jaw.
would you do that?
Well, Brian Summer says if poop jokes
I
were
pulled
bits,
a
you guys would be in a
muscle
studio
once.
right now.
Jobu Needs a Refill says they'd own the studio.
And that takes us to Lyra's turn.
Krag, it
Lyra,
just
you can
split your
see these
hole in a weird way so you can
large
down a
creatures
banister.
like coming down for you.
We
Next
do
round
own
they're
a
gonna
studio
hit you.
at this place.
What do you do?
Why would they hit
Well,
me? I'm not
Because they don't
flying.
like you.
But I'm not flying.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Well, it doesn't. Either way, you're up on the wall. They're coming at you.
But can they see me? All right. So you said that they were coming after only the people flying.
If look, at this point now,
It's
now
rolling
one of
down.
them is 100% coming for
Fine,
you,
fine,
and
okay.
it will not relent
All
until
right.
I have satisfied my dark urge to destroy you. How about that?
That's not very nice. Can I please put? Okay, I would like to do 2 things. I would like to cast spiritual weapon
Okay. On
on the one fighting Krag, the creature.
the troll.
Yep.
Okay.
Fairly certain that's a full round action.
Huh?
No.
No,
I have
spiritual
2.
weapon's not a full round action. I don't think so.
Chill,
I'll check it, but I don't
buddy.
believe it is. It might be.
No, I get 2 for that one. That's 6 points. Not much, but
You have
Did
to
you
still
roll to attack?
attack.
Or did you just assume you were going to do damage? Yeah, it's a standard action to cast that spell.
Oh.
All right. Well, I have 14 on the die.
Okay. So that's going to hit.
Okay. And then I got. Do you want me to roll again, or is that?
What was your damage?
A 6.
6 points
Not
of
much, but come
damage.
And then I would like to. Can I cast Stunning Barrier?
No,
around
you
me?
just cast a spell, did you not?
Yep, you did your thing.
So we're gonna.
But I
we're
have
gonna-
2 things I can do.
You can do a move action and a standard action. Casting a spell
Okay,
is a standard
so
action.
I can move.
So you can move, yes.
I would like to. What's around me that I can hide from these
I mean,
creatures?
you're on top of a wall.
Yeah, but there has to be things like barracks and stuff, right? No.
No, we're fucked.
Cool. I would like to. I'm closest to him. Yes.
You're closest to Alex, actually.
She hides behind Alex.
No, she's flying.
I'm flying.
All right,
Well, I know,
I go-
but she's still distance-wise closer to you.
Okay, I would like
You
to
jump
go
and
closer
ride,
to,
lady.
Yeah, so you start rushing over towards the.
Bad idea.
It's Lucas Martinez says, can we all just stop and remember Lear is enjoying a free deluxe breakfast right now?
Right now, Claire is having the best deluxe breakfast.
She's sitting there doing her dance.
She's doing her crazy face while she's like, I'm going to redecorate!
And she's like, oh, I see them
She's
dead
going
again.
to incorporate the
They'll
tree
be
into
fine.
it.
Alex, it's your turn.
Do they look clear, like ghostly?
No, they're solid.
Great. Can I aim the crossbow at one of them?
You
See if I
can.
can try.
I'll allow it. Just this once.
12 plus 11.
Now, what I do need you to do is make a fly check, because if you're not gonna move, you have to make a flight check. So make a fly
roll your
check
D20.
to hover.
Excuse me.
Let me just see for 1 second. Oh yeah, I don't have. I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna use one of my rerolls.
Okay.
It's a good call.
Really not fast.
You're gonna probably use that other reroll,
Well, I've
right?
been
Oh,
trying to
goodness.
swallow it and keep it in as
You're not built to fly.
You want to use that other reroll?
Yeah, we're gonna use the other reroll too. Thanks guys for the rerolls. 20!
Yeah, sure. So when you get to just choose what number you roll, I mean, the game's pretty easy, huh? It must be really fun.
Hey,
when you
wait,
just
she
get to
still
roll
has the
die
natural
until you
20
get a
she could
result
give
that you
herself,
like.
too.
So you basically you roll until you get what you want, and then you fly correctly. So you can hover. So now you can load and fire in the same way.
Shoot him out of the
You do,
sky.
you do.
Clip that wing and make it fall for forever.
17 plus 11.
17 plus
20.
11. That is going to be a hit.
Okay.
Quiggles.
And it's flat-footed to her, so
It's
of
not
course-
flat-footed.
No, it is. Yeah. It is.
I don't even know why you're
It's a
saying
sneak
such nonsense to me.
No, I don't think it's cheating.
Jim.
He's
Six,
going towards me.
Sneak attack damage. 27 points of sneak attack damage.
No sneak attack damage.
It's just 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. All
There's
right.
18 points of fire damage.
You this crossbow bolt, it like lodges in the creature's shoulder, but you can see that it barely penetrates this like ice rime coating that's covering it. There's something weird about the way it's flying too. Like it's really clumsy and kind of awkward. Like there's something very strange, and you can see its eyes are these like piercing blue, like almost like glinting in the light. Like
It's bad to call things
it's
names,
weird.
Jim.
It's a White Walker.
Something weird
It's a White
is going
Walker.
on
I knew
there.
it. It's a flying White Walker.
And it is now time for you to roll a percentile.
Oh,
Good times.
32.
32.
I got erase
You're fine.
I'm 5.
You're fine. You're good.
Things are gonna get I just
Uh,
watched him do the math. 1, 2, 3 maths. Did she make it? Yeah. So what do I think I know?
Kimbleton,
And I load my crossbow.
Well, she knows
you loaded and fired already.
I'm gonna load it for next.
You can't. You
I
loaded.
loaded it last time when I was done. I announced it.
How do you like if you load and fire and then there's no more loading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have been able to load at the end of last round because you loaded and fired.
There's something in Jim right now.
Like I'm sorry, that's
No, that's fine.
I don't know how many actions y'all want to take.
No, I just thought I had to announce it every
We're
time.
gonna-
No, it's a move action to load your crossbow. So like even if you say it, like you have to have an extra move action to do that with, and you didn't last round.
I would like to put in a wild magic suggestion that we get as many actions as we can.
I think get out of here. You're drunk. Kimbleton, time for the next
And
round.
you're drunk.
You notice now there's these more creatures come. The Warhorn blast. There's only 2 trolls left standing. What
We
do
see
you do?
Polarna looking, standing at the window like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Am I able to
Watching.
load this thing and maneuver it to fire at one of the flying?
No, if you maneuver it and load it,
And load-
that's a whole round.
That's fine.
It was a
I see.
drive-by printing.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do that. That'll be fine.
What are you doing?
I'm loading and maneuvering to try to shoot. at
Okay,
the
so yeah,
object.
so you're basically setting yourself up for the next. You get this huge javelin, and you're like, chung, chung, and then getting ready to fire on the next
Have a
round.
giant carry around this thing and just take it with us wherever we want.
That would be pretty baller. Quiggles, what do
Cast
you
a
do?
large person on Krag and put it on his shoulder.
Well, what I'm doing is I was trying to make this so easy for you. Step up and down.
Make your attacks.
I can't even.
You got it. You
Got
got
this.
it. You got it, Sir Quigley.
Hit it with first.
There it is.
Oh, baby, I'm gonna hit with all of them. All right, so 27 on the first one, 15 points of damage.
Yes.
Then I just take my shield and I slam it into it for a 23, and it does 5 points of damage. And finally, I just slam into it with Sword Life one more time with a natural 18, and I do 13 points of damage.
13 points
15,
of damage,
13,
and
28.
the troll goes down.
Yes!
Like squish it.
You don't know.
Is he dead?
Troll goes down.
So it took me a long time, but I did over 30 points of damage.
Krag.
There's one more.
He does one swing, it's
One
like
more.
30, and I'm like,
Double swing. Ah! Yeah, I'm still gonna math it out. 28.
28 hits.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
All right.
Going
Pretty
again.
Solid hit. Another going again.
Going again. Ah! 17.
17 is a hit, yes.
Die. 30.
Yeah, that troll goes down.
Oh, I'm looking at wrong. Add 6 more points to.
I won't.
Add 6 more.
No, I actually
I was
won't.
looking at the wrong
I won't.
stats.
I won't.
6 more.
Nah.
No.
Nah, bro.
Is dead
I'm
dead?
not gonna do it.
Is it dead dead?
I'm not doing this.
Is dead dead?
It goes down.
you gotta look at this math though, because Lord Marcus found something and added it to him, and I'm not so certain that it's very real. So you might
Well,
want
he
to check
was
it.
he was doing power attack wrong for a while because it actually
Oh.
scales up as
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get better. So
I was
that's
selling
why
myself
he's
short.
now, yeah.
Okay, so that's where it falls short.
It's all coming from that power attack because he's using a two-handed weapon, and power attack scales as you get stronger, and it's brutal. Okay.
If you were a fighter of any sort, it would be ridiculous not to take power attack.
Silly. Here come the icy griffins, swooping down.
Oh wait,
One coming right in at you.
Jim Jam, I gotta tell you, I do have a griffin sound effect. And,
Ooh, yeah.
What do they sound like?
Well, we're getting ready for it. Let me just find it.
That's a distant hippopotamus.
21 against your AC is a miss. So it comes down, tries to bite you in its jaw, and you can see a lot of huge patches of its flesh are just rotting. Huge chunks of its fur are just missing. This thing it's not right. It's not right at all. The other one is gonna come dive bombing in at Lyra.
I ran.
I know you ran, but I flew. I flew
Okay,
right
I get
to
it.
you.
I just tell you.
And I'm gonna hit armor class
Yes.
14.
Oh no!
Not a bad roll. It's a 3 on the die.
yes.
You know what though? I have a reroll.
Oh! Wow.
That is gonna hit armor class 20, Lyra.
Oh.
Gotcha. Here it comes. All right. It deals 4 points of damage. It's a graze, but then you feel this icy chill take hold in your shoulder where the wound is, and you take an additional 2 points of cold damage.
So 6?
Total of 6 points of damage. Yes.
Because she's fire, does she have a weakness?
No, she does not have weakness against fire, or she doesn't have weakness against cold. You need to figure out.
Does the one in front of me get up?
Nope.
I'm still gonna squish it.
Squish it.
It is now Lyra's turn. You are faced with this weird, ice-covered, rotting griffin with these glowing blue eyes. What do you do?
Well, I would like to cast a spiritual weapon on that sucker.
Okay. You can just move a spiritual weapon that is attacking one
okay.
target
Can I
over
please
to a new
move
one.
him
Yes.
over?
Yes, and then you can do a different action.
What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Your hammer, remember? Your hammer.
But it's prettier.
It's got
So-
butterflies on it.
And glitter.
6 points of damage.
Did you roll to hit?
You have to roll to hit.
I'm sorry.
It's a very important part of this
Sorry.
process.
I didn't hit it. I got a 6 on the die.
Yeah, okay, that's not gonna hit, so
Sorry
you
about
deal no damage. Now, you can take action. Now it's your turn. What do you want to do with your turn?
I'd like to hurt it.
You like
kick
to what?
it. I would like to kick it, sir. Kick it? I'd like to hit it with my staff.
Okay, roll an attack.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, no, you're good.
Yeah, that's like a 13.
13 is not gonna do it. It is it's
Well, I
a
tried.
little beastlier than that.
Okay.
It's Lucas Martinez says, with the extra +6 to damage, the female troll dies and goes to troll heaven, where she talks to a servant of a god. They talk for a while, and then
it comes back.
Yeah.
Alex, it's Alex's turn.
Is it right here on me?
Oh yeah, it's right up in your grill.
I'm gonna have to drop my crossbow. So I drop and go, watch out! And
It
then,
discharges, the bolt lodges in Crag's neck, he is dead.
And can
You
I
deal full sneak attack damage to
take
him
a
and leave.
5-foot step back and draw
You
my
cannot
weapons?
because you are flying.
Well, can I take a 5-foot fly step back?
It's not, no.
Then I pull out my weapons.
Okay, you got your weapons out.
I can't do anything else, right?
You do need to
Can I
see if you
attack?
can. You have to see. So, you said you don't have quick draw.
I don't.
Okay, so
Well, I'm gonna write this
yeah, do you
down
have the
so
quick
I
release
wear
sheath?
my
You have the
sheath.
quick sheath.
Oh, I do have the quick. I have the sheath. Yeah.
Okay, so that's one move action. Now, if you don't want to move anywhere, then you need to make a hover check.
Can she control her flight? She can move?
Yeah, she can move. Yeah.
you have to roll a fly check.
Okay.
If you just
make
want
a
to
fly
stay
check.
still.
Because if you don't make your fly check, you have to move because you can't just hover there. Like it's
Right.
hard to do.
Right. Okay. Let me roll for a fly check. Ooh, palette. Oh my god.
Wow, nice reflex save for catching it.
She's got a higher reflex.
18?
18 is good. That's enough to hover.
Okay.
Where you are, so you can draw your weapon. And now, since if you use that quick sheath, then that's a move action, free action to draw because you use the quick sheath. And now you can stab it once. You can stab it once.
Okay. So
Make a stabby stab.
And because it doesn't know the quick
Just a
sheath-
stabby.
Oh, crit! On the
Crit
stabby stab.
machine is back!
Crit.
You
It's a
can make it a
D4
one.
plus.
So it says the 1d4, right?
Yep.
Do I add anything?
+2.
And then times that. 3, 5. That's 10.
Wait,
Huh?
are you using this silver dagger?
No, it's just a regular. It's a magical dagger. It's just a regular magical dagger.
Alright, so you just, and then it's +3.
So it's +3.
So 6 points of damage.
6.
So 12
points.
total.
No, 12, because I have to times it by 2.
Multiply by 2. All right. Yeah. Sorry, it took.
Pretty good for a dagger.
Huh?
All right. You can tell. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, you stab it, and it's frozen flesh. Like, is really hard to cut through. But you make a gash. And now I need you to roll percentile dice.
Better make it above a 40.
23.
23.
I go
You
down?
can no longer fly.
Great.
You fall. Take roll 2d6.
No.
Another fall.
Watch out for the crossbow.
4, 5, 6, 7. Do I land on it?
She lands on the
Take 7
crossbow, it
points of
discharges, shoots her in the head, she's dead.
Yeah, you land on your crossbow. It fires into your belly.
That crossbow's dangerous. It's killed Sir Krag and Lady Alex.
Points of damage.
7 points of damage
How
as you
did
just
you
fall. And boom,
reload
when
it?
you fall, when you take falling damage, you're prone. So you fall and you're prone on the ground now.
Is my crossbow near me when I'm on the ground? Just so I'm aware of where it is.
fell over the side of the
roll a 1d8.
I just want to know where it is. That's all.
Yeah, I got you.
Are you okay? But you can't understand me because I'm celestial.
8.
8. Okay. It's about 10 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah. 10 feet away.
7
So yeah,
points
you
and
just
I'm
like
prone.
boom, fall splat on the ground. Your flying days are over,
Aww.
and it takes us to Kimbleton. Good wild magic, guys. Good wild magic.
So
Thanks, Sarah.
I see her running over towards me as I'm loading up. I see her get hit. I'm gonna do for my free action aspect on the tiger on the two of us. So your dex +4 to your dex, so that's a +2 more to your AC. And I'm gonna shoot the thing right over next to Lyra.
Okay, now because it's basically right next to the ballista, that's going to be like you're like point blank. It's actually more unwieldy, so it'll be at a -4 penalty.
-4, got it. So it's 25.
You got him. Good job.
This
3d8 points
reminds
of
me
damage.
of Rain of Fire. Do you remember
Oh yeah,
that movie where
Matthew McConaughey with the dragons and
Yeah,
stuff.
so cool.
Oh, so I have the axe. I need to jump and I get eaten by it.
Oh,
right?
please do it!
And that's a little bit better. That's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
terrible.
Solid. But again, you feel almost like the bolt doesn't get a whole lot of penetration, and it almost just like it hits it and almost like knocks it over. You feel like the blunt force of it like knocked it and dealt some damage, but then like it doesn't stick into the flesh. And that will take us to Quigglesly's turn.
I would like to make sure this thing is dead.
Okay, make a heal check. Or, yeah, heal check.
With his sword.
16. Is this thing dead? 16 on the die, plus dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Its wounds are closing.
Coup de grace!
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead. That's a full round action.
Starting to sound like the trolls.
Krag.
Wait.
And then I say, for some reason, no, I can't do that. That's such metagaming. I'm really trying to help out somebody, but.
So all these things look dead.
Yeah, they're all just lying on the ground.
Can I see things up in the sky?
You have heard some like weird cries, but you are, I mean, like you're inside, so you haven't seen yet.
So I'm outside. Do I see those other things?
Yeah, oh yeah, you see them for sure.
Well, I fly to the nearest. Fly to my
There's one
nearest
fighting Lyra.
frozen
There's one
griffin.
fighting. There was one that was fighting Alex before she.
What's
fell.
closer?
Half dozen. Doesn't matter which one. Just pick one.
I'm raging. Whatever one's closer.
Okay, you go to fight the one that is that was fighting Alex.
Cool.
Okay.
25.
25 is going to hit.
25.
25?
No,
points?
20. That's all wrong. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, thank you.
I hate that.
What is it?
31.
31 points of damage. Your hammer just like shatters its body and it just falls. It's just a useless sack of meat just falls down, splatters all over Alex.
Oh.
On top of her.
Oh yeah. You are now under this like
carcass.
This frozen carcass, and it's like.
Does she take fall damage?
It's cold, but also warm.
No, it's
not
just
warm.
cold.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually just cold. There's no warm. It's not bleeding. Again, like this is all bad.
It's as cold as ice.
After Krag, it's me.
I like it.
Very aware.
What are you gonna do with this one creature, Jim?
Stop it. He's not on you.
I'm gonna attack Lyra several times.
Yeah.
She just rises up.
I know.
Quickly's taunting, and he's literally been dead for the past 2 weeks.
I know.
I have a
Real
bite and
rough.
2 talons coming in. All right, here it comes, Lyra. That is going to be a hit on the first one, 21. 2 talons. A 12, which is a miss. And then the other talon is, that's going to hit you because that's an 18 on the die.
Wait, I have an 18 AC?
No, but it's 18 on the die, so yes.
Yeah.
So that is going to be the bite gets you and the talons get you. You notice that every time it touches you, you feel that chill sink into your bones. So you're going to take 11 points from the bite.
Okay.
And from the talon, 11 points from the talon.
Okay.
22 total points of damage.
Okay.
And that's all it can do. Just mindlessly attack you. It is now your turn, Lyra.
Okay, I would like to use my swift action and do the heat aura again.
Okay, yeah. You activate your aura. I get a reflex save. Let's see what happens. Ooh, 19 on the die, which is going to be half damage.
Okay.
It's 4d4 points of heat damage.
Oh. 14.
14, so I take half. But this creature is vulnerable to the flames. So it takes half again as much. So, yep, you definitely get it. And it actually, like, its whole body, like, whatever magic was holding it together, it's almost like the thing just sort of melts around, and, like, it starts to sag, and it can't hold, like, its rotting muscles can't hold it up anymore, and the whole thing just sort of collapses and twitches a couple of times, and then that icy blue light in its eyes goes out.
Oh, yay!
Creature is no more.
He did it! Killed something. I get up and get my crossbow.
I have got to heal myself.
If I would have gone over there and
Yeah, I wouldn't
killed
be
it, then
here.
you
I
wouldn't
do
get
perception check to see if anything else is coming
Wouldn't
around us.
be here. Okay, I have to serious
Danger.
danger.
Danger, danger.
Where is it?
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Did it!
We did it?
Victory!
We did it, Jim?
Yeah.
Go team.
All right, I'm gonna cure critical wounds. Maybe
9 plus
ignore
12?
me.
Yeah, you don't
I don't see
anything, you don't hear anything else. Yeah, you
Yeah,
get the sense that
I would-
these were the guards outside and this is it.
Yeah, I want to
So-
look from the top of the battlements.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's a little bit farther up.
26.
I'm going to
29.
Yeah, from your vantage point, still see nothing
from
nothing
13?
dangerous, nothing coming out.
grab the mace, put it back on my belt, and I'm going to kind of rifle around all these trolls. Were the things that they were holding? Do they look at all good? Are they just sort of mundane?
They're all large weapons.
Yeah.
And they're crudely made, like they made them themselves. They're not like forged
horn?
steel.
Is that a nice horn?
Not really, no. I mean, it works, but again, it'd be a little unwieldy for you.
Might be nice to have a horn.
I brought myself
It's up to you.
I'm gonna stick that horn in my bag.
You got a horn. You got a hunting horn.
When I pick it up, it becomes small.
No.
And we did a cure critical wounds and a cure light wounds. I don't know if
Okay,
you know
you're
that.
healing
but
yourself up. Yeah.
I got myself back too.
I come out and I'm like, Sir Krag, I got one.
How are you guys doing?
Sarah Girl 9959 says, "Yeah, Lyra don't need no barbarian to protect her. She'd take care of her
Yeah,
business on
see?
her own." And Coco says, "Melt them all."
I take that spear back.
Yeah.
And stab those fuckers on the ground a couple more times with the spear.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You keep stabbing him over and over.
He still looks like a wolf.
Yeah, I'm still a wolf.
Still look
I'm
like a
tired.
wolf.
How you doing?
I guess you can give me a little one. Yeah, a little one is fine.
They don't have anything.
Nothing.
What?
I mean, yeah.
Any trophies I
He
could
wanted
take
a
from
little
them.
one, right?
They've got
There
horns.
I go.
No, yeah. I mean, like you could take their tusks if you want.
I could use a little.
I want to take
Troll
a tusk.
tusks?
Sure,
Yeah.
if you is it the wand?
Give me some troll
Yeah, give me
tusks,
another
Jim.
one.
Okay.
Can I take one with you?
Survival
I
check.
want a troll
You
tusk.
need some too?
That's
8.
Okay, give me a one more and I'll be good.
29.
29. Okay. Yeah. You get.
A pair.
You get troll.
A pair of troll
I
tusks.
got a
Give me one
28
more.
for troll tusks.
You
too.
also
I wanted
have
one
troll
of those.
tusks. Good. Troll tusks all around.
Yeah.
Screw you.
7.
And these are
7.
ice trolls or
Yes,
frost.
these are ice trolls. Yes.
Ice troll tusks.
Wow.
What?
Chase Shaw brings up a wonderful point. Guys, wait. Can I buy a reroll for the prize roll if I don't win?
I'm sorry.
He's brilliant.
Kurigari says, little does Quigley know the same horn was used in some hilarious troll antics the night before, when the troll over gave a resounding rendition from his mind.
Nice.
All right.
Here moderately.
Well, that went well. We're inside.
You're inside the fortress walls.
Well,
So, I mean, the fortress doesn't have a whole lot of entrances. I mean, it's a fortress. It's designed to be not easy to get into, but there is the large double door that would go into the fortress. All of the windows, like you would be able to squeeze through. They're just arrow slits. And there are there's not even very many of those. There's not really any way to see into what's going on in there. From the ground.
So it's just the 2 double doors.
Yeah.
Can I use my knowledge
Does it
dungeoneering
only last
to tell me where I think that she is?
You would have no frame of reference whatsoever.
It's a fortress.
Are you
So I'm
out here
assuming that
now?
I've been
Did
in
you
fortresses
come
before.
out?
is everyone back to help? Is everyone
came
okay?
out
'Cause
here?
We're gonna face the hag, and I need all
How'd
of
that go in there? What was
away from
happening?
I cast
that one.
Shrink
So
Jim
Krag,
on the ballista.
I
and
did
put it in my
so
pocket.
well. It took me a long time, but I did 30 points of damage.
Did that horn come from the stables? I heard that loud.
Yeah. Rough, right?
All right, guys, we don't have time now.
Rough.
Horns.
So she knows we're here now for sure.
Yeah. Did you not expect that before?
Let's go knock on the door.
We go right where she is.
Okay.
We kill her.
Yes, you go to her.
We win.
No,
We win.
we go to her and win. Oh, okay. Well,
So-
adventure
Wow,
over.
that was fast.
Pathfinder over.
So the entryway where the trolls were leading me.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You still look like the wolf. Are
Yeah.
we going as prisoners? Are you guys going as prisoner again?
I think at this point.
She knows we're here.
You could say you caught me just now.
What about the
could.
rest of us?
You could. Let's do it. All right, come on, guys. We stealth back.
So
3 of us.
Now, at this point,
You don't want to try?
you don't think that she heard that horn?
Oh, I think she's known that we're here for a very long time.
Do I
Like,
see
way
any
I'm
more
giving
longer
her
than-
her mask. I'm
Do I
giving
see any ravens?
Jim. I'm giving her her mask back. I said this is at this point, it's pointless.
Shall we stride boldly forward?
And we're going up to the entrance.
We should go. Do we know? Yeah. Are we inside the thing?
No, you have not gone in yet.
No,
You are-
no.
As standard, you have found a door, and now we'll stand outside of it for 3 to 4 episodes.
Yeah. So what should we do? Do we go in the door?
Yeah, we go in the door.
We go in this door.
We go in the door.
Are we sure we're going?
It
in
open?
Yeah, it opens.
I open it.
Check for magic.
Inward.
Yeah, I push it
But
inward.
you push inward. Okay. Yeah.
And I walk confidently in.
You
And I
open
say,
the door.
as
Okay,
soon as
hold
we
on.
see her, we need that elemental protection.
Yeah, I got it ready.
It is perhaps even colder inside the fortress than out. In fact, very soon here, I would like all of you to make a fortitude save. We'll get to that in a moment. You enter a long and wide hallway with doors to the left and to the right, and straight ahead of you there is an open archway into another darker room beyond. The door on the left is covered in a thick layer of frost and ice that may prove challenging to get through. The door to the right is not, nor is the open doorway ahead. And now everybody can make a fortitude save for me, as it's cold.
But
Wait,
before
before that, we're going to do the communal thing.
No,
No, not yet. Not yet.
Ah.
Hey,
I
before
feel
we
it
go
with
in,
me like that.
I feel it. I'm like, ooh, that's a little chilly in there.
Yeah, now, so for the cold, what you can do is you can make a survival check, and that can give you a +4 bonus. If you pass your survival check, you get to resist the weather.
What if we don't have survival?
And I put
Dirty 20 on survival.
Okay, so you will be able to give yourself an additional +4 bonus on this DC 15.
You have to have ranks in survival?
21 on survival.
Survival, so you get a +4 bonus?
We have
Dirty
to have
20.
ranks in survival, or we can just...
No, you can just try it.
25 on survival, and I'm like, ooh, it's a little nippy in here.
No,
So
that's
I
in the
start
corner.
taking out my furs.
Oh,
And
if you
I
have
put my
cold weather
furs
gear,
on.
then you're good.
That's a no.
Cold weather gear is good.
I put my furs on, Jim.
Dirty 20 on the fortitude save.
You're fine.
I'm actually back up to
I
what
got a
I normally
9.
am with that.
On the
+1.
fortitude save?
No, on my...
for the fortitude, sorry.
Okay, so now just make a survival check, or make a fortitude save, but you don't get that extra +4.
Got cheers from Sarah BC1, and I'm in for life has
20, dirty
resubbed.
20.
I'm in for
Good.
life.
26 for the
Good.
fort.
Okay.
Well, since I'm wearing the Cape of Vanishing, I have a -1 to my fortitude, so I'm at a 5, 6, 7, 8.
You're feeling the cold. It's sinking into your bones.
It's
You're going to take
not good.
6 points of non-lethal damage. So track that separately from any other damage that you take. And you are fatigued.
Oh,
You are fatigued when you take that damage.
You should change out of that.
Mama Chalas tells
cape.
you that you should have worn your long underwear.
Make sure you wear your long underwears.
okay, I changed the cape to the...
Now,
Huh?
the Cloak of Fiery Vanishing, what's your... You said it. You have a -1 to fortitude?
Doesn't
like,
it give me a -1 to my...
She took off her cape that gave
She
her a
took off
+1.
her +1.
Yeah, so like, what's your fortitude bonus?
+4.
Okay, so you're still adding +3, right?
Yeah, I had a +3.
Okay, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't like... Yeah.
No. But I'm
gotcha.
going to switch the cape back onto the protection
I got
cape
you.
for the future.
Brian Silver says, you were just a wolf, Krag. Now you're putting furs on. Jeez, fur
Do I
fetish?
still subtract the cold from here?
Those were fake wolf
You don't have that
furs.
anymore.
All right, so you're a little fatigued.
This is how
You
much I
feel
got
the
healed
cold
from
sinking
here.
into your bones. Everybody else is doing fine so far, but you know that it's only a matter of time before that cold starts to get you, unless you are like Krag and you have some furs that you can wear. Ah, he's a smart man.
Yes.
What are you
Learned
guys
my lesson
doing?
from last time we were in the mountains.
But keep this separate so you know cold damage.
So
And we haven't gone through the door yet. Or no, we
No,
did
you
one.
guys are just standing in the
We're
doorway,
standing in the
looking into
doorway.
the scene. It's pretty dark in the. It's darkness isn't a problem for you, but you know that the humans, it's dim light inside.
So
Do you keep the cold damage separate?
Keep the non-lethal damage separate because that is tracked separately.
Non-lethal.
All right, so that 6 is non-lethal.
Yes, it's
All right,
non-lethal
so-
damage.
No, keep the score what it was.
hey, remember when we were in the fire temple and we went to the end?
Yeah.
Should we not do that this time?
Hey, yeah, let's go get her. I really want to kill her.
Yeah, but so did I. Remember what happened? Not good idea. We need to actually go
Guys,
through
I'm
the doors.
really cold.
Well,
Old Scratch Johnson would say, rub some dirt on him.
I have resistance.
Oh, Scratch Johnson.
Oh, Scratch Johnson.
Without my ring, I have a resist energy that I can cast. Would that help?
We'll wait till we start going to see her.
I just don't want you to be cold.
It's alright.
Do you have a blanket?
You don't have a flame. Oh, I have
Wait,
a bedroll.
You can't
The
wrap
blanket.
a bedroll around yourself and walk around like that. No.
That blanket's not going to help.
You want to go through? You want to do all of it? And you don't want to just
All right,
break
we're good.
down this
Let's
door
go.
and.
Well,
Let's
what
go.
do you
Noise
think? What do you
and-
think she froze into this one side here?
Let's go.
You think there's something that can help us?
Something that
I'm
might
Kind of frozen
Yeah,
door?
no, I was suggesting that we break the frozen door down and go through it.
I think there's something good in the frozen door.
I think she's in the frozen door.
Oh,
and
you think she's in the frozen door?
Yeah.
She's not in the frozen door.
There's a frozen
She's down the
door,
big.
what
She's
else?
down this big into the big darkness.
What sort of wager do you want to make?
Oh my god, we're really arguing.
A PIH,
What's a PIH?
a poo in hand.
You want to put a no.
So the loser has to poo in their hand.
This is the man you're in love with. No.
Alright, which door
No,
are we going
no,
to?
Craig, I used to
dies.
play
I
that
know.
when
I
I
love
was a
people being
child.
who they want to be.
I'm not gonna poo in hand. I'm gonna go ahead and just be like, let's break
You
down.
know,
this
make a
door.
wager.
I will make
That's a man's
normal-
wager.
A poo in hand.
A PIH.
Which door? We're wasting time!
So we have
Jim,
the
we
ice
go-
door and the hallway.
Go.
So wait, so I would like to cast. Are we going to try to hit this door down?
Yeah.
Great. And it's the ice one?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, I was thinking of casting sun metal so that it would make it hotter and maybe hit the door faster.
Yes.
Cool. So I would like to cast sun metal on his hammer.
Damn it. Oh,
Okay.
So he can knock it in?
sure.
Yeah?
That's great.
Is that okay?
Just do it.
Your hammer bursts into flame.
Catches on fire and it's
Don't worry, it's
kindling
just
knife.
I go up and hit the frozen
Oh yeah.
door.
I mean, if you're using the fire, like it's literally just a matter of beating it down at that point. Unless you try to do it in a single blow. It's just
Single blow. Gah! Cragged it.
So at this, you
Sure,
just
give it
you
to
just
you.
bash into it. You find at one point that it's easier to just kind of like hold the hammer near the. Like you hold it there.
roasting
and
on
you
the
melt
wall.
some of the ice, and
Breath
then
of
you
the Wild.
smash through.
You hold your hot
and-
weapon to
and
the ice.
Using that tactic, it just takes you the matter of a minute to just bash the door. The flames flicker out as your spell ends, and yeah, you could now just push open the door.
Great.
That-
I
that's
open the
the
door.
door. Right?
Great.
And I'm right
This
there
room
with him.
I'm ready.
Looks like an old barracks with rows of small cots for sleeping soldiers. Everything in here is old and dusty, but serviceable.
We look for.
Yeah, we
look-
rifle through
look
everything.
through everything.
I'm gonna stand outside
As
the
fast as we can, Jim.
door.
Okay, make a perception check.
I would just stand outside the door. I'm gonna
You're
keep
standing
watch.
outside the door, right?
Yeah.
Do you
Great.
see stuff?
22.
22.
11.
Imp in my head says I've seen a lot of grinding halts to a game.
You see
This
that?
is the first time in my life that I've witnessed a complete stop to argue over crapping into hands.
Hey, first for everybody.
24.
24. Okay. So, rifling through everything, in terms of useful stuff, you do find a set of winter clothing. That still looks like it's intact.
Put this on quick.
Be a little bit big on you, Alex, but yeah, you could
Can I
wear it.
put it on?
The sleeves are.
Yeah.
They're the long sleeves.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
dangly
Definitely
sleeves.
made for somebody larger than her.
I roll them up.
I'll keep you warm. Is that
You-
the only one we find?
You also oh yes, that is the only one they find.
Okay.
So write it down.
You also find a scroll
Good. We need it.
and
Because we don't know what it
a
is.
symbol that you recognize near this scroll as a silver holy symbol of Serene.
Cool.
What's oh no?
Oh, that was the god that I used to serve.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah.
We've seen it a lot.
Yeah, what's oh no?
Well, as you can see, I serve a different
It's like
god
seeing your
now.
ex when you're at the mall.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we.
Ew.
I mean, I just couldn't find myself. I couldn't find it within myself to become peaceful, so I don't know if she's angry with me.
That's alright.
She's the god of being peaceful, so no worries there.
And that's how
Are
we
you
find
worried about it?
Yeah.
I pick it up.
That's what you find in here.
I touch it.
Are you burn? Is it
Dangerous.
burning? Is it burning your hands?
No, it's all right. Hey, you want it?
Can I hold on to it?
Yeah.
I just want to I'm kind of like Lyra's obviously serves a different god, and she's excited about like
Yeah.
what. But
I think
there
that
is that feeling of like
You have a new
nostalgia.
exciting god, but you see the old god, and you just you
No,
feel,
no,
you know,
no,
you
no.
get a little
But
feeling
there is
like
still that.
Is it that
there is
meme of the person
little
walking
bit-
and it's
Yeah.
like this is her new god and she's looking back at the old god?
yeah.
There's a big
know
part
that
of me
one?
that just wishes I could just be detecting evil all over
No,
the
I
place.
just was like-
ugh.
I would like to detect magic on it.
Okay, there's magic in the scroll, but there's no magic in the holy symbol.
Can I
What's the
soak
scroll?
off the scroll?
If you have read magic, you can literally just
Read
identify
magic.
It. Yeah. Okay. It is a scroll of consecrate.
Oh.
What does that do?
What's it do?
Protects you from evil?
Jamie knows. Look at her
Consecrate.
face. What does it do?
Consecrate.
Hold on. Everybody hold your horses.
Sorry.
Jim, what does it do?
Jamie got real excited.
When does Jamie not get excited?
I know.
Consecrate.
Can it enhance?
But it's alright.
Did you get excited about the poo in hand?
No.
Yes.
Ew.
It,
But my
She put her poo in her hand. She's ready to go.
Sorry.
I'll tell you later.
consecrates blesses an area with positive energy. The DC basically like undead creatures get are weaker within it.
Right.
If you cast it in an area that's tied to a different god, it cuts the connection between that god and that area off. So like if you go into an enemy chapel, like a necromancer's dark chapel to the god of death, you could cast it to block the link between the area and the god.
It's super cool.
Would that block?
It has a lot of cool.
Would that
uses.
block your like her link to her?
No, because she's
fire?
just casting it. Like no, it's not consecrate / serene. It's just
not a god.
consecrate.
It's not the god
She would
blocker.
use that ritual
God blocker.
to enhance. Yeah.
GM block.
This guy,
So
the
should I
GM.
hold on to that or does someone else want it?
No, you need it.
You hold on
that's
to it, or
yours.
you remember
Fairly
it?
certain I can't do anything.
I'm putting it on my sheet.
Fairly certain that she can't do anything.
So-
Fairly certain he can't do anything.
Man, this was good.
Yeah.
This was really good. Let's go to the other door. See, she wasn't in
You
here.
did win the bet.
Look who's
Oh,
putting
yeah.
it in their hand. It's good.
He didn't want to do it. He's a bit. And you know how long it would take for him to get the metal trousers off and
You
all
don't
his
think
whole
there's
full.
like a little latch that you just?
You think there's a latch? Let's see that PIH. Let's go to the other door.
Let's go in the other door.
Let's
huh?
go to the other
Let's
door.
go
huh,
in the
Jim?
other door.
We're going across the hall to the other door, Jim.
Alright.
Who opened that door?
This room may once have served as a chapel for the soldiers stationed in Frostmire, but now it lies in ruins. The frost and rime coating the stone walls is streaked red with frozen blood, and a statue at the head of the room lies smashed on the floor.
Oh.
The altar before the statue is actually a waist-high water basin, which you recognize as something like serene, is very tied to water, so the water basin makes a lot of sense.
Oh man, we're in Serene's.
We're in Serene, babe.
We're in Serene.
Like to look around.
Okay. What do you want to be looking at?
Everything.
I want to be
24.
looking at the ceiling.
Okay.
24 for perception.
I'm gonna
just to
stay
look
by
around.
the door because someone needs to keep guard.
12.
The ceiling, there are lots of like purposefully damaged like mosaics and stuff. Like there was like everything has been like purposefully ruined and desecrated in here. It's a very sad scene.
So, Asler, I feel really like sad that this has happened. Like,
Yeah.
so I like pull out the thing with the symbol and I just apologize to Serene for whatever happened here, because I'm feeling like, even though I'm not attached to her, like it's still like not okay. for
Right,
this.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, this is obviously like very terrible things have happened in here, and you can see like the blood on the walls. Like this is relatively fresh; it's frozen, but like something terrible definitely happened here. It gives you a very uneasy, shaky feeling.
I got a
Can
19
I-
perception.
No, I can't.
Okay, what are you guys looking at? Like when you like perceptions around, just like in general around the room, you're not going to find much more out than Quigley. Is there something specific you guys want to look at? Like
People are going nuts
The
about
basin.
Kuragari says, wait, Quigley's armor has a poop chute? And it's Lucas Martinez says, like a dookie doggy door? And Brian Summers says, a hatch of evacuation.
I'm in for
Nice.
life asks, what is the bonus situation like? Kimbleton and I have rerolls.
That
And
is.
Jim has a reroll as well.
Reroll.
We got
We
rerolls.
don't, and then
We got
Alice has a
rerolls.
Well,
120.
Jim hasn't gotten hit with wild magic in a long time too.
It's
So-
not fun if I get hit with wild magic.
think
It's
it's
super
hilarious.
fun when you guys get hit by wild
I
magic.
had a chart over here that you didn't know.
Maybe.
I mean, so
Wild
It
magic
looks
to
like
us is bad. Wild magic to him is good.
this hag doesn't like Serene.
Is there anything that, like, any writings or anything that I can see?
Make a knowledge religion check. Sure.
Nope. It's a 1 on the die.
No.
A 1.
But I
A
mean,
lot
can
better.
I? No, I can't. Right?
It's okay. Ben's
Well, what
got
is
it.
it
That's a
altogether?
9.
I have a 21.
Okay.
At 21,
Good.
you can see that a lot of the, none of the, like, there are actually some symbols that have been sort of written in this frozen blood. None of it is you know that none of it is religious in nature. This is definitely an attempt to sort of ruin this chapel, but it's not in service to any other higher evil power.
All right. And I go in and I'm wandering
Somebody
around.
said something about the basin.
Me.
Yeah,
I
you
heard
did.
that. So you're going over to the basin? Okay. The basin is filled with murky water and a thin layer of ice is on the top. Almost like if you just like put the ice cube tray in for like an hour and there's like that thin layer of ice.
Detect magic.
Floating in the water are several severed heads.
Ah!
The flesh and hair preserved by the freezing water. As you watch, transfixed by the horror of this sight, one of the heads opens its eyes, and its clouded gaze meets yours. You are unable to look away as its hatred fills your mind. Roll a will save.
Do I see this happening?
You see Krag just standing over by the
Dispel
basin.
detect magic on the thing.
There's no magic that you can detect.
I say what?
It's not magical.
Re-rolling. Using my re-roll. Oh, come on. No. 21.
21. You feel like this seething hatred, and you like like it almost feels like when you're going into a rage, like you can feel it, and you like just close your eyes and push back all of a sudden, and you shake your head.
Guys, don't come over here.
Why? What's over there?
There's heads in the water. Heads in the water.
Heads in the water.
Do I reckon? Oh,
That's
I
I
don't
gotta
Evil,
see.
no.
I don't look.
You also noticed, Krag, though, well, because you had a pretty high perception check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You also noticed, just before your gaze was transfixed, that there was something down at the bottom of the pool.
Damn it! It was shiny.
It looked like you caught just the barest sliver of like a silver chain.
Is it
What's
sexy?
up?
Hey.
I could do it if you don't want to.
No.
What? You gotta tell us.
I'm-
We're not over there. We
told
can't.
us
You
not
won't
to
let
go
us
over.
go
It's
there.
like there was a head and there's heads in the water,
Gross.
and it looked at me,
Okay.
and I felt like it was gonna take me over, and I think I was able to beat it.
All right. So then walk away from it.
Goggles. There's something down there though.
What
I
do you
saw
mean?
something shiny before.
At the bottom of the basin?
Yes.
Who can swim?
It's a
not that
basin.
Not that big.
It's
It's
not
like
that
a big. It's like a big bowl.
But, like,
with-
You don't
How
need,
many-
you don't need to get in there.
How many severed heads?
There were. Sorry, I actually know this. There were five severed heads.
Can I make a
500.
knowledge religion about putting silver heads in a basin and filling it with ice?
Yes, you can make a knowledge. religion
Is
check.
there
It wasn't ice. It was cold water.
18 on the die plus my 7 gives me a 25.
You would guess that the dark ritual that has taken place here and the severing this place from Serene's grace has caused and just the horrible murder that the victims must have endured, the desecration of their bodies has created a haunt in this area.
Yeah.
And this is like
what I
these are
figured.
the angry, tortured souls of Polarna's victims.
Do we know that I did mention that when we saw Consecrate that I thought it had an effect on haunts. Does that have an effect on haunts?
What was your total knowledge religion?
Right now, 25.
25? Yeah. You would guess that because Consecrate normally doesn't have just like a general effect on haunts. However, you wonder if perhaps being able to restore this place's connection to Serene might quiet the angry spirits here.
Oh, do we want to?
But you don't feel like that. Like you don't feel like just casting the spell immediately is going to like.
No, we have to
there's
do
more
something.
To this, yeah.
We have to.
But you feel like that is definitely a key part of it.
So Consecrate is going to be very necessary for us to fix this area.
Can you guys
Perhaps.
say a prayer?
Well,
mean,
I would
don't
say
know.
perhaps whatever these symbols are that we these bloody symbols that we destroy them and clean them,
Don't we want to
cleanse them in a way.
save? Don't we want to save that against the hag?
No,
I could just get real mad, put my goggles on, and then I could grab the thing.
Yeah, but these are people. I mean, yes, it's a haunt now, but they were people not long ago. They deserve to be buried. They deserve to be put to rest in a proper way. I mean,
So we need a net.
yes.
I don't know Annette.
We need a net.
I don't know her.
Do you have a net?
Is there any side rooms to this, or is it just one big room?
This is just it's its own.
So there's no way to like locate their bodies or any way of
No.
that.
The only remains in this room would be the heads themselves, which who knows what happened to the bodies. But again, with rolling over the knowledge 25 on your knowledge religion, you would guess that like that's something like that, like just getting the heads and disposing and like giving them some kind of proper
burial or a burning on a pyre would.
Now that you've said like burning them, like you feel like that, like confident that
Yes,
that would
so
be how you need
we should
to do
make
this.
a fire, consecrate this area, clean up the mess, punch through it, get the heads,
Yeah, we have
pyre burn them, and
Okay.
perhaps say a prayer to Serene.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And offer up their souls in a more beneficial way.
I think that sounds great. Let's do it.
Don't understand any of this. Sure, I'm going
is
along
not,
with it.
This is not Krag's
This is
forte.
above
He's
my
like,
pay
"Ah,
grade."
Whatever.
Would you like
Gods
to
and
make
bears.
would you like to
Is
make
there
a
something
fire?
for me to smash with a hammer?
Make a fire.
Make a fire?
Make a
Oh,
fire.
you're really good. You know, you made a torch. I saw it. It was really good.
Make
I
a
got
fire.
2 of those.
You make a fire?
Okay.
Where? It's cold in here.
We're not making.
I mean, it's
Where are you gonna make a fire?
Yeah, when
How
you
you
say
gonna
just make a fire, like what do you mean?
Yeah,
like are you
We
like,
break up
gonna-
one
Is
of
there an
the
area?
Yeah,
Is,
that there. That's so you get some kindling out of like they're already mostly smashed.
Yeah.
So you get some kindling together, make a fire in a little thing. in
And
the room.
while she's doing that, I'm like taking some of the fire and trying to like this frozen blood that's caked
Yeah,
onto the
yeah.
floor. I'm trying to just like
Yeah.
scrape it away and trying to. Sometimes I'll stick my axe under there and like chip it away so
Yeah.
that
And
it
while
breaks
they're
up
doing
those pieces.
that, I'm trying to just find an inner peace to talk to, pray to Serene.
Sure,
So I'm
got you.
just
You
trying.
take the next. I would say to like clean this place up and like build the fire and get like prepare all this stuff. We're probably looking at time for another fortitude save. If you're wearing the cold weather clothing, you're fine. You can't undo the damage that's already been done without like a full like you have to rest and like recover that. But if you are not wearing cold weather clothing or not protected, then you need to make another fortitude save.
We have a fire.
they still get the +4 from survival, or is that?
What's that? Yeah, you could if you
They still
if you
get
make a
the
survival
+4.
check, yes.
So make a survival check first.
Yeah, but I would say
will-
that basically
9
like
again.
after you go through this process, you'll be
That's
fine
when the
from
fire
here.
is made.
But yes, yeah.
All right. So survival check. Maybe
26.
It's for survival, so you get the +4.
I definitely
13.
have a 9.
So that's not the +4 for you.
Right.
13.
13 is not going to get you a +4.
Okay.
So now
20,
the furs.
30, 20.
Okay, so you're fine from the cold.
The furs give me a +2 to fortitude saves. Is that
20.
what they do?
Yeah. Okay. Then I guess that's
25 for fortitude.
okay. Good.
Nice.
Natural 20.
You're
29.
fine. You're fine.
I got 24 to
Crag's fine?
survival.
Oh, okay.
24.
24. Okay. Apparently, you will have to, like Krag was saying,
Michael,
that you
plus
get a +2 bonus for the furs, but it doesn't actually completely protect you, so you'll need to make another fortitude save.
Does she get to make a survival first? Or no? Is that your survival?
No, is it warm weather outfit?
Yeah,
Well,
well,
my furs-
Krag was
my-
reading it and said that, and like that would make.
Well, this is just for my furs. I don't know what
Yeah,
she
it's
has.
it's different than warm weather clothing negates that.
Well, let's check it out.
Cold weather gear.
Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking.
Couldn't remember my speedo.
Warm weather!
Hilton wears one of those European speedos where it's just like there. and
Cold weather
wraps around
outfit
his leg.
grants a +5 bonus to fortitude saves. So it's a +5 bonus. So that's
Plus
better
you've gone
than
on, so
yeah, but it
plus
does
a
yeah.
9 on top.
So
14.
14. That's another 1d6 points of non-lethal cold damage.
And now she's
3 more points You're still fatigued.
You don't roll it, he does.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. 3 more points of non-lethal.
Okay.
Now, if your current total hit points ever equals the amount of non-lethal damage that you've taken, you immediately start to go unconscious. So currently, you think you have what, 9?
I have 9 cold.
9 non-lethal. So what's your current total of hit points?
52.
52. Okay. So even if you don't hit 0, if you hit a total of like if something hits you and you are at 9 hit points, you would still go unconscious even though you're not at 0 yet. Because that non-lethal damage is stacking up.
Yeah, that's why I always add non-lethal from 0 up,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that when you
yeah.
hit that number...
That's a good way to do it.
Why don't you climb into the box?
What? We don't have a box.
How dare you.
That's PTSD.
You know what?
Go away.
Things are... I died.
And just so you guys know, basically every time you make that save, it's an additional +1. The DC is +1 higher from what it was the last time. So the first one was DC 15. This one was DC 16. The next one's going to be DC 17. Now the fire in this room is going to make it warm. But when you leave this room, you're going to be subject to that. Yeah.
Jobu Needs a Refill says, and one of the best parts of the evening, we now have a clip of Diana saying shitballs. We do. Really. Nice. That I have to find a way to make my email alert.
Shitballs.
That's awesome.
All right, so you guys basically clean this place up as best you can. You have a fire going. It's warmer in here now, so that's good. To get rid of, you need to sleep in a warm place, and then the next day you can start to recover.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. Again, this room is a safe space in terms of taking more damage. What do you do?
Don't we need to take the heads out?
Now we need to consecrate it for Serene. Right?
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
So that's pretty sure it's you.
It's you. You have a scroll.
Or scroll.
Do a scroll thing. To the...
Pretty much
Scroll.
both.
Scroll. She
Scroll.
just said scroll.
What does that do anything, Jim Jam, if you say scroll?
No,
Consecrate
I'm sorry.
scroll.
Just saying the word scroll does not, in fact.
Oh no, I mean I'd like to use
Yeah,
the
you
consecrate.
unfurl the scroll, and you begin to cast the spell. Now, there is a dark energy resisting. I need you to make a caster level check.
Oh, beat it. Beat it.
Get it.
Get it.
I was almost on a 20. 14 on the die.
22.
14 on the die.
22.
22. You feel this resistant dark energy, and you hunker down in your faith, and the spell completes, and the scroll actually disintegrates in a burst of white light in your hand, and this white light spreads out in like a ring around the room, and you feel like a lightness in the room, but you can hear this like thrashing and screaming coming from inside the basin as the water churns.
And I say, we don't have a large amount of time, so let's do this now. And I would suggest that, Sir Krag, you break that ice.
I mean, you could just do it with your hand. Like, it's a
It's
super
not-
thin layer. Like, yeah, that's not the issue, yeah.
Break that ice then, and I go and I take the heads.
You rush
Remember, be careful.
reaching down in, and in a last-ditch effort to
They're gonna bite you.
prevent this, you feel an intrusion in your mind. Roll. But you get an additional +2 bonus on your roll to resist this. Will save.
Oh, you're good,
Extra
though,
+2 bonus for the consecration.
We'll save super good for you, right?
It's all right. Could be better.
That's right. Just roll.
Yeah, baby. Natural 17 plus 9, 26.
I mean, but you are ready for this, and you feel Serene's blessing in this place, and you grab these heads, and knowing that they can't help, like this is like what's been done to them is unconscionable, and you know that you have to, for their sake as well as yours, complete this task, no matter how dreadful it is. So you grab the heads and you carry them over to the fire, and you burn them.
That's part of my.
And they turn to
iron
ash,
will,
and you feel. Like with each one that crumbles into ash, and they burn very, very quickly, you feel lighter, you feel better. And in fact, when it is done, when the screaming stops, in the warmth of this room, the glow of that silvery light still shining down on all of you, you are all granted a blessing of +1 to attack rolls. +2 to all saves against mind-affecting effects or any effect with the emotion descriptor for the next 24 hours.
So
For emotion.
Mind affecting and what else?
Mind affecting or any effect with the emotion descriptor.
Emotion descriptor.
Any kind of fear effect, any kind of attempt
Basically,
to,
will.
Yeah, basically will saves, yes. Except in very certain circumstances, yes.
Oh, awesome.
So +1.
Hey guys, what did I tell you? We'll go to the other rooms first, right?
Well, did you reach inside that thing and grab what was ever the shiny thing was
Oh,
inside?
that's right. I go over and fish out whatever.
Yeah,
was
you go and fish it out. Now that the water has been cleared, it actually looks like it should still be murky, but it's actually warm water now. And it's clear, crystal clear. And you reach down and you grab hold of a silvery amulet with a bright green stone in the center.
That's pretty.
Whoa. Hey, I
Stone?
got you something. No. Here, what
I'm
is
just
that?
kidding, you can't have this.
I know.
We
Detect
need this for
magic.
other people.
Detect magic.
Yes, it's magic.
Read magic.
It would be spellcraft to identify you.
Cool.
And we cannot aid her, correct?
I can
You
aid her.
can aid her.
Alright.
Yes.
Can
I'll
I-
allow you to aid her.
Can I aid her with it as well
Yeah.
too? Oh, I
20,
don't aid worth the crap.
2.
You get aid, so 24.
24.
Okay. You know that this is an Aegis of Recovery. This magical amulet gives you a +2 resistance bonus on all saving throws made to recover from a continuing effect, such as ongoing poison, saving throws against disease, or like a hold person that allows you a new save every round.
Wow.
Or any lingering damage that requires a new save every round. It does not help you against the initial roll. So if you get hit with poison or something, that initial roll, you just make it as is. But your subsequent rolls, you get that +2 bonus. If you ever drop below 0 hit points, the Aegis heals the wearer immediately for 2d8 plus 3 points and crumbles to dust.
Damn, that's pretty awesome,
You
though.
need to wear this, so Krag.
The necklace crumbles to dust.
Yes, it
Oh,
becomes
it's
useless
that.
after
The
that.
person crumbles to dust.
That-
Yes,
that's
and
what I
you
heard.
disintegrate forever.
So what, like that's basically rage power.
It's a get out of jail free card.
That's
once,
That's the next rage power.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
that's a step up above.
It's Lucas Martinez says, Krag gives Lyra a necklace, yet Mrs. Quigley has yet to get a single flower.
Yikes.
Oh.
You've gotten better things.
I see. There's a single tear though. Oh.
You've gotten better things than flowers.
Now her tear is
Flowers are
frozen.
still nice. every now and then.
That's for a different time. This conversation.
Okay.
You need to wear that, so Krag.
I need to wear this.
You need to
It's
wear
gonna
that.
be weird. I have my Umber Hulk necklace on. I'm gonna be wearing this other necklace too.
Put it around your waist.
That's pretty.
Put it around your bicep.
You can only wear one necklace, right? That's the rule.
You can only have one active magical amulet or necklace.
If I
You can wear both of them, that won't matter.
If I were wearing it and was using a glove, like in a fight, could it be given to whomever
No,
is
you
down?
can't.
No, you
pass,
can't- you can't pass through things through
the
that.
thing.
But
Are you
the
wearing a
power
necklace?
wouldn't go to there,
Because
right?
it would be good for you as well.
I don't think I have any.
It would be good for Lady Alex to
I have
have.
a necklace of mage hand that I bought the last time we were.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, you keep
Every time I
dying,
use
so
that.
I feel like you need to wear this.
It just.
Wear it.
All right. I mean, okay.
Quigley never goes down. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You wear it.
He's
I
not
have-
a paladin, and we gotta
I
give
have a
him things.
necklace of mage hand. which I like
What's
to
it called,
use.
Jim Jam?
The Aegis of Recovery.
Okay, I'm gonna take that.
All
away
right,
then. You write it. You
so-
wrote it down, right? What is
+2 to ongoing effects.
Yes, and then it's a 2d8 plus 3 if you go down, and then it goes to dust.
Hermit King TV says, "Is that
2d8
Matt
plus 3?
in the middle?
Matt, is that a show?
Matt in the middle, yeah.
Matt in the middle?
It's a brand,
Matt
yeah,
in the
Hermit
middle.
King TV.
What's up, Hermit King TV? That is not
Welcome to the show.
Matt in the middle.
This is Eric.
This
in
is
the
taller.
Yeah,
They're
Eric,
taller,
Eric
so
in the
Krag.
middle.
Is it a crag in the
A crag in the middle.
cave?
A crag on the crack.
I also say,
Krag
since
on
it's a
crack.
different
Are you
day, hey, by the way, I'm still wearing this red shirt. Can we figure out what it does?
Ooh. Read magic.
Talking about the halfling size one?
No, it's spellcraft.
Spellcraft.
and I'd like to aid.
It's
I
a
don't- I
regular.
do not
It's
aid.
a regular size.
I don't aid again.
Let me try aiding. Oh, she knows.
18?
Yeah. Nothing.
That'd
Let
be
me
better
try
than the
aid.
last
Can
time.
I do it again?
You don't have spellcraft.
Jim, I spellcraft. I put my wizard hat on and
Yes.
I spellcraft. Natural 20.
It's a red shirt. And
No, I don't.
And they
I'm
keep
kidding.
telling you it's regular size, but it's small. You know.
I knew it's small. Got like a little midriff going on. I'm like, can I see my belly button?
So-
but every time I look down, I like hunch over so it covers up the belly button.
So are we ready to go through the boss doors?
Let's do it.
We're ready to find the.
I'm so ready. I want to just. I want to.
So
So when do I do the communal? I'm ready.
We're gonna push open the door and.
Wait, I
well,
should do
we
it
have
now.
to find a door. No, we're not
Well,
gonna
no,
do it.
because
now,
there's the
'cause we don't-
darkness
We
hallway
might
that
have to
goes
go
down,
up.
right?
We might have to go upstairs.
Might
We might
have
have
to
to
go-
go to the
we're gonna-
basement.
we're
I
gonna
think
go
we're
to
gonna have
the
to go
basement.
down.
We're gonna go to a basement.
I saw it. We're going
I would like
downstairs
to talk to
the
all of
base.
my group here. So this is a great idea. But before we go into wherever we are figuring out where she is, last time or when I remember dealing with a hag, they cast it right away, and we all went like.
That's not true.
I remember.
No, it was
she
he-
cast it when I walked towards her because I thought she was not
But
there.
they still, before we started a fight, she knows we're here. I would rather cast it before we enter a room so that we don't get. So
But
at
it's
least
not
there's
going to
that.
protect us for that
Yes.
long, and if we look around for longer than the time, then it doesn't matter.
Just do a ready action when you see the hag. You
How many times a day can I do it? Not all.
It's a.
Once per day.
No
Once
one
a day.
told me that. I have it not written down. It's just a ring. Protection of energy.
Just a ring. It's not
Just
important.
a ring. It's
No,
No,
an
no, no. It's
amazing
96
ring.
points get absorbed.
It's a 4th level spell.
Okay.
So however many 4th level spells you have, how many 4th level spells you have?
4, 1, 2, 3.
3. So that's how many times a day you can. So like it basically treats it as if you have that spell on your list. So as long as you have 4th level spell slots, like if you use it, it'll use up one of those slots.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I have plenty. Guys, what are your thoughts? Now that we know I can do it 3 times.
I think that as soon as you see her, that's when you should cast.
Just have a ready action.
Don't do it yet, lady.
All right.
Just have a ready action.
When we get to that big door, the big double door,
that goes
The one that
Usually has like a
says the
giant
boss.
skull on it, and if you
And then
find
there's,
the map,
then there's also
you'll
a
actually be able to
typewriter
see
on the
the skull
side
in
that
the
asks us
room.
to
Yes.
save
Whereas, yeah.
as well
Yes.
too.
Fine. Okay.
it's a door made of solid ice, but it's this
hold on.
gorgeous, ornately carved
Yeah.
double
know
ice
that.
door.
Greg knows how this works.
So we go in the door.
So we go.
No,
in.
we're looking.
go
We're
up the
going into
ramp.
the big.
Sure, yeah. This great hall would have made the perfect place for those manning the fortress to gather, and you can see that there are several long tables and benches where they would have sat and eaten. There are 2 levels to this room, and about 10 feet above you there's a balcony that runs along the outside of the room. There are 2 doors on the north side of the room, and there are 2 stairways leading up to the balcony on the south end of this room.
Which one goes down?
When you walk through the doorway, you feel this like shuddering burst of dark energy, and a screaming skull appears in the air and swoops down at
Communal
all of you.
energy.
Everybody, make a will save.
And we get the thingy.
Plus
don't we?
2.
You get the plus 2. Yes, this is a fear effect, so you're gonna get that plus 2 bonus.
I'm going to use my reroll, Jared.
I got 20 on the die.
Ah, well, look
That's
at
another
you.
12.
12. You are shaken.
14.
You are shaken.
I also got a 12.
4 rounds.
Am I the only one fighting this thing?
I got a
16.
12 as well.
You are also shaken.
16?
Oh, that one is
16,
leaner.
Jim, 16.
You are shaken for 3 rounds.
Benjamin, do you have a
16.
Oh, you're looking for an
You
answer.
are
Thank you.
shaken for 7 rounds, Krag. You
I'm
are
sorry.
shaken.
Would you say 4 rounds
For
for me?
2 rounds, Lyra. This
said-
screaming skull swoops down, shaking you all to your core.
Separate.
You hear these, after that, these echoing moans from above, and you guys see these icy, corpse-like figures rush towards the balcony and leap down in just like a rushing mass as they rush for you.
You said 4 rounds?
I did say that, yes. 4 rounds. we will pick this up next time.
I want to kill a hag!
We're gonna
Not
kill
today, Quigley.
corpses.
Not today. You guys are all in a full-fledged dungeon crawl, my friends. It might be a minute before you get to kill a hag.
We have a thing.
Dungeon crawl.
But we are going to start off next week hot. I like it. As these icy corpses are going to be rending your flesh. You are all shaken. I love it. Fantastic. Y'all forgot the number one rule of dungeon crawling, which is check for traps. You did not.
Hermit King TV says this DM is mean.
I am. Well,
No,
hey, they
he's
didn't check
evil.
for traps. That's not me being
No,
mean.
it's
That's
true. I
them
should have
being
checked
not
for
good
traps.
adventurers.
What trap?
Completely.
The screaming skull trap.
That wasn't a trap.
Seems like a trap.
That's a creature.
Well, it's an illusion of a screaming skull, but it shakes you.
I had my pen.
Write down how many rounds you are shaken for, because I don't want to have to remember all that for next week.
None.
Yeah, you are fine, actually, Alex. Despite the fact that it was your job to
Can I have
disable
the
the
contract?
trap.
I know.
You're fine. That's all that really matters. All right, guys. So, what do we have to resolve before we set all this up and get out of here? Well, it is time to give away a prize. If you have shared this episode on Twitter using the hashtag Dragons and Things, then you are eligible for our amazing drawing to win the beautiful set
Treasure.
of Dwarven coins.
Coins.
Literal treasure coming to you from Norse Foundry.
can hear it.
If you want to check out Norse Foundry and all the other amazing stuff that they have, remember to go to norsefoundry.com and use that code at checkout, because that's going to get you some 15 Quigley% off.
That
What
man
was that,
Sarah
200
says we jump to Marcus
points?
next week.
Yeah, no, we're not jumping to Marcus. We're going to carry
it's
on
like,
with this next week.
I know that.
So we had 40 shares. That's
Nice.
40 people entered to win
Thank
this.
you. Good
I
job, guys.
believe. Who should we have? How about Mrs. Quigley? You want to come in and roll? Come roll some dice.
I don't have my dice.
Well, go roll. Everybody's got. There's lots of dice around.
Don't use Krag. Get mad.
Why?
Nor should I touch Ben's because he also.
He
gets
also gets mad. You have
But that's
cranky
just bad.
men on the couch.
Oh, she's grabbing some Marcus dice.
6.
6 on the first time.
Congratulations!
I'm kicking one of you out. We're bringing Clairette in as a permanent. She's obviously a way better choice.
I know.
Number 6, an early share. Love it. Remember, you are going to win the Norse Foundry Dwarven coins when we announce your name immediately. Well, maybe you might not be watching. Who knows? Maybe you went to bed already. But make sure that you send me a message. I'm at EvilJimJam on Twitter. Send a message at That Dragon Show on Twitter. Find me on our Discord. Get on our Discord if you're not on our Discord already. But however you're going to do it, send me a message that lets me know where I'm sending these coins, because I'm not going to just drop them in the mailbox and whisper a name into the box. I have to actually write down an address. That's how that works. Oh my gosh! It's Duchess of Dinos! Natasha McWilliams, you are the winner.
Nice.
Get at me with your details, and I will send these coins out to you post haste.
They're cool.
To the rest of you, if anybody is currently, I don't think there should be, except for one that I was informed of privately. I know that there's one prize that still needs to go out. But if you have been waiting for a prize and you've been thinking to yourself, I won, I heard my name announced, and yet nothing came for me in the mail. It makes me sad. I wish I had my prize. Send me a message. Don't just sit and wish and wait. Send me a message so I can make sure that you get what you won, because perhaps there was a mix-up in the mail, perhaps it happened so long ago that I forgot about it, or there was some other kind of thing that happened. Who knows? Get at me. I want to get you your prizes. They are real. They're coming at you. Speaking of prizes, remember that we have the Norse Foundry power-up that was won today, our second one for this month. It was a special month since we had our 50th episode. Norse Foundry was extra special to us. We're going to be sending out that. If you are the winner of the Norse Foundry power-up, please send me an address that I can get that to you. If we could repost that name. Yes, and I know you're right on it. That's right, Sarah BC. Sarah.
Yes.
Tell me where to send those dice. You know you got to do that.
They're good.
Sarah
Sarah,
BC
it's
won.
awesome. Take a picture
Make
of
sure that
them
I
and
know
show
where to
us.
send
Yeah.
those
Tweet
dice.
it out,
On
and
Twitter,
Ashley
Because
will
they are
respond to the tweet.
so amazing,
Tweet
and you
it
don't
out.
want to miss out on them.
And I will retweet it with an owl.
Yeah,
I see it.
owl tweets for everyone. Next week we're back. We are still continuing the Dogmite giveaway all this month. Remember,
So pretty.
every
It's
500
gorgeous.
bits is an entry to win this box. Max 10 entries per person. It will be right side up every time from now on. It's not. I know, Quigley. I checked. I'm good at this.
It's so pretty.
It is beautiful, though. It is a beautiful box. Lyra literally doesn't want to let it go.
I don't. It's
She's
like
just
one of my. I love
obligated
it.
to.
It's gorgeous.
And in that same sense, Natasha, if you don't want those coins, I'll take them.
We want your coins.
No,
We
no,
could
not Jim
split
Jim.
them.
No,
We
I
could
mean, I
split
do.
them.
I want them.
I want them. You
them.
have coins. You just said you
I
had
have goblin ones. I now
coins
need
and dwarf
dwarf
coins.
ones.
Don't go
I
together.
think me and
The
Jared
dwarves
should get them,
the
thank
coins.
you.
That is so rude. I have a dwarf character. I just haven't played him yet.
Wow.
Oh, well, you haven't played him yet, so
You know
that's
what?
Guys, we
Frodo
didn't
on
win.
all of you.
Why are we
Let her
yelling?
have her prize.
Fine, we'll let the winners have their prizes.
And I'll take the box.
Dwarves for life.
Nah, get out of here. All right, guys, we will see you next week. Thanks for joining us. It's been a super fun playing. Can't wait to get back and crush these guys with some frozen undead monstrosities next week.
Frozen
But,
undead. Frozen undead.
It's
Oh.
usually pretty
Frozen
obvious when
and
things are
undead.
undead.
I
And
got
literally, you can see they're frozen. We'll see you next week. Get us out of here, Jared.
Bye, guys.
Bye.